It is now time for the Rollout Show. Content may be a little vulgar, subject matter may be a little rough, but guaranteed to be funny. So sit back, get ready to ride with the Rollout Show. It is time to laugh.
It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. Once again, it's on. It's the Rollout Show with another dope
Episode.
So here we go. Rollout Studios. Keeping it real. It's about to go
Go down, y'all. You know the deal.
Doggy dog. You know he got that heat.
The funniest motherfucker you ever go meet.
Nikki Pam, where you at, girl? God, turn me on. I'm always the lowest.
I can't
You
hear
be
me.
loud as fuck. I do me. I want you to touch me.
Heaven high,
Balance is off, number one.
never too much. Check.
Hey!
We all loud.
Mr.
Ray!
Ray.
There we go. I gotta turn y'all down.
It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show.
Roll out, roll out, roll out. Then there was three.
Hey, Sky.
Heaven high. Chat room.
Chat room.
Fuck you.
Hey.
Pray to me
hey.
today. Did anybody pray to me today?
I forgot, Speedy.
Let's not forget. That's why
Sorry.
That's why I can't answer you get down. It is the Rollout Show right here, rolloutstudios.com. It's your boy Speed Dougie Doug, the funniest motherfucker ever gonna meet, wild lady.
Because you never gonna meet Jamie Foxx.
But you come check out my new play at,
The Wilshire Taco Bell Theater.
and the play is called
Mama, in 1996, Beanie Babies were a hit. And so today, me and Speedy got on our beanies.
Baby.
Baby. I feel like I need to put mine on.
You do. Do you have it with you?
I think it's one of my office
Yeah,
phones.
you gotta put your beanie on. It's Beanie Babies Day, so we had to wear our beanies.
Oh, I didn't know.
Shout out to rehearsal. It's your boy Speedy in the building. We got.
Nikki Pam.
Tangy Ambrose.
And it's Throwback Thursday. What is the year, y'all?
1996.
Great year.
Yes, it was.
Fantastic
Speedy.
year, man.
It was.
A lot of things were going
Of
on
course,
in
I
96.
never remember what I was doing. Just
Shit,
the
Jamie
weed.
Foxx show, baby.
I
We
didn't
was
watch.
getting it in.
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I didn't watch y'all.
Caesar!
I might have watched maybe
Infidel.
a couple episodes, but I didn't watch it like that.
Nigga, Jamie Foxx, it was our second year.
Yes.
Man,
And-
it was a good time.
And I was on.
What
Jamie
made it so
Foxx.
good, Speed?
Well, it was Jamie Foxx show. I was doing the warm up for that. I was doing the warm up for Moesha. I was doing the warm up for D.L. Hughley. In the house, I was and couldn't tell you where that money went, but it came. I had some.
Well, that's the
And
most important thing, that it comes.
My boys was living with me at the time. Before he was honorable,
Oh,
he
really?
was just
He
milkshake.
used your last name then, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
In the house we got.
Why he gotta clear his throat every
Shalom to the people.
Shalom.
You gotta get the deep party in for that little fan girl that's keep
Yeah, they
texting
keep
you.
hitting me up about Nick.
Please introduce me to milkshake.
Well, if she meet those lips in person, she won't be able to
Oh,
stand.
wow.
Talk about it,
She
Tangy.
won't be able to
Talk about it.
Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, 96 was a good year. Very, very good year. A lot of things. 96, and we'll get into it later, was supposed to be or was one of the best NBA drafts. That's the year
Who was
Kobe.
it? Oh, well, I like that.
Kobe, AI,
Who else? Steve Nash.
Steve Nash, Ray Allen,
Who else? Camby was in there.
Cam. When I looked at the picture, I'm like,
Yeah,
all
Marbury.
these niggas, Marbury.
That's right, D-Cause. Woo-hoo! Did you hear what D-Cause?
What'd he say?
A thin line between love and hate.
Oh, wow.
1996?
Candy did it?
You on set?
1996.
Wait a minute, that's when it came out, or you on set?
That's when it came out.
Okay, you filmed the year
1996.
before?
But let me see. Filmed the year before, but in 1996, I did Maloney, Kirk, 90210, Thin Line, Family Matters, Townies. And
You was
probably
working,
Jamie
Tim.
Foxx.
You might have. But I mean, it was
It was a great year.
It was a great year.
Woo!
But it was a great and a sad year because also when Pac died, right?
Yes.
96.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you had that dynamic going on, and it was really East Coast, West Coast. It was. Those lines was drawn in the goddamn mud.
Janet Jackson was the highest paid musician in history.
She was doing it
when she signed an $80 million deal with Virgin Records.
That's incredible.
Wonder if she saw all that money. Because you know you got to turn them albums in right now.
Oh, well, hopefully.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah. She was the Beyonce of that time.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And the president blocks the ban on the late-term abortions. Did you?
Oh, really? Was that shade?
Great timing, Tangy.
I know.
I thought I was like, Speedy!
You didn't think you said that, nigga.
Yes, I did. That's a great one, nigga. Why didn't I read that one, Ted? Did you supposed to give me that one? If you look, do it again. Give it to me.
Okay.
Tell me what it is.
Okay.
Wow.
You know, in '96, the president blocked the ban on abortions, on late abortions, so you had to keep it.
I hate y'all.
You imagine a little Pamela, mommy, go in there.
I don't have the patience.
And I'd have been like, Pam, she's supposed to be in school. I ain't got time to do this. I'll teach you when I get home.
You know what? And that's part of the reason why, because I can't imagine of having a schedule like that. Like, you
Pam,
have
you're
to
selfish. You do know that.
You have to bathe them. You got to keep them alive, basically.
You got to feed them, and they eat a lot.
Is that why they're not here? 'Cause you would have smothered your...
Might as well kill them off
She'd have
early.
been the parent. You know, what is it called when the parent roll over and sleep on... They tell you not to sleep with your kid? Because you'll fuck around and go... Your baby be in your back going, Mommy! You be like, who is that? And you ghost, get out of my room.
Oh, my God. I hate y'all.
Your baby ain't supposed to sleep with... Pam, you know you're selfish.
I never said I wasn't. I'm an only child I'm supposed to be.
But you make a great mom. I could tell.
I love other people's kids for a couple of
When they
hours.
leave.
Yes. I love your kids.
You're a great
I
aunt.
love even the adults.
There it is.
You're a
You'll
great
be a great
aunt.
aunt.
Yeah, I'm a good aunt.
I'm
I'm a good cousin.
Yeah,
No,
good cousin.
All the
because
look-
her other
everybody loves-
friends said, can you watch Lil? She was like, an hour? I can't watch you all night.
Nigga, when I used to, well, let me not say that because I know she listens. Never mind.
Did I get in trouble? Did I get her in trouble?
No.
Okay. Damn, that was
1996.
fucked. It was high five yesterday. But fuck
Okay,
it,
we're
do
gonna
it
really
again.
keep.
Nigga, that shit was fucking hilarious.
You know what? Y'all should feel bad for those
Tiny.
ghost babies.
No, I ain't here, nigga. I don't have none. He could have been one, nigga. He'd have been nice and see through right about now.
Wow.
I am Nick Shabba.
We will
But
miss
96, so you can call in, let us know what you were doing in 96, which Vernon should be calling any minute.
Yeah.
747
In me.
888-3082 is the number to call into. Let us know about your 1996, which is over 22 years ago now.
you. Wow.
Does it seem like it's so weird when you look
Wow.
back and you at that time life was going slow, like it was like now.
Right.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we gotta come tomorrow, and then
Yeah.
this weekend Brooklyn got
But it's
games.
already, yeah.
Yeah.
We're almost in the middle. My kids, these little motherfuckers, they don't know shit, but they count down when summer. You know, it's so many days to summer. I said,
Right.
nigga, learn your ABCs. How about that?
Right,
You and your math problems. Quit worrying about when summer coming.
Right.
They want
So
summer.
do
to
you
hurry
make them active in the summer? That's another thing. I mean, you take up your fucking summer. Like, you gotta take them and do shit,
Pam,
keep them active.
I kind of wish you would have had a kid
Why?
because you need it.
No.
Yeah,
You're a
you do.
cute little girl.
You
It
do.
would be cute. And I think it would have been a girl, too. Well,
Yeah.
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 No, you know what it was, nigga, when they put it in the trash.
I never, wow.
Where did they put them? In a bag? They zip them up?
Wow. They suck them out, Speed.
Oh, it's right in the vacuum.
Yeah, they do.
Where do they put them?
They turn it-
They might
They do.
sell them to people.
Does it sound familiar?
And do what?
They actually do sell them.
Yeah, I
they
think
sell
they
them for
probably do
stem
sell
cell
'em.
research.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
because a lot of unmelanated people
Mhm.
Yeah.
have a lot of organ problems, so they take the melanation from aborted black little babies and they sell it to.
He look at me like I did it.
Pam, is your decision.
Hey man, when I started thinking about the possible baby daddies, it was a good decision.
Oh, okay. They wouldn't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
been.
yeah.
Well, Alexander O'Neal had money. Anyway, who's we got a phone call.
He
in.
sniffed his money at the time. And he wasn't there.
The baby would have been a great singer.
I hate y'all.
Little Alex, get out of that bathroom.
Wow.
I like the sound in here when I sing. The acoustics are good.
Tangy got jokes this morning.
Tangy on fire.
She is.
96 is a good year for her, boy. She on
I
fire.
know, right? Call her. What's your name and where you calling from?
This me, y'all.
Birdie! You don't have to say that no more. We know.
Oh, yeah.
I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
What grade?
Sophomore.
Oh,
Sophomore
shit.
in high
Sophomore. You had a girlfriend?
Nope.
Okay.
Because I don't. Pam, what is up with you and this hatred of children?
Yes.
I said I'm a great cousin. I'm a great babysitter.
Auntie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate them.
She just didn't want to
They
keep
just ain't really my thing.
But see, the thing is with that is, it's a lot of people that say that,
Mhm.
and then, well, you can't do it. But if you
Mhm.
have, when you have one of your own, everything changes and everything becomes different.
That's why some of those kids be getting shot and killed and buried and suffocated because some people don't
I
change.
thought you were the bearer of positivity today.
Not today. It's 96.
But I do feel like Pam made a smart decision if she knew that she didn't want to have to give that much of herself.
Well,
You know,
are you planning on? Are you thinking about adopting?
Who?
Pam,
You.
no, if she ain't gonna have her own,
That's
you know
what I
she ain't
said.
gonna adopt
I said
none.
she should
No,
adopt.
I'm cool.
Why would she go and get somebody else's if she didn't want
Because
to? Because they're gonna
every-
need as much assistance as hers.
I can't
would've
believe
needed.
I'm the bearer of positivity today.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Everybody, babies and stuff need love, and
Yes,
since
but
you
they
have
need
an abundance of it, Pam.
I do have an
You can
abundance
go
of love.
ahead and give your time and your energy.
I'm too
to
old, Vernon.
something.
I got a good 15,
You could be a
20
foster
left.
mom. Good money in
No,
that.
Exactly.
no.
There's good money in
that's
that.
a
Pam.
job.
You have to have us another bedroom. Mine's filled.
Yeah, with junk. Just move the shit out of the way,
I
Pam.
will not.
Pam,
Well,
you
we
did
ain't
the
gonna do
right
that. No.
thing.
Yeah.
Because there are some people, it's a lot. You know, she would have to bathe.
You can't say she should do it and then give a reason why she shouldn't.
No. I'm saying I mean, I think they would be adorable. You know, her babies that she could
Have
have
you ever
had.
thought about adopting Tangi?
I have thought about it, and then I had children of my own, and then I realized how much love and energy and time it takes, and I said, I'm
She
good.
got enough. She
Well,
got
you
two.
have a lot of love, Tangi, so don't sit there and talk about
Yeah.
that you
Oh, I
ain't
got
got love. You hug
Yeah.
any and everybody.
I do
Mhm.
have a
Sure.
lot
You
of
can
love.
hug some stray kids.
I have a lot of love, but like yesterday, I'm cooking. My daughter's on my lap. My son's standing there telling me about his day, and I'm trying to do my research for the rollout show and post.
How
and
old are those kids?
study my lines. Old enough
How
to still
old are
love
the
me.
children?
My daughter, who was sitting on my lap, was
You ain't
9.
gonna answer this question?
She's
Okay, that's
9.
9.
And my son, who was standing up telling me about his history teacher, is 13. And it's
Okay.
important that I spend quality time with them every day, because in a minute, they're going to be gone.
That's true.
So
But
I'm at the rollout show
at,
till
at 13,
5
he
o'clock.
shouldn't be under you like that, Tangi.
He wasn't under me. He was standing up
No,
telling
you heard
me
what he
about
said.
his
He was
dad.
under you.
He was not under me.
He was right on your
my
lap.
My daughter was on
Because
my lap.
I could kind of think what happened. You walked up and he was like, "Hey, how was your day, son?" And you know he's probably just expressive as you is, and he telling his day. and
He's
you
not.
just interactive.
He's
and
not.
hey, okay, and how's this going? And your daughter just sitting there. I'm like,
She
y'all need to
is.
go sit down somewhere. Go find
She
something to do.
is as expressive. He's not. He's more like his daddy. He and his daddy Pisces, me and the daughter Gemini. And he's not. And so whenever he's going to open up and share anything, I'm like, I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay, I understand.
Because
that, too.
he's going to be one of those men. You know, girls meet men, they see him, and he's all handsome and tall, and they can be like, oh, I like him. He doesn't say a lot. And then she's going to get to know him. He doesn't say a lot. And then they're going to fall in love, and he's going to talk a lot, and she's going to be like, what happened?
What are you talking?
Yeah.
That would be Pam. Pam don't want you talking. Oh.
Right.
That's the other thing.
Okay, she don't like kids that talk too much.
I don't.
Thank you, Vernon.
I don't even like
All
people
right.
who talk.
Thank you, Vernon.
That's why I need some more. That's why I like dogs and animals and shit. I can try to
Shut the fuck
talk
up.
to them. And they give me unconditional love.
Yeah, you can feed them, and if you don't feed them on time,
But
they're
the only
not
thing I
saying,
hate
why
about
didn't you feed
a
me on
pet
time?
is when they're sick. I can't tell,
Well,
what's
you
wrong
knew when
with them.
Taco was sick.
Speedy.
No, I'm saying-
Poor Taco. And now they
That's
funny.
just- that's just
Talk
how
about
he-
that shit.
But that's another
That's just how he
reason.
sound, too.
That's
He-
another reason
He was trying
why.
to bark under the table. He went, yeah, he almost out of here.
But Pam,
What?
that's another reason why she was right when she said it would take a lot of energy, because when I called her, all I said was I was probably crying. I said, I think my dog is gonna die. Pam was there.
Yeah, I said
She was there.
I was
So
there.
with
I was
Pam
there,
having
too.
children,
No, you were not.
Speedy, you
I
were
was nice to that dog.
And that's the
You
first
were
time I
not
seen Tangy
there.
cry. I would felt so bad.
Speedy.
Well,
Oh, you said I made her
maybe
cry?
it was the second time because you made her cry here twice. No, third
Right.
time.
That's funny.
He hurt my feelings. You're right.
It is 1996, and I didn't hurt your feelings in 96. So when Thin Line comes out, you go to the premiere. What were you feeling when you see it on the screen?
I was cool though.
Were you?
What?
But I was like, yeah.
It was a good movie. It was
I
a
was
really,
excited.
really, really, really good movie. And they shot some of that in Leimert Park, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
It was
The-
fun to film too because we improv'd a lot. All of it didn't make the movie because it was Martin's first, and you got to match those scenes.
Right,
and
right.
Who knew?
Yeah.
But
Right.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And how many days? 30?
Oh, I'm 50, Speedy.
I mean, you remember how long you were on
It was
set?
I worked a long time.
It was a couple months.
Oh no, I ain't worked that long. I
So
was
like
in
30, 45 days?
3-4 scenes.
Oh, okay.
So I think for me, Lynn Whitfield probably worked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn's
Yeah.
character at that time, she was working, but I just kept thinking she was an older character, but I understood the character in the movie. The
You know,
older
old
lady.
women she was probably what, about 50, the character?
You think? Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good
you
guess.
know,
Yeah, I would
old
think so.
women
Might have
got
been.
that,
Yeah.
we
Yeah, 50, yeah.
we wear the beanies, Tonteezy.
Beanie Babies. So
Wow.
yesterday we had a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Oh,
really good day.
yes.
So yesterday the Al Rucker Show came in. They're a syndicated radio show out of Houston, and they filmed for tomorrow. Yeah, for their Friday show, whatever. I guess they're gonna be doing it here once a month. So we had a lot of basketball wives in the building. We
Yeah,
had
Jackie was there.
Tammy. We had Jackie, who said she's gonna bring us some liquor.
She better.
Anyway, and we had Shanice was here. And on the show was Raheem Devine.
Radio Raheem.
I was thinking Radio Raheem.
No, he's.
That's what she said.
Is he pissed?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
passed.
Oh, man. Y'all. Look,
We didn't kill him shit.
But they're all together. Radio Raheem,
And it's
Taco,
so funny.
the babies.
I guess some people got notifications, so they kept going, "Oh, can we call in?" I kept saying, "It's a taping." Oh, but I want to talk to Shanice. Because I guess that's they're like really close or whatever.
Man crush. His girl
Yeah. He's like, I just texted her. They really wanted to call in, but yeah, they thought they were as funny as us. I was like, that's cute.
Yeah, we'll get him.
She said, "That's cute." Do the sniff.
But what's his name said he knew you. Al Rucker said he knew you, and Tammy was. I mean, not Tammy. Jackie was looking for you, and I said, he got 8 kids, girl. You know how that is. But yeah, but
You know
look
when y'all
out.
say that, people think I got all 8 right now.
You might as well. Oh, you have the cousins over, the friends of the friends. Every time I go
Well,
there, it's a packed house.
Because you know what it is?
Well, okay, how many's there now? 7.
Yeah, but here's what it is.
Might as well be 8.
I always wanted to be the uncle where
Mm-hmm.
if your life hits you hard, you can come to me. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I would do that.
because life does it. Like, I don't give a
Mm-hmm.
fuck who you are. At some point, what's the song by New Edition? Can you stand the rain?
Uh-huh.
And if you understand the song, it's gonna be rainy days. I don't give a fuck how your life is going. It's gonna be a period
Absolutely.
where you take that L,
Mhm.
and sometimes you need somebody to lean on. And I always wanted to be the person that if I have it, I always tell my sisters and brothers and my kids, if I got it, you got it. I'm only, and if I don't have it, we'll find a way to get it. But
Well, I need
still call me.
27,
Not gonna happen today.
2864 right.
But I always wanted to be that person that people can say, "Hey, man, I just need somewhere, just chill for a minute."
Right.
That's why when the comics, when I would meet them, they're like, "Yo, I'm fresh in town." Like, well, hey, man, you need somewhere to stay. And I'd just be me and the boys. They'd be on the couch. Corey Holcomb slept on my couch.
I heard.
Yeah, so I always wanted to be that guy. That's why when I get the little change, I'm gonna get this house. I want to get that house that you have for years. And I got my uncle live right there. And I just want that house.
Yeah, like my aunt had
that's how
the
my
same
family
phone
house
number
is.
since
Yes.
My cousins too.
1963.
I still know
Wait
that
a minute.
Same number, same
Since 60
address.
Watch this. How long has your grandmother had her number? Nick?
Maybe since, well, obviously since before I was born.
Yeah.
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 So probably
And
since.
when I met her, when I met your mom, I met her. So that I met your mom in 81, 82.
Oh, I guess we got the
And she
best
lived at the
memory.
same, she's been at that address.
Yeah, since
Off
what,
of Crenshaw. Well, Crenshaw area.
maybe since the 60s.
Yeah. So
50s,
she's had
60s.
her number since the 60s.
Well, no, back
Yeah.
then they had letters in front of the numbers.
What's the phone number?
shit.
Well, don't give out a number. I don't want nobody calling.
Yeah.
She had
Hey,
letters.
Grammy.
She got my auntie beat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
They got the same number. It didn't have
Mine too.
letters. It
She
My
was
lived
just
over,
cousins
numbers.
yeah,
too.
she lived over so long. You used to have letters in front of the phone number.
Wow.
So whenever that was, that's how long. she
Mine
did
was
that.
they were 213, but they ended up changing it to 323. So
323.
yeah, you know.
And how old is she now?
Well, no one is still alive. That was that was alive when she was born, so no one really knows. But she tells us she's 84, so I'll take a guess and say 87,
Oh, my aunt turned
maybe
90.
89. Yeah, she might be closer to 89,
Well,
90.
she mobile.
She
She
a
doesn't drive
baby.
anymore, though, right?
She can, but she doesn't drive anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, she still gets up,
She's a Virgo
goes around
like
every
me,
day.
and she goes, Donald, can I talk to you for a second? Donald. And it's always like, she always want to tell me what the kids are doing. I'm like, I know. You know, Nick needs more attention. No, he don't.
Why would he say Nick needs more? What she say?
They
that,
all,
sorry?
they loved it when they were born.
Was
they
he
just-
spoiled?
Oh, my God.
Only by my grandmothers,
Jeez.
both of them.
Your dad didn't spoil you?
Oh, dude.
Nah, we use Justin coming up to get what we wanted.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we
Justin,
used
go in there and ask.
Yeah, we made Justin cry or something. He had to go.
Really?
Yeah.
They do that to
They,
Jonathan?
they gave Justin.
Really?
But that's just, I understand, kid, if you have, my brother, there was 7 of us. My younger brother was the, go in there and tell mama. I don't want to, and we punch him in the arm. Go in there. And we only had 2 beds.
Ooh.
So in the boys' room, it's 2 beds, but it's 3 boys. So every night, me and my brother alternate who my brother slept with.
Oh,
And
really?
it was a problem. And nigga, we was sleeping in the single.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all was
so-
in like a twin.
And I used to be like, if you touch me, I'm going to suck you in your chin.
So you do like head and one at the end
Yep.
of the bottom. one
Hey,
at
you
the
can't
top?
sleep up here with me. Nigga.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
be pillow on pillow.
Wow.
But 1996,
Speedy, were you on In the House last night?
I don't really
They
watch
saw
it like
you.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you were in the house? last
yeah, I
night?
did a thing of in the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with
Oh.
and with it was so it was so dope because the scene I did was with the dad from Good Times.
Oh,
And,
wow.
and when Good Times was out,
John
that was my dad.
Uh-huh.
The Good Time James Evans was my dad.
Uh-huh.
Whooped your ass in a minute, come home, he don't want to
Holler.
hear shit, leave me alone.
Uh-huh.
And so when I told him, my dad was you and you were my, we had a great time. Because I used to do the warm up. So every time we would do I do the warm up, I would make sure in my contract that I at least get 3 episodes of being on the show.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
smart.
on
Uh-huh.
every show I did, Hughley's, Fox. Yeah, but that means the check is coming.
Right.
6 months from now.
Yeah, probably be
Right,
like
right.
$6.
It was me, him, L, and the rapper. What's her name? MC Light.
MC
okay.
Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you had lines and everything. You're welcome. Be conscious.
Nigga, I can act.
I know. I see you act all the time.
Act like he got some sense.
Yep.
I
Yep.
actually got skills. I think doing theater was the most fun. Have you done theater? No, I meant like, bro. Have
Did
you
you just
really?
meet Tanty yesterday? What kind of question was that?
Because I only know love line.
That means you
thread
don't
line.
listen. Is what it is.
I majored in theater at Spelman College.
Yeah, but I'm saying since you left
So
Spelman.
I did not move to New York, but yes, I've done a lot.
Was that
of-
ever an option?
Yesterday, when Robert G was here, we talked about doing the 5 Heartbeats with
Oh, that's
with
right.
Pam's
With Sean.
man
Yeah, he was. there.
and
Oh, wow.
you know
Was he one of the Heartbeats?
Harry Lennox
What Sean played? in
and the what's his name? What did Sean play? Oh, girl, I don't remember. I can Tico Wells.
that? Oh.
You know,
I don't know
Now,
none
what-
of them, but I'm like,
I know you came to LA. Was there ever an option of going to New York?
yes, I did think about going to New York, and my family said no. They said you are too friendly. You cannot go.
You
They
hug
did.
a butt.
They said you cannot. You Tangi, something will happen to you out there. You can't talk to everybody. You can't go out and be hugging everybody.
damn
So
sure.
you
New
go
York.
to L.A. Yeah, so they vetoed L.A. But my mother sent me to Paris by myself, and so that's where I really learned to listen to
Were you
my
doing
spirit.
theater there too? as
No,
well?
I was just going because I thought I was Josephine Bacon. They were going to discover me. I had a gown and everything
That's
in my
funny,
suitcase.
Tangi.
I had
That's a
everything.
great story.
That's fucking
Yeah.
Thought I was
hysterical.
Yeah.
Josephine.
I did. I thought I was going to get discovered. My mother thought I was going to get discovered. But what I discovered was even when people say things, I can feel their energy. So they can be smiling, and I'll know, stay back. And that's why I learned to trust that, which really helped me in L.A. because, you know, casting directors be looking at you like,
Well,
they can like you.
New York, I never thought about the option of moving to New York for stand-up because I knew New York wasn't no joke. But I knew I wanted to go just to see how funny I was. So when I went there to do the Apollo, I got a standing O. I went back.
Got a standing
I got a
O.
standing O. I'm
We
one of
We
the,
have claps.
Ted, we've heard that 50 million
Oh,
times.
okay.
I'm one of the few comics they did get
Okay,
standing O.
okay.
But I was worried. I was a little worried. But I was able to pull that out. And then when Def Jam happened, got a standing
Did
O
your
on Def
confidence
Jam.
go up
Another
then?
standing O.
Yeah, because again, you know, LA can jade you a little bit because the thing about LA audience, they don't, even if you're terrible, they just sit back and let you be terrible. Where New York be like, yo, son, get your motherfucking ass off stage, nigga. And you could probably have a comeback for that, or you could just, you know, dwindle off stage. But I wanted to find out if I really had it. So when I went to New York, I did all the clubs in New York and did very well. And I was just surprising myself, like, okay, then nigga, let's go. ATL's a good place too for stand up. I don't know about acting. Now it is
Oh,
for acting.
yeah, the dude
Theater
from
there,
Adjacent
too.
was on the show yesterday too. What was
Who?
his name? Anybody remember the name of the dude from Yeah, the guest on their show. Some dude from Adjacent was on yesterday on their show.
Adjacent.
Is that what the name of the show is called? The one with Taraji, the movie.
Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, the Tyler Perry one. I think it's called that. I don't know. What it's called.
Acrimony?
Oh, Acrimony. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, he was on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was there. Somebody was there. But anyway, you guys look out for the studio.
Yeah.
It'll be on. Hopefully they don't cut that
Yeah.
scene or something, but
No,
I
it'd
doubt it.
be hard to cut.
Yeah.
Speedy-
Yeah, true that. So look out for our studio on
No.
there.
Now, what were you going to say today?
trying to get back to
OG
it.
asked what happened to Arona Lopez.
Who? I don't know who that-
Aaron.
Ask Speedy what happened to
Arona
Arona
Lopez.
Lopez. Do you know who that is? You guys, Speedy barely
Oh,
knows us.
Arana. Why? What happened to her?
That's it. Well, he just hasn't seen her do whatever it is that she
Yeah,
does.
she's been dealing with some things. She's fun.
Is she
She's
a
out of
comedian?
Chicago. Yeah, she's out
Oh,
of
I know who she
Chicago.
was. Okay.
Arona is her name,
Mhm.
and she's out of Chicago. I know she had this thing allegedly that she was going to sue my man from Blackish,
oh.
Oh.
the comedian, and
Anthony?
no,
Dion?
no, Dion.
Dion
Cole.
Dion Cole?
So she had
Uh-huh.
allegedly said some things that Dion had, pretty much
Uh-huh.
messed with her head and
Uh-huh.
all fuck. She was all messed up behind him.
Right.
And she was, she just went into a dark place. She's actually,
Mm-hmm.
she's funny. The thing she had a problem with is that she had a big old butt, and
Ariana got a big old butt.
and dudes is dudes. That's just who we are, and they're dudes, and we ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
And every time comics be trying to help females, the majority of them were helping her for the wrong reasons.
Oh, okay.
And by the time she figured that out, she's in a situation. Or the motherfucker's like, so, what's happening? Even though I thought we went,
would
I
never
took her
wanna
when
be
she
a
first
female
came
comedian.
here. I took her to Oakland. Because I was never that type. I was like, whatever. So I said, well, come on. She drove me to Oakland. She did very well. She's not headliner, maybe not a middle funny, but she's funny. She got
opener?
some jokes. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. But I really feel for her because she's a really good person. But some things just happen to people. Arona is how you pronounce her name.
They said
Arona.
Arona.
Yeah, she was married to this Latino dude.
Oh, they
in
said that she
Chicago.
stalked 50 Cent for a while. I don't know nothing about that.
Hey, I
didn't
don't
she
know
was
about that part, but
Yeah.
Good person though, but she just, and that's the thing about comedy for females. If you look good, like Samora, she was able to get away. She looked fine, and she embraced that. You just knew it. And for some female comics, the women in the audience, because y'all catty and this is how you are, and they not gonna laugh because this bitch cute, and then they'll look at their man and they're like, you laughing at this bitch, and now he's like trying not to laugh.
I would never.
Yeah,
do
but
that. If she funny, she funny.
Yeah. But sometimes I just tell her, if you cute, embrace it, do your stand-up, and don't trip. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Angela Means.
Yeah.
She was able to downplay it. And Angela was a dime piece back in the day.
Yeah, but she talked about it, though, being light-skinned and all that other kind of stuff.
She said one of her best jokes ever. And those who know Angela Means, by Felicia. That's who that is. From Fridays. So one of her dopest jokes, she said every time she go buy shoes, they don't look different. They look different in her size. So she would go, let me get an 8, but let me try the 9, and if you have the 12, bring that. But the bow on the 12 be huge. Super funny lady. And you said she has a restaurant now.
Yes.
Her son,
she said she's going to come on the show, too.
Yeah. Her son, he had a stint with the Miami. Well, he was at Miami University, got drafted, was at Detroit, made it, I think, halfway through the season before they actually released him. But he's really good. Kai.
TJ. Brandon.
Kaya.
Kaya.
And I've been knowing him since he was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Him and Cheyenne went to the same elementary school.
The last time I saw him, he had on, I think, a Spider-Man pajama. And we were sitting on the floor, and I was playing with them.
Yeah.
And I remember the dog used to dive in the pool, swim in the pool.
Tanti's one was it a vegan restaurant?
Yes. Yes.
You were supposed to bring some vegan food yesterday,
and it's very good.
She didn't do her now. Just so y'all know, she did not do her segment. She waited to get here and go, Speedy.
Well, I thought I should be on time.
No, do your segment.
I had the choice. Do I want to be on time? But I'm glad I didn't because they brought food, and it was a lot of people up in here yesterday.
Yeah, well.
It was a lot. But I could have bought something,
But no, your segment is that we would try, and my wife know I don't try shit.
But I'm gonna
really
bring
don't.
something at least twice.
And I must say, whatever that was last week, it was cold.
It was good.
It was good, but it was cold, and that made it.
You're not supposed to heat up a wrap like that, unless it's got a hot or like a chicken.
Can I get it when it's hot?
Speedy, if you want to heat it up, I can heat it up for you. But it was good.
It's across the street.
I could bring something today.
No, it's across the street. Order it and then.
That's why I was like, I could go get it. Yeah.
But that's because I need to start.
You see how Speedy I book a commercial, then I get segments where I got to bring food. I don't have no food allowance or nothing. Right.
When's it supposed to air? Did they tell you?
I should have asked. I will ask.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But I had this one experience on the thing I was doing. I did print. So I signed my contract for the commercial, and then after I did the print, they brought me another contract to sign, and I always take a picture. I can't hear me, so I don't know what I'm sounding like. So I always take a picture of my contract and send it to my agent, and she sent me one of the contracts back and told me to mark out the amount they had and put the amount that was supposed to be there. Now, can y'all see me doing? I've already started working.
Mark out what they
go
wanted
to the AD and say, "Can I see my contract again?" And mark out what they put, and then put what it's supposed to be, and then initially.
Oh, you didn't know what it was supposed to be.
Well, I knew what it was supposed to be for the commercial, but I didn't know that I was going to be doing print.
Okay, gotcha.
Or what it was supposed to be for the print.
Okay.
And so I sent them to my agent, and she sent it back for me to do this. And I was like, what do y'all think I did? Do you think I did it? Do you think I marked out?
Yeah.
Do y'all think?
You should have.
Do you think? I marked it out? Do y'all in the chat room think I marked it out?
I
hope you did.
Hey, get my contract. Nigga, I did something wrong. I didn't sign something.
Michelle, my sister over there, knows me. I said, I apologize, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. I said, because, I'm already working. So that's not my job. I'm an actor. And I didn't do it. I didn't do it. But I learned a lot from that. I should have, because they had already negotiated. But there were people on set that didn't get print work because they wanted
too much.
Yeah, so I was like, I want to work.
Oh, right.
But my agent later, she called him up and handled it, which is what should have happened anyway.
Right.
Because you
I
know,
still would
I'm
have did both.
talent. But I was really happy that she handled it. But you know that ain't
So you're
what
going
I
to get the
do.
new rate.
So I'm gonna
That's good.
get the rate.
But you still owe her the money.
Who, the agent? Oh, the 10% or 20% is always included. Whatever the rate is always plus 10% for commercials, TV, and 20% for print for the agent.
You know, and part of my problem as being self-contained is my own. I manage myself. I'm pretty much my own agent. Is that
I thought Scott managed you.
yeah? Because
Only when he's
Scott
here.
is creepy, and I understand his creepiness.
He will turn off.
So I can't.
A deal.
I can't send Scott
True
in
that.
to talk to people that I don't know because I know Scott. They'll be like, "No, we're cool," and then they'll never call
Yeah,
me back, and I
right.
know it was Scott.
Yeah, true.
So
That's very true.
So my thing, and I'm like you. I want to work. I
Right.
want to work, and at the end of the day, I've totally realized that my art form. You know, what I charge is what I charge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to be if I charge $1,500, that's $1,500. If I charge $2,000, that's what I want.
That's
if I
what it's
charge
for.
$150,
Mm-hmm.
but if I'll take that, if I just want to work, that's all I
wanna
want to do.
work
I just want to
too.
work.
Me too.
Yeah, I get it.
I could stand there and be on my morals like I need to get this amount of money, and I'm at home.
Right.
And I think that's where Tyler Perry was able to find a niche in the system. And a lot of people are mad at Tyler, but you
They say
can't
he don't
be.
pay.
It's not that he doesn't pay, Pam. He pays, but I think we mentioned. Did we do
He
this?
just gets more work. He gets
Well,
he
here's what it
gets
is. If-
Everything.
let's say
well, it depends on who you're talking
her what she would ask if she was going to do a TV show, and her asking price is 15,000 episode. It's 15 what I want. If I'm gonna do
That's
NBC,
a lot
ABC,
less than my
Right.
quote.
what would you
but-
say? 15,
Right.
15,000. I
would say
said,
50.
not
That's-
1,500.
That's less than my
Girl,
quote.
if you don't let me finish this shit. It's 15,000.
What is it? Oh,
Tyler calls her up and says, "Hey, now she at home. She here
And
working.
you're
her
Right,
butt.
I'm here. The
She here.
rollout
Show.
show.
You
Somebody
might
call
take 5.
call her people, and Tyler go, I got 7,000.
Uh-huh.
You want to come do this work? She's gonna go. Yes, she got kids. She got bills got to be
Right,
paid,
right.
and $7,000 is a lot of money.
Because
It
once
ain't her
once
quote.
it gets to me, it's not gonna be
Would it
7.
be about
it's gonna
4?
But I'm
It's
saying,
gonna be half.
no, it's not.
Yes, it
said
is.
agent.
Oh, you
After
talking
the
about-
agent and
taxes.
taxes
You gotta
and
know how to work that.
everything.
You're the right tax
You know,
person.
it's like,
You know,
but yeah.
in theory.
But am I gonna stay
and he
home
might
and
say,
work?
and
Stay
he
home
might
and
go
do it?
this. I'm gonna slide you to 7,000. Now he done slid her to 7,000.
Oh,
She there, see,
hi, hey Tyler,
Right,
how
right,
you
right.
doing?
and
It's
that's
good to see
and
you.
that's what.
He could slide me 3,000. I'd be like, that was really 6,000. Okay, hey Tyler.
And that's what Tyler Perry found out, that there's so many people that's not working.
we want to work.
That your quote is 20,000 an episode, but are you getting that?
Right.
No, you're at home. Here's 10.
And that's what makes it so hard now because it's like big time
Yeah.
celebrities that used to never do
Yes,
television.
and they in there
Oh,
doing
they doing it, yeah.
And now they
500 episodes in 2 weeks.
Yep, yep. They didn't do television.
No.
It was beneath them. They didn't do
They
commercials.
didn't do commercials.
It was beneath them, and now they doing commercials and
And
voiceovers.
because they found out
television, everything.
commercials.
They pay.
National is yours a national spot?
It's a regional.
Oh, okay.
The one those are good too, but the national you get a
Did
national.
we say the product we can't say?
I think you did.
I did.
Home or something with a home or
SunTrust.
SunTrust.
It's not national.
It's a
I've
bank.
heard of that.
It's, I know,
It's a bank,
but it's
yeah.
not national. I find that
They're an
like a
ATL.
city.
ATL. That's
SunTrust
it's
Bank.
ATL.
I only know about them in
No,
Atlanta and DC
ATL
and North Carolina.
and where we went, Oakland, because I went to a SunTrust Bank to cash that check.
Oh, well, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know.
Because I had a check from.
But now it's different because it's like all over the internet and it's a lot of different media, so it's good.
It is the Rollout Show right here at rolloutstudios.com.
Yes,
It's Throwback Thursday, 1996.
When did Denzel do that first movie
Which movie?
that he's getting ready to do the number 2 to?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, there's a few actors, not a lot, but there's a few actors that will not do sequels.
Yeah. And that goes with what we were talking about, how
Yeah.
they would not do commercials or they would not do TV.
And Denzel was one of them. Devil in a Blue Dress is
Yeah.
actually books, a black author. And Denzel, they thought Denzel would do, it's like 7 or 5 books. And he only did the one, Devil in Blue Dress, fire. If you have a chance, go.
Fire.
Oh, God damn.
Fire.
Don Cheadle, whose character actually dies in the book. They didn't let him die in the
Smart
actual,
move. People like Don Cheadle.
Yeah, he was great in that.
Cool.
So he's doing the sequel to what did I just say earlier?
Yep.
Nick, what did I say? I forgot.
The action movie.
Equalizer.
Equalizer.
that's
So
it.
Equalizer 2 is about to come out. And I was just so caught off guard because at one time a man from Fast and Furious, that was the problem why he didn't do.
It was not Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel
It was
said,
Vin
I
Diesel.
don't do sequels.
And then when that
He did the
came back-
movies and the motherfuckers did terrible.
yeah,
He was like, I'm here.
right. I'll be
Yeah,
back.
man.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
So
If y'all have a movie or something or a fashion style that you had in 1996, anything that you can share a picture of,
That would be
post it on
funny.
Instagram.
Instagram?
Post it on
We got a new-
Instagram.
show your love for Instagram.
Post it on
What is that? Instagram? No, that's Instagram.
Instagram.
Nigga.
I've
So
never
we starting that. Fuck that. Let's hashtag. Let's
Integrate.
Post it on Instagram and Instagram and post it hashtag the Rollout Show, hashtag Tangi Ambrose, hashtag Speedy is funny, hashtag Nikki Pam, and hashtag Instagram. Hashtag so because we can see it. I want to
somebody's gonna
see
get
it.
that name. They're gonna come up with
Instagram.
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 All right, we're gonna take this 1996. This is all the music was very whiny in there. They're gonna concert though. If you get a chance, go see 112. They're great.
Yeah, they are great.
All right, it is your boy Speed Dog. It is the Rollout Show right here, rolloutstudios.com. It's your boy Speed Dog, your dog, the funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. Why, ladies?
Because you never gonna meet Jamie Foxx.
You can come check out my new play, Act,
The Wilshire Taco Bell Theater.
and the play is called.
Mama, we got Speedy out last night after he went to Starbucks.
All right,
I think she said out of jail.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mama, Speedy went to jail last night for a Frappuccino.
there you go. That's funny. It's your boy Speedy in the house we are.
Nikki Pam.
In the house we are.
Tangi Ambrose, heaven high.
How you go all black and you come back? Turn your heart.
I'm a Gemini. So
Oh yeah, you got two sides.
Yeah.
Also in the house we got this nigga.
This nigga.
Shalom to the people. Home Yashala.
What?
Yes,
What?
Shiloh.
Huh? What's that?
Candice look like,
What? Curtains are out? What? Curtains are which I like. In the house with us, she was here yesterday and she went through this whole thing about this. In the house we got.
Yes, and Tangi downloaded it. But anyway, we have
Yes,
Candice
Yes,
Walker. She's the founder and CEO of Earnster Inc. Can you explain to us? It's an app, you guys. But can you guys explain? Can you
Yeah.
explain?
Oh,
to
can
us?
I tell you what I know?
Can we let
It ain't your app.
Right.
But I have it on my phone.
Which
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yes, but I'll let you go.
So again, and also worked on BET.
Mm-hmm.
At one
Many
time.
moons.
Yeah, many moons ago.
Me too.
Comic View, I did Comic View back
Mm-hmm.
3 times. Trying to be the host.
And did you get
I think
standing
we heard that
ovation?
like
Almost
15
was the
times.
host.
We know, we know.
Almost the host.
Well,
It was
what do you
close.
have to have or be to be the host, Speedy? Was it just funny or what?
I thought it was-
Producer support.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
I
very,
thought
everything's a
I
political
did,
game.
and then I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Very sensitive right now. No, please explain
Yes, Earnster for us.
Ernster.
Ernster. Thank you very much, first of all, for
Yes, I was so
allowing
impressed
me to
yesterday.
be here. And this is awesome what you guys are
Oh, thank
doing.
you. We ain't shit.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Yes, you know, I mean, coming from media and now switching to tech, I can really appreciate
Right.
where you're at.
Right.
oh,
So,
thank you,
thank
thank
you.
you.
So, Earnster is an app for teens that basically enables them to take charge of their earning power. We are about empowering teens. So, by completing tasks, they can get the things they want, the latest, greatest must-haves.
Okay.
And they're able to work with people in their inner circle and
Family, mom,
exactly
dad, uncle.
propose doing different tasks, everything from extra school work to chores around the house to even community service or something
Wow.
altogether different,
Okay.
unique. And once they complete those tasks, that adult who they engaged with, who agreed, can then purchase the item they want.
Now can I talk about it?
Go right
Okay,
ahead,
so
Tangi.
Tangi's son.
So I downloaded the app to my phone, right? And when I download the app, I have to put my information in it, my age, and so I am a parent. because they have your ages, and so they know who the teenagers are. And so I see it from a parent perspective. But then my son downloaded the app, and on his, he can add different people. He can add me. He can add Speedy. He can add all these people who say, you my nephew, you my nephew. Real nephews, people on the other side of the world, everywhere. He can add them up. Put them on the app, and they have to have the app on their phone. And then there are all these great things for him to search through. And yesterday when I was looking, I saw this floating speaker, and I was like, he's going to love that. And sure enough, when he saw, he was like, Mommy, Mommy, look.
That's right.
And so then what he has to do is he has to decide what he's willing to do to get that. Like maybe mow the lawn. Yes, mow the lawn like 5 days a week.
I don't know if you can see this.
Oh yeah, because where's the camera?
Or download the app and then.
Oh,
you can
download
see
the
it.
app, y'all.
It's
Download the app.
EARNSTER for teens.
Yes.
14.
Yes.
There's some great stuff. It's not like you think,
It's-
I was like, well, I can earn this.
It's great stuff.
You hit Pam up, see?
Great prices.
Yes, but it's things that, like you said, when because your son I saw it, I'm like, oh, that shit is dope.
Yes.
And so they go on here and they pick
Headphones,
a chore,
backpacks, it's all
Yeah.
sorts of things.
and
yeah.
all the top
Cool
of line stuff
stuff.
too. Not no off brand, like not seats,
Right.
headphones, Beats headphones,
Right.
Not the
Right.
seats.
Right.
But they can go onto the app. They'll pick something that they want, and
Right.
then they'll contact the person. Like say,
Oh, wait a minute. No, then they decide what it is that they're willing to do to get this thing. So they'll put
Whatever the
down,
chore is.
I will mop the floor 3 times. And then you have to tell how often you're going to do it and within what time frame. And then he sends that to Uncle Speedy.
Yes.
And then Uncle Speedy can look at it and say, no,
And
Joker,
confirm.
this ain't enough. I say you have to da-da-da-da-da because he can say yes, nay, or let's
Counter.
negotiate.
Exactly.
Yes, and then it goes back to my son, and he'll say, dang, Uncle Speedy, I should have sent Aunt Nikki Pam. So then he sends it Nikki Pam. Nikki Pam says, okay, bam. He does the stuff.
Goes
it
to her
shows that
house.
he's done it.
So he goes to her house and cleans up.
He has to show proof that he
Yes.
actually completed the
Yeah.
task.
Yes.
Which
And
is,
you
you know.
approve that proof and say, yes, that was good enough, or go back and do it a second time. And once it's all complete, you then, as the adult,
Purchase the whatever
are
he
directed to the checkout.
Now,
And they're cool.
how long does it take for them to get the item?
So right now, our main affiliate retailer is Amazon. So
That's a very good
Nice.
one.
all of your Amazon credentials, your payment information, we don't have any of that. You deal directly with
That's great.
Amazon.
Okay.
So if
So
you
if
have
I'm
Prime,
Amazon Prime,
you're Amazon
Next day.
Prime. Exactly.
Now, what this does, and this is what I really, when I heard you talking about yesterday, and we were talking to my son, and we went on this whole thing. I think kids do need to work for things. Kids nowadays want you to, hey, I want to go to the mall. No. What you need to do? When I was younger, my dad said, and we ain't had that lawnmower to start up. We had the one you had to do like this. I was out
Put your
there
back
all
into
day.
it.
Put your back into it.
That's right.
So, and I think we need to teach kids to earn the things they have because they appreciate it a lot more. But they didn't clean up and cut the grass for that speaker. They not finna just knock it off the table or let somebody come in and let me do. No, I had to work for that.
And in
Absolutely.
addition to them earning, what I really love about it is it gives them some power because he also he has to agree. You know, so it's not like, well, Rock, if you clean your room, then I give it to you. It's not that. It's like, well, Mommy, I'm willing to da-da-da-da.
Right.
And then I say, well, no, baby, you need to da-da-da. So, okay, Mommy, I'll da-da-da-da-da. So he's learning some negotiation skills,
It's
too.
about teaching our teens what we call marketable skills.
Yes, in a
From
fun way.
negotiating
Right.
to being responsible to being
Finishing the task.
accountable
Yeah, finish the
to
task.
to follow through. And it sends reminders because, you can get off schedule and forget. I mean, our teens are extremely busy. So,
Allegedly.
as well as their parents. So it holds both accountable because what would happen also is their kids would complete tasks, and then it's like, okay, you gonna pay up, Mom? Okay, I did it. I did it. So it directs that mom or that parent or that adult.
To be a person of your word. Because
Yeah,
most
exactly.
kids are, I did it last time. You didn't give
Is
me
there
nothing.
an age frame?
There is an age frame,
what is
and
it?
it's 13 to 19.
Got to be a teen.
You-
Okay.
So,
Hey,
and that's
Brittany?
because
Tell Brittany she can get in.
Brittany is almost out. She'll be 20 soon.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't
She
believe it.
got a little week or
then
so.
she'll be on the adult side and she can help
Yes.
teens.
Brooklyn will be hitting you up. Or Maya.
Yes.
Right. So, along with marketable skills that the teens are able to learn, It was important that this is teens are able to be the initiators of the task. Because if we, parents say, hey, there's this cool app, you need to download it, you can get some stuff, then immediately it's not cool.
Okay.
So we are targeting teens.
Okay.
And that's, they initiate, which is another skill, that they're taking charge. We're empowering them. So you now have currency, and you didn't even know it.
Yes.
Well, I got it's
8
4
kids.
It's 4 at my house that fit right into this. So I forgot to get the information from you yesterday. So I'm glad you came back today. So I'm gonna have them download the app. I'm downloading on my
give
thing.
updates on the progress.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
And I already know which ones my sons and my daughter's gonna pick. So I already know it. And again, these are all like Nike backpacks. These are all name brand. It's not off brand with the
floating
swooshes
speaker.
upside
they
down.
just showed me the floating speaker, you guys. If you go to the
that
website,
speaker is the bomb.
and it's like you gotta look at it.
I'm trying to find a way to
I
earn
want
it.
the floating speaker.
Me
Right.
too. Look, I want to see some shit.
Nick,
Right. We have
Dominic.
to have the floating speaker here.
they want you to put it. Can you spell it out on the screen?
Earnster for teens.
Yes.
And let me just say that these are products that I didn't pick or my co-founder didn't pick.
Did you just throw that?
I was trying to give it to her. I should have went like that. I should have did it Frisbee style
Take that too.
to Nick.
These are products that were selected for teens by teens.
Walk slow. For the
Right.
See, you felt you was going to dip. And you went, fuck that. I'm good. They see me.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So these are items for teens by teens. Because if I was, when I started putting this together, I was like, ooh, this would be nice.
Ooh, a couch.
Right. And my teens are like, Mom, no.
So what made you come up with the idea for this? I mean, it's actually quite brilliant. I mean, I wish we had something like that. You know what I
When
mean?
we were coming through,
actually, I was thinking about it yesterday. Growing up, I feel like my parents didn't have the conversation with me about money. Or sex,
No.
anyway, but
Right.
especially about money.
Hey, you fucking? No, I ain't gonna.
Of that conversation. So this helps initiate that conversation in my mind.
That's
Yes, it
awesome. Yes, and it does. And I'm a single mom, so I came up with it based on my kids, my teens, and who are very popular. They're very active. I'm running from pillar to post trying to get them to their stuff, and they wanted everything. And they have to be cool. They have to be with the crowd, all of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, dude, it's just
you gonna
me
do for me?
here. Right.
Right.
It's like, see those dishes over there or that room?
Hey.
Right.
And I love community service, and I wanted to instill some of those qualities. And so
That's excellent.
one thing led to another, and here we are today.
I know what I would do with with my sons and the ones I have now during the Christmas holiday, just so they understand that what the way you're living is not how everyone lives. So we go and we give out toys, or we go and I have them do certain things just so they understand that what's going on now. You're lucky.
Yes.
You're one of the few that lives like this. Most kids, they're hoping their parents, everything work out.
Right.
Sometimes it don't work out, and they still have to get through that and put on the face like, yeah, I had a great Christmas. Where your stuff? It's in the house. You go outside and play.
Right.
And you work your way through it. But I love this. Again, it's called Earnster. What is it?
Ernst, you said it right.
Ernster.
Speedy will mess it up, but that was perfect.
EARN.
It's on the bottom.
Oh, it is on. Okay, I didn't know if he put it on there.
He put it there.
Just go to that website, download it, have your kids download, and the way you get them hooked, say download this and let me know if you like anything on there. And they're gonna go, yeah, and then bam, you got them.
Right.
My son, when I described it to him, I said, today at work, I found out about this website. I mean, this app, and I was telling him about the app. And then I went to, I'm doing a lot, single mom too, so I'm doing a lot of stuff. And then he came back, he said, Mommy, what was that app you said? He wanted to know.
All
And so
right.
I was like, all right. So my house.
I felt like a kid. I was thumbing through. I want that. I want that. I have that. I want this.
You need
And
one for adults too.
What a lot of kids learn, too, is that, they're like, if I just clean my room, then I can get this Apple Watch.
Clean it for a month.
And so the teens come back and let us know that, I had to adjust my task.
Right.
So maybe they're
Yes.
doing something for 2 months instead of one.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
doing a
That's
few
good
more
question.
things.
Did you talk to? Did you guys do a focus group on
Oh,
teens?
yes.
I mean, under that BT
We
background. background. I know you know about them focus groups.
A lot of
Yeah.
surveying,
Mm-hmm.
and in order to first validate, a lot of people want to know, like, how do you do an app? Like, where do you start?
Right.
So the first thing you want to do is really validate your concept. What is the problem that your app is going to solve?
Oh, okay.
They say that on Shark Tank too, especially I forgot the one lady with the with HSN or whatever it's called. She always says she only invests in things for a problem solving aspect.
That way, you have a set customer base.
that's what she
People
says.
need your product.
Lori.
Yes.
Yes.
And so
Wow.
the problem was obviously single mom. I have teens who want it all.
Right.
And I want to give it to them, but I
Yes.
want them to understand what it takes to get it.
Right.
Yes.
Love it.
And
Love it.
get the house together.
Yes.
Yeah. Clean up,
And do some community
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
because we don't do the belt no more. Because they call.
Right.
Pow. Hold on. 911.
And we don't do the chore charts anymore. You
The
know?
what?
The
chore
charts, no.
Mine was either
Never
ass
had
whooping
that.
or the chores.
What is a chore chart?
They
Well,
have charts that you can put on the wall, and,
Right.
and it says.
Not in my house.
it was like,
He
if
does
it's
this.
Saturday, we knew we put on the right music.
Yeah.
We knew it was time to clean the house.
Yes, yes.
So we don't necessarily have that anymore. So now, thanks to technology,
Well,
you have.
Saturday
Yes.
at my house was two things. You didn't play sports. You go outside and you clean up. Or you can't just sit around my dad. You
That's
couldn't just be
right.
like, my nigga, look what you doing, nigga. Come on, I work. What you doing there sitting there? And you gotta go find something to do. You clean up. He'll have you do
Look
something.
busy if you're not.
Yeah, you
Right.
gotta look busy. You can't just keep walking through. Why you keep walking through the goddamn living room? You need
Yeah,
something to do.
that's true.
And
That
then you
happened to me.
outside cutting a tree down.
Right.
And we ain't had no chainsaw, nigga. You had that little saw, like, nigga, cut this big ass tree down. My dad, and we didn't have a chart.
Mm-hmm.
You just knew, like, I told you, like, in my house, the boys mop the floor, take trash out. My sisters washed the dishes, and
Laundry.
did the laundry.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to go to the laundromat with them, but, I didn't have to fold them. I just had to load them in, and my sister folded.
Wow.
Well,
get the
number
app.
two. Number one, you said that you had to validate your concept.
And the way you do that is through surveys. You talk to people and you say, would you be willing to pay for this? Would you be willing to download this? Find out how much they're willing to invest into this solution that you're proposing. So once you have the problem, you design a product that meets the solution. From there, you look at your market size. Like, okay, there's teens now. Are teens valid? Certainly it's the parents or the adults that purchase the item, but we all know how teens are the ones that affect that purchase. You
Right.
can't go into a store and they walk out empty-handed.
Right, right.
You can if you go in empty-handed. Unless you steal it, we ain't gonna get it.
And and how do they normally get it? They beg. This is what we found out. Mommy,
Yes.
please,
Yes.
please,
My
please,
daughter, yes.
can I have it? Can I have it?
Yes.
And what do parents say? Oh, maybe for your birthday
Mm-hmm.
or
Right,
at Christmas.
right.
Right.
So there we had a problem with teens not having any financial means. They can't get it when they want it. And parents are, having to postpone and that whole bit. So we looked at all of the problems that were inside of this and then try to create an app that
I
solves
love
that.
it, man.
Love it.
I love it. And again, as a parent, like you said, you want to give your kids everything, but you don't want to give them. You want them to earn it. And trust me, when you earn it, it
You
just
value it.
Yeah. When my first car, my dad gave it to me. I wrecked it. The car I bought,
It was clean.
I was out there watching. The timing belt broke. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. So I had a 73 Mercury Capri. I paid $1,000 for
Ooh, big money.
And-
Big money, Speedy.
cash that I saved up.
Oh.
And the timing belt broke, and I didn't have enough money to fix it. So I would sit outside in my car, turn the music on, and then when I'm done, I go back in the house.
Your little man cave.
That was my little get down
Basically,
spot.
that's what it was.
And when I finally got it fixed, I was wiping the car down when it was broke.
All
And
right.
so I got it fixed.
That's right.
Hey, you can't drive my car. No,
was ready.
man. Don't eat in the car.
That's right.
Because it was mine that I earned. And you just have to understand the power of that. And because we want our kids to live a certain way and have everything, so they'll be the end kids. And then you find yourself going, here, you can have this. Where my daughter, Madison, loves LOL. Anything LOL,
So does Sean's daughter.
every single thing. So hopefully it's in there. Then I'll be able to. She'll go, well, Dad, I want this. That's what you got to do. Download this app on your phone because every kid has a phone pretty much.
And you bring up a good point of these latest, greatest products. So, like I said, we use like a teen council to help us decide, or they actually decide. They rate them, they rank them, and they decide what gets on the platform. And we try to keep it updated and refreshed and all of that. But we're interested in expanding to get to brands that aren't on Amazon. You know.
LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was wondering if there's something that he wants that's not on Amazon, is there a way where he could send it to you?
Please do.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
There's my phone number. I don't even care if you
Okay.
broadcast
Give it out right now. Go.
Okay.
This is my personal cell phone number.
Don't
you
just
have
call
any
just to say
issue,
hi.
Yeah.
or you can call just to say hi.
She did say she's a single mom. Hey.
Ready to mingle.
If you downloaded the app.
Yeah, download the app first.
I
Prove
think
it.
we should start with the email.
Yes.
Okay.
Or let's start with the website.
Okay, yes.
So
Give the website.
yeah, well, she was talking Earnster.com.
dot
right?
.co.
Oh, .co.
So-
EARNSTER.co. And through the website, they'll be able to contact you.
Yes.
Yes.
Leave all questions, comments, because we're still beta testing. There may be some bugs here and there. Need
And she
to
a
know
sister.
it
She's
to know
a
it.
sister.
Yes.
That's
through
all.
and through.
That was the number one thing.
Yeah, I
It's
love
a
that.
sister that's out here trying to do the thing, and we always talk about black folks don't help black folks. Here's your chance
All right
to
now.
help. Nobody's asking you for anything.
Right.
You download it and you get your kids involved, so they ain't sitting on the couch playing fucking video games all day that you just went and bought.
Right.
And what's
you
good
could've made
them earn it.
is
got
they'll be
nothing from
helping
it.
you too. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, so
Get their little
that's
asses
wonderful.
up. Now we are. You hang with us for a minute. You
I'm
good?
going for a bit.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It is 1996. It's Throwback Thursday. What were we doing in '96?
96. I was definitely at BET.
Yeah. Comic Boo.
Think I might have moved over to the pay-per-view side.
Wow. Oh.
Okay.
And yeah,
That's when pay-per-view was really starting to launch. Huh?
pay-per-view
Remember,
was
it
crazy.
was. I
Oh,
remember
really?
that because I had that issue. I was at Fox,
Okay.
and we were doing the
There she
same
go.
thing. No, but
So you
I can
started
relate
your
to that
network.
whole starting that new stuff and launching stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we pushed the envelope to the edge for sure.
Now, before we get into our 1996 and all the things that happened there, we want to run a couple stories that's happened within the last week or so.
We haven't had a chance.
The
Sorry, guys.
Starbucks thing.
They
Oh my
began
God.
selling. Good gracious, what's going on with me today? Starbucks began selling bottled Frappuccino
In
in
96.
1996.
And speaking
Wow.
of Starbucks.
Yeah.
Now,
oh,
the
yes.
particular one is the one where? What city is the one?
Philly.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay, Philly does have, and what exactly happened? Can somebody please explain? Nick, can you?
It's been a couple of events. One of them, two gentlemen was in the, what do you call it, a restaurant or the Starbucks, I guess.
Starbucks,
Waiting
yeah.
for a friend.
Waiting for a friend or using the internet or whatever normal people do.
Yeah.
And they
Could've
asked
gone
them to
there just chill.
leave. They wouldn't leave, so they called the police on them.
Oh, so they were just chilling.
They were just
They
chilling.
the lady called. Okay, they walk in. To say the meeting was at like 9:45 in the morning, right? They walk in 2 minutes after. Obviously, the police were called. But she goes up to him and says, he came in, he wanted to use the bathroom. She said it's only for paying customers. So they sit down there. Okay, they're like, okay, well, we have this meeting. This white guy is coming to meet them at like, say, 9:45. I'm just picking a time. But anyway, 2 minutes in, because what they did is they went back and tracked the call of what time the manager called to report them to come and get these people, to get these guys. It was 2 minutes after they walked through the door.
Wow.
So then she goes up to him after that, and then she tries to say, well, like, if you're not paying, you can't stay here. And they're like, okay. But we have a meeting. We're waiting on somebody, And so then they just came in, and they said their first thought, because they were on GMA this morning, their first thought was that it wasn't for them when the police came in. And then they just basically, they didn't tell them what they were being arrested for. They didn't get any Miranda rights, anything.
So they handcuffed them in
Starbucks.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Walked them out, and then so
I'm
the
sorry.
white guy that they were coming to meet, and it was a meeting about real estate. came in. It was like, well, hold up, wait, what's going on? They're just
Yeah.
sitting here. What? And every white person that was in there was like, they didn't do anything.
They were going off. The white people were like,
people got out
he's
their
just
phone.
sitting here.
They're
Why
just
are
sitting
you
here?
arresting them? Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
They were freaking
They
out.
were freaking out. So it was amazing. They were like the first, and Robin Roberts asked them this morning, what was your first thought? They said that they weren't here for us. That was
And
their
I
first
can't
thought.
tell you how many times I don't have an office. I'm just starting up.
Yeah.
I meet at Starbucks and I have meetings. I don't
Because
buy
they
anything.
have the
Yeah.
They
internet.
set it up
Mhm.
for that,
Yeah.
for you to commune and
Yes.
conduct business.
'Cause eventually
and
you
do
will get something
startups.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Well, she did
Yes.
ask, the lawyer was there with them this morning, asked whether they planning on suing. They said they hadn't gotten to that. Right now, they want to just try to come up with a solution, and that Starbucks has said basically that they are going to have a
Sensitive
day.
training.
A day.
Sensitivity training.
Yeah.
it's a start.
It's a day, but I think it's going to
Negro
take a little.
sensitivity training is what they really
Pretty
call
much.
it.
Pretty much.
So the
It's
lady
ridiculous.
that did this, was she black, white, purple, green?
Come on, man. What you think?
Okay.
Come on. We know what color they are.
Here's my thing, and you're right about Starbucks. I've gone there, had meetings. Meet me at Starbucks, and you're gonna get up and get something in Starbucks. And I think it's only right if I'm there using your internet, whatever it may be, to at least buy something, and
Right.
even if some mints.
Well,
but
I mean, but here's
you
the
don't
thing.
even have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
don't,
don't
but
have
if you're going for a
Right.
meeting, you say, okay, I'm gonna wait for such and such, and we're gonna order together, or I might want to be covering it or something like that, or you know what I'm saying. I could
Exactly.
be like, okay, I'm meeting with you, Speedy. Me and you're gonna meet at the Starbucks on the corner. Oh, I'm waiting for Speedy to get here, and then I'm gonna treat him.
Right.
I don't know what you drink. I don't know what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I could be waiting for the 10
So
minutes
here's
for you to get
go
there.
ahead.
Right, but it's also, millions of college students use Starbucks just as
Yes.
a location to go and use the computer, use the internet.
Yeah,
Right.
true
So
that.
that's never been a place where you had to buy something to be in that location.
Right.
And 2 minutes in too.
Right.
So here's the
So-
question: would you sue? If
Would
it was
I
you?
sue?
Yeah,
Starbucks.
if it was you.
Or your kids, for that.
Yeah, I probably would,
Mm-hmm.
and not necessarily to gain a whole lot of money, but to certainly bring the disparity
Mm-hmm.
to view, to the surface, because this is going against what they say their whole corporate
Mm-hmm.
policy is, what their mission is, how
Mm-hmm.
they want to be the gathering spot
Mm-hmm.
of new ideas and of innovation and all of this stuff.
Yes.
And I can't tell you how many tech people
Yes.
have started something
Right.
in
At Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Meeting,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. And because of I'm black, you have a problem. I'm
Yeah.
2 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would do something that raised
Pam.
awareness.
Absolutely. Even if the because the guy saw him apologizing, the CEO of Starbucks or whatever, saying that it shouldn't happen. It would. And I felt the part of me was saying he's doing that because he don't want to get sued. And he was almost near tears, and how could this happen? Well, and Be Conscious just brought up that there was a case at Starbucks in 2015 where they called the cops on a black guy and the police killed him. So this is not an
The first
isolated
time.
incident. Yeah. Okay. So my thing is, I'm definitely suing because
Tangy.
I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. But you want me to answer your question? You don't want me to tell you all the stuff
Well-
I'm thinking
well,
about? Because I'm thinking
I'll do
about
this
what
for you.
if Rollout Studios decides to get franchised, and we have like Rollout Studios here, Rollout Studios in Philadelphia, and Rollout Studios in New York. And the Rollout Studios in New York has some white people come in and they say, you can't sit here and call the cops on them and arrest them. That wouldn't be our opinion. So I wouldn't want them to be upset with Rollout Studios because that franchise owner
then
screwed
train
up.
your people.
So is that the thing?
Yeah,
Then
it's
train
about
your people.
train your people. It's about the corporate mission. When you sign up for a franchise, you're signing up for everything
that.
they represent.
Mm-hmm.
So you bought into the vision.
Well, here's my
And
take.
nobody, and you don't hurt them harder than hitting them in their pocket.
Then I would sue. I like that. Then
Then
train your people. That was
here's my
excellent.
thing.
Well, they say they're going to do that. I think it's a little too late. But like we
Yeah.
said, it's not an isolated incident, you guys.
Yeah, it's happened before. Here's my thing. I'm a black man. And you handcuff me in front of people, you've just crossed the line. So I'm me, Daryl Heath, and another comedian are flying. So the guy who booked us pays for the tickets. We go from Seattle to Utah. Shows in Utah, but for some reason we get routed through Seattle. So we get in Seattle and we're getting ready to connect to the next flight, and I'm at the counter and I start seeing the cops for the airport. They're on bikes and they pulling up. I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. And the lady comes out. She goes, can you guys tell us how you got your tickets? I said, well, we're comedians and the person on the other end bought them. So he bought the tickets with fake credit cards. No. So we were like, I'm like, hey, that's a comedian. So the police come and they tried to. I said, well, first of all, you're not putting no cuffs on me in this airport. He said, I'll walk with you to where you got to go, but you're not putting no cuffs on me. So they surround us. They on bikes. They got the guns out. So they walk us to the thing. They straighten it. They find out, okay, it wasn't you guys that ordered the tickets. It was the guy, but it has nothing to do with you guys. So you guys can go back in on flight. And I said, no. You're going to walk us, all you motherfuckers are going to walk us back over there because people saw us walk away with y'all as if though we'd done something wrong. I said, y'all going to walk us back over there. And they all walked us back over there and told the lady, hey.
That's rare, though, Speedy.
But the whole thing was.
I can't believe they let you fly on bad tickets.
They
whether it was your fault or not.
But it wasn't our fault. The tickets were already paid for. He used a fraudulent credit card, so you have to get with him.
I agree.
And so.
But normally they stop the action.
Well, I think because of what they did, that was the reason why they went on and let us continue flying. But my whole thing, if I'd have been in Starbucks and you handcuffed me, it's a lawsuit. I'm on every show. Yeah. I'm on late night shows. I'm here. I'm on everything. I'm suing because you embarrassed me. And like you said, maybe it's just that particular place, but it says Starbucks. It didn't say James.
Right.
It ain't James' name. It says Starbucks. So now, if I do James' name, James ain't got no money.
James bought
James
those bad
Coffee
tickets.
ain't got no money.
Our studios ain't got no money.
Take that L. You just practicing trying to sue us.
It's interesting too because the manager has been fired or released or quit.
She
we
said
don't know what the
she felt
manager
like she
did.
didn't do nothing wrong.
Which means she's been that way all her life.
She felt that police officers say they felt their life was threatened. So she felt threatened because their presence were there?
She just said she felt like she didn't do nothing wrong.
So let me ask you this. So when, I have a store, and when I hire these people, do I say, should that franchise owner say, now, how do you feel about black people? Because the franchise owner.
I think you're going to have to.
How can the franchise owner make sure that he will, from now on, hire people that are. Because he probably just made sure she had a good resume and a nice personality.
Then
and
it takes
cute.
more than that.
Yeah.
Then.
But I wonder what verbiage he can use.
Trust me, you know when someone has racist views because they'll tell you. You know, people go, "Girl, is that the
at a
Mexican
job
coming
interview
in?"
though?
Not in the interview. Well,
no, maybe not in the interview.
Maybe because everybody put the good.
Make sure they know when that applicant comes what they're signing up for. We serve all people. We allow people to gather here. We whatever
for however long they want to.
Whatever the policies are.
Are you comfortable serving all people, all races? Maybe they can say that.
That's a little more.
Can't they?
What can they say?
I don't think you can say that.
So what can they say?
So you can't ask somebody if they're racist?
No.
Right. At a job interview?
No.
Are you racist?
You like niggas?
Do you like black people?
What do you think, Nick?
Can you?
What can they say?
I don't know what the Honorable Nick Shabazz
I don't know about the verbiage as far as hiring people. But I just think for our people, I think when we come across a situation like this, the only solution is to separate from the company. Just don't.
Would you have sued him?
No, just separate.
No, if you'd have been handcuffed.
No. I would just encourage my people to separate from Starbucks. It's that simple.
That's how I brought this up because I look on the internet, but things pop up. We're going to should you boycott? I'm like, well, I need to find out what the hell going on. I don't know if you boycott Starbucks more so than that particular Starbucks.
No, you separate from the whole situation.
See, but this is the thing. Then we won't be shopping at Macy's, at Starbucks.
What's wrong with that?
We won't.
Then you know what would happen?
You
know what happened?
We'll
those
only
companies,
be at Simply Wholesome and Earnstar.com.
What would happen is those companies will fall under, and new companies will come up. It's that simple. So all these racist companies will have to fold under. It's that simple.
And then check this out. Check this out. And then when our people open up their companies, they're going to be fair because that's what we do. And then they're going to hire all these different types of people, and somebody's going to slip in unless we have the verbiage. Because I could hire a white person that has a nice personality and not know that a lot of white people are comfortable with me and not with him.
Hey.
You know, they're comfortable with the women, but not the men. So the girl could come in and be, and I could give her the job, and then you could come in and she could be like, you can't use the bathroom.
Right. That's why I said.
So that's what we need to learn.
I
the
said
verbiage.
separate.
Yeah.
So you mean I shouldn't hire? So now I should not hire any white people
I
either.
said separate.
He
That
said-
was
No,
my
he's
opinion.
saying
Make your own
basically,
coffee.
Yeah.
Separate completely from them.
Well,
From the culture, people. all
Can't
of
do
them.
it.
That's
I need-
my solution.
I need my Nike shoes.
That's my solution.
That's
and then,
shallow,
and
sweet.
then, yeah, I know, very shallow.
so
Sorry about
shallow.
that. Also, too, I want to make sure I get this because I am a comedian. My boy JB Smoove got booed in ATL. Why did he get booed? Did he say a joke or his whole set was whack? He's actually funny
apparently,
as fuck.
no, I don't think his set was whack, but I know he had been just recently been on the run out there doing a bunch of shows.
Okay.
So I don't know if maybe this
I
is
know what he
maybe
said.
the fourth or fifth time he had been in that area, and they just probably heard all his jokes. or
No.
something.
They said no. Basically, he said something about he doesn't cater to
Oh, he
the
said
black
he's not.
He
audience.
He
said
said he's
I'm
not.
not an NIGGA comedian.
Yeah. Basically, he's saying
But it was going
he's the more
downhill a little bit
corporate.
before that.
Yeah, but that's why
Yeah.
he really
he said
Yeah,
that in the ATL.
in the ATL.
Then he forgot something
Right,
on
that's
stage
like
and had
saying
to
that
come
in
back out.
Compton. I mean, really?
It got worse.
And I've been knowing JB Smoove for years, and I never would have thought he would have said that. Even though the track he has been on, he has, he's worked for different white shows, and they've made him that
He
next
drank
guy.
the Kool-Aid.
Drank the Kool-Aid, and because he was getting paid from them, even though he started in the black comedy clubs. He's been black comedy club all his life. And then I think the first Larry Davis show, Your Enthusiasm, was what really got him out in the mainstream. And from that, it's Larry Davis. So pretty sure most of Larry's friends are white. Who's going to win?
Just guessing.
Just throw that out. And so you're right. He drank the Kool-Aid, and I think that's what happened. And when you drank the Kool-Aid, now you performing. Now you in ATL.
Right.
And black folks, we embrace you first. When we embrace you first, we stay with you.
We are
Until you do
the
that shit.
most loyal
Yes,
customer.
we stay with you. And I'll give that to Fox. I'll give that to Kevin Hart. They know their black audience, and they'll cater to that.
Fox had to learn it, though.
Yeah. Trust me, he had to learn it. But once he understood that these black folks going to be with you, they'll ride. Black folks will ride with you until you go.
Like Tyler Perry knows that.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh,
lot of
he ain't
people
gonna never
that
say it.
know
Because
their audience. He like that Bible Belt.
and the thing about us, our life doesn't revolve around, oh shit, my rent ain't due. We still going to the movies. It could be due, lights could be off, and I'm going to the movies.
And we'll pay that cable bill.
And Speedy will tell you, you're right.
Especially if there's a fight coming on.
You want to watch Pikachu? That's how I pay the bill. So
They said, judging from the recaps from the fans, it appears that his comments toward the city and the people would be the moment that escalated things.
The city?
Yeah, they
say
s-
against
Yeah,
the ATL?
and at one point he told the crowd, every time I come to Atlanta, some bullshit goes down. I'm not a nigga comedian. I'm sorry.
it's not even the JB I know. Shit.
Well, they say. I mean, you don't think
I
he's
gotta call him.
Yeah, been catering to white audiences though.
Yeah,
Ever
I'm
since,
pretty- Larry
what's
David,
there,
yes.
Larry David on up. Yeah.
Yes.
And who was
I
he?
think he's funny though. I think he's a
who
funny. comedian.
who was on the ticket with him? You know, like
Oh, he was on
it
the tour with
same-
Martin and all them, right? Is it that the same tour? Nick?
No, I don't think JB's on that one.
Well, he
I thought
was
he
on
was.
Martin.
Yeah.
He is
Oh,
was
maybe
booed
they're
at Martin
alternating.
Lawrence's Lit. So I'm wondering if all the comedians do the same type of comedy. You know, like is his comedy the same
No,
type as
no. JB's is physical. He does a lot of falling on the ground. He does. He's his is because as a comedian, certain things you do not do. If you fall to the ground, it better be a great joke.
Okay.
Right.
Because that whole get up when you got to go, boy, it's crazy out there is very awkward. So when
Okay.
you go to the ground or you do something physical or you jumping and diving, the joke has to kill. Otherwise, you look really stupid trying to dust yourself off. Go, it's crazy out there, boy. Whew.
This weather's
What else going on?
strange.
Where the ladies at, ladies? It's hard to segue that. All right, it is 1996 Throwback Thursday. See how good your memories are. I was in television. You were at Fox.
Well, I was like just beginning of.
Your movie getting released.
Oh yeah, Thin Line was
Thin
coming
Line
out. But
coming out.
but wait a minute. Let's recap. It's not just Thin Line. It was Maloney and Kirk
Oh, you
and
talking about you.
Townies and Beverly
Back to
Hills
her.
90210. Yeah, Family Matters. Two different characters, two different times. Yeah, 96 was woo.
Now, kids, no kids? No kids.
No kids.
Wow.
No kids. No kids.
Single.
No kids. I wasn't
Out in
even
them
thinking about
streets.
them right now.
You was in
Yeah.
them streets doing it big.
That's
And
right.
you had kids at that time?
I did. I
Oh.
had a little one running up and down the halls of BET. I had a futon because I edited so much, so much to do. I would
In your
spend all
office?
night in the bring that futon out, put it in the edit bay, and she would crash there, and I'll edit overnight.
Wow.
Today, I'm really proud to
Mama,
say
can I
that.
go to school? No, get on that futon.
Yeah, and then it's like no, it's like, can I have dinner? It's like, here's dinner. Now I gotta go edit.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
all of that stayed in her, and she's in the industry
Now-
today.
Now, Cajun, are you ready?
That's good for me.
Shit,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I think I know this shit. I might cheat a little bit. You don't mind if I cheat? No, I'm playing. So she's going to give us some
Trivia for 96.
for 96.
I
See
know.
how I do on that. I don't know.
Help.
I wish I would have read my notes you sent me
Yeah,
last
no.
night.
I
didn't read 'em.
you too, Tangi. I sent you notes. Don't say I didn't.
You sent me. Was I supposed to do some research?
No, I sent it
But
to
Nick,
you.
you don't want to put them on your head?
I was just seeing if they were
Oh,
on.
okay, they're on. Okay.
Oh, you don't want to mess your hair up?
Okay, so the chat room can play.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They're
So
going
if
to
they
cheat.
get the
Okay.
if they get the answers before you guys,
They're going to
then-
cheat. They always cheat.
No Googling?
Yeah, right.
No.
They're
Nikki-
gonna Google.
Nikki
Come on.
Pam,
I'm not
stop
Googling.
looking at your computer
Is it-
for a second.
Is there any money in this?
Jovan is not here.
Javon's not here.
Only on Javon days. It's just us. It's for the rights, the bragging rights. All right, what you got?
Okay, so which member from In Living Color was the first to make $20 million to star in a single film?
Marlon.
No.
No.
Damn.
White guy.
No, white guy.
Jim.
Jim
Jim
Carrey.
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 Right.
Yeah,
Come on,
I mean
man.
that's
We looked at this
obvious.
video. I was like, you was a
Jim Carrey.
Y'all-
Yeah, here we
Anybody
go.
know what movie it was?
All right, everybody got
Does anybody know
Cable
it?
guy?
No.
No.
Well, he did make a lot on Cable Guy. I want to say it's the one when he did in Miami, with the dolphins.
Pet
and the-
Detective.
Pet Detective.
That's
yes.
it.
Close.
Oh, that was funny. I like that movie.
But he made a
Yeah.
lot of
That was
money
funny.
on
I
Cable.
did too.
And Cable Guy was dark because everybody
Yeah.
thought it was going to be like the other one. It was
Yeah.
like,
Dark.
Cable Guy
Right.
was good though.
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, Cable Guy was good.
Yeah, it was the cable dude that wouldn't.
Mhm.
Cable Guy from hell.
They got some. They got the Jim Carrey, but
Which-
they're all off.
Ventura.
Which really made you when the Cable Guy came,
Exactly.
you was like,
Especially-
nigga, I'm
But
not
didn't
talking.
DirecTV start around that time?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
yeah, so that made it a little weird. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker showed up. He's like, just do my TV and leave, please. I don't want to know you. But okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, what was the biggest movie? Mission Impossible,
Ooh.
The Nutty Professor, Independence Day,
Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
that's-
Time to Kill.
Independence Day.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going. I'm
I'ma
going.
go-
I
Go
want
my sister
independence.
over
Mission
here.
Impossible.
I want
I'm a good-
independence.
I'm going with Ernest. Doc.
All right,
C.O.
the answer's Independence Day.
Ernst.
Candice. Ernster. I'm going
Shout out
Being
to
Ernst.
Will
Candice.
Smith. That was a great movie.
Ernster.
Great movie.
Yes,
It was
It was
Independence Day
so good.
was.
One was good.
Did the
Two
chat
not
room
so
guess
much.
it?
Well,
Did they get it? They got independence.
But you still beat them. But they are
Yeah.
on a 20-second delay.
Yeah.
good. They can't
Thank
beat
you
us. We
for
got
the
20
20
seconds.
second delay.
Here we go.
That's pretty bad.
Okay, what was the biggest TV show? ER,
Oh.
Friends,
Mm.
Home Improvement,
Mm-mm.
The Naked Truth,
Mm-mm.
or Monday Night Football?
Monday
Night
Night
Football.
Football.
I'm
Definitely.
gonna
I'ma go with
I'm going
Friends.
with Friends.
I'm gonna go with Friends.
Monday Night Football.
Nothing beat Monday Night Football.
Because you wouldn't have threw that in there.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
go with
Okay,
Friends.
so the chat room's the only one that got it. It's ER.
ER.
Wow.
Be conscience.
Wow.
So-
Be Conscious got it.
ER.
Conscience.
Eric LaSalle.
I would have thought football.
Yes.
Eric
Y'all wanna
LaSalle.
hear my
He
story?
had that fade.
You want to hear my story? So we do a celebrity game and Eric LaSalle show up. So again, not being racist, you think all black people play basketball.
And he's tall.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I think he
Eric
played.
Big good.
So it's a celebrity game at Crenshaw High. He shows up. He was married to his white lady, but she had the fake, big, giant fake titties.
He said
She was
butt
the white.
shit.
Yeah, she was. It wasn't sexy, and the lips was too big. And so he get on the basketball court, and Fox went, "This nigga play like a left-handed girl." He said, "I went hell. So we gonna sub you in." I turned it to the coach. So we gonna get you in. I was like, "Oh my god, he can't
terrible.
play." Really? Nigga, the layup line, he was like that.
Y'all thought because he had that Jerry curl.
And everybody was, and this is when the show was fire.
Right.
And everybody's like, hey, what's up? You know. And then he's right off of Coming to America, so you got all that. He has those fans. Went for the layup, nigga. I said, did he throw it behind the backboard? Everybody black, don't play basketball. Just make sure we get that out there.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Give me the next one.
Okay, so the top song according to Billboard.
Oh, shit.
A, the Macarena.
Oh, that's big.
In Break My Heart, Tony Braxton.
Oh.
Ooh, Tony was hot then.
Don't
Really?
Speak, No Doubt.
Nope, not
Don't
that
speak. I love this
Which
one.
is old girl.
Crossroads, Bone Thug and Harmony.
one.
That was big
No
black.
Diggity,
Huge.
Blackstreet featuring Dr. Dre.
That was number one on the black charts.
Or California Love, Tupac.
Ooh.
Shit. Let's see what
I
So
go
you're
around.
talking about overall.
Overall.
Yeah, overall.
Was
How
number one.
beats black or rap overall?
already answered Macarena.
Yeah, Macarena.
They say Macarena.
Well, the Macarena is not right.
Oh.
So.
Not right.
All right, so.
Okay.
Not Macarena?
Oh, you did.
Then. Real quick, what were the others?
Yeah, what was it? One more time.
Okay.
No doubt.
California Dreaming.
Yeah, it's
Not California Dreaming.
It's
California
No
Love.
Doubt. But
Michelle, you got to wait for us to.
it was Macarena. Yeah, they
But
beat
we're
you.
not
But
looking at them.
it was In Break My Heart,
Still beat you.
Don't Speak, Macarena, Crossroads, No Diggity, California Love.
Yeah, No Diggity was number one on
Be
the black charts for
conscious.
sure.
Yeah, but this
There's
is Billboard.
quick
No,
songs.
no,
Those
I
are-
got you. That's why I said
Yeah.
I knew No Diggity was number one on the black chart because, again, we're doing the Jamie Foxx show second season, and Fox said, no, that's the introduction for the cast. So that was our introduction the whole year was No Diggity.
I didn't see him on here.
And that's how I remembered that. But they
No
were number
Diggity.
one on R&B, and I think number two would have been Crossroads because that was a huge song for them.
I'm going
Well,
Crossroads.
the answer was
Yeah, it
Don't
was-
No
Speak,
doubt.
No Doubt.
No
yeah,
doubt.
gotcha.
Really?
Yeah. Well, on Billboard.
Okay. Okay.
I would have gotten that one.
These
wrong.
were all songs on the top, but that was the first.
Okay.
Oh, the
okay.
first.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to understand the question.
Top song.
I can tell Candice don't like losing.
No, we must win.
You did pick Macarena. What's the next one? Yeah,
Who Shot Tupac?
Biggie.
Hilarious.
Biggie. No.
The Crips.
What's the kid? Still don't know.
We
but-
don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, but
What did Be Conscious say to that?
Let's see here.
Well, the chat room won.
what the hell?
How they win? It was only Be Conscious. They were all
They 20 seconds behind.
They had 3 points.
Orlando.
Yeah, Be Conscious says Orlando Anderson.
Orlando.
Orlando
But
Anderson.
that's who he got in the fight with.
I don't know.
They don't know.
That's
We
what
don't
they
know.
said that he did kill him, but
Well, that's who he got in the fight with.
yeah.
And
well,
they don't know. Here's my
Supposedly.
thing. He got in the fight. He should have been out of Vegas, and he was riding on the strip, and he didn't have his bulletproof vest on, which is one of the times he didn't. He used to wear it all the time. You just get out of a fight, and for some reason he didn't have it on. Had he had it on, he'd still be here. But it is what it is. Yeah, 96 when he died, that was like, oh my
That
god.
was
Yeah.
crazy.
And then Biggie, I think, right after that, at the fucking which
Soul Train.
I
Award?
think
No,
didn't
well-
That was
Biggie
after
die in
the Soul Train.
'97?
After the Soul
at the
after-
place where the Museum for Cars is.
Yeah,
At
it
that
was not
place.
just the cars. God.
Well, that's what it is now. I don't know what it was then. I think it was a museum.
LACMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, LACMA.
LACMA.
I'd go there.
Ella Fitzgerald passed in '96 too.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know
Oh,
who that
okay.
is.
Are you messing with me?
Ooh.
What?
I'm
Were
She
you
said
messing
she don't
with
know
me?
who Ella
She's
Fitzgerald is.
kidding.
Oh,
She's kidding.
No, I'm not.
No, she's
No.
not
You
kidding.
don't know?
Oh,
They
can we
don't
play
think
some
like
for
this.
her?
Look, how you spell?
Yes.
Let me see if I
You
got
would
some.
probably know her if you saw her.
Yeah.
If you've seen
Yeah.
some.
You heard of scatting?
Jazz.
You heard of jazz, though.
Jazz.
Okay.
You got to be into jazz.
I bet she's seen her in some
Ella,
of her
well-
movies though, where she sang. Or something.
Now that's another thing I think parents have to take upon themselves, and not saying that
Share our
parents can't do that.
history.
Yes, like you have, even though it sounds like there's no, they should know who. But then too, if they're into music, they probably would know. And I think you're more so into television and that kind of things, right?
I'm into music, but not jazz.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna hip you to her today.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
overload it on
Do
your
you know
phone.
Louis Armstrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's very
So you, maybe you take, gotta
Hey,
have a
like-
small section. This is the producer in me. A little small section for millennials.
Yes.
On the show to like hip them
Shout
to
out
the
to
history.
Calabasas High. Look here. Yeah, Black History over there. Now, speaking of, I'm gonna because 1990. Go ahead, Ted.
No,
You gonna say something?
go
I was
ahead.
looking for my stuff
but-
too.
I sent you a whole lot of stuff.
whole
don't even.
bunch. I'm
Don't
looking for it.
even. Don't even
You
try.
know, I got like 10 emails. Sometimes.
I got 12 signs that you were cool in 1996. If you
Let me
want to
hear.
know if you were cool, okay, you ready, Speedy?
Yes.
See if you can remember.
Mhm.
You had a Jane Sport backpack.
Okay.
You remember those backpacks?
Yes, I
Jam
remember
Sport.
that.
No.
I did.
Jan Sport.
Yeah.
Jan Sport backpack. You don't remember that?
Never heard of that back.
Okay,
Yeah.
Speedy, you were not hip. Okay. I did this. Your hair was crimped.
Oh yeah.
I
The
still
crimping
use my
iron.
crimping iron. I use a big one. I have a big one in my that I use sometimes.
So that was a thing to do. And
Yes, to crimp your hair, and I could do it with the curling irons.
Oh,
You
you
know, I
were
had to
talented.
Yeah.
Oh, you just take it and you would bend it back and
No,
then
no,
move
no,
it
no,
down
no,
and
no,
bend
no,
it.
Just
no,
go
no.
down the
I
hair.
had those Dudleys. You remember I used to do hair, so I had the Dudley irons,
Oh.
and they were perfectly curved. So
Yeah, they
I would
were.
just take my time and do
Oh,
the
wow.
little. Yeah, I hooked
That
those
was
sisters'
hard.
hair up. Okay, you had some jelly shoes,
I remember jellies.
feet sweating.
Yeah, they still
Yeah,
out.
and
You
nasty.
should get jelly
And
now.
then your feet get dirty, but it had the print of the
Right.
jelly shoes.
The outline.
Okay, right. You wore bandanas.
That's
Band-
On our
headbands.
hair?
Yeah, and they
Okay.
have
Yeah,
Chris,
we did.
Chris
I'm looking.
Aguilera, Christy, what's her name?
Christina Aguilera,
Christina
ex-Tina.
on
She was
here.
ex-Tina.
Yes.
Now,
yes,
now
yes,
why
yes.
are we doing 96? I'm just curious. What made
Well-
you pick
We
this
pick a
year?
year every year.
on
Just-
on
okay.
Thursday,
I
it's a
mean,
throwback
everything.
Thursday.
Yeah,
we
So
pick
you
a
just
year.
happen to
Same
pick
time.
96?
Yeah.
96.
I kind of like
Last Thursday you did 95?
No, last Thursday. I don't know what we did.
2005. I think it was 2005.
Yeah, we did
last
2005.
time.
No rhyme or
It kind of
reason.
yeah, we did.
No rhyme or reason.
I'll wake up and go. Yeah, depends on what it is. But
Okay, wait a minute. I got to tell you about number 5.
Go ahead.
Baby G's. Do y'all remember those watches?
No.
You don't remember the Baby G's?
No.
Are they big or small?
They were kind of
Baby
big.
G's
They
is
look like jelly watches.
Oh,
Okay.
Y'all remember?
Okay.
Okay, y'all
I
want
remember
hip.
those.
Okay, now I had these, and I used to wear them. They'd be open
Oh,
down on the side.
overalls.
Overalls.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
I tried to wear that when we did the video.
Like
Well,
one snap.
You gotta have one down.
Yes.
And I had
Yes.
I had the Carl Kanai one.
Uh-oh.
Couldn't tell me shit.
Yes.
Nigga, I had,
Cross
and
colors.
I had mine flipped down. I'm at the party like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Speak. You gotta say, hey, Speak. Watch this. You gotta say, hey, Speak.
Hey,
Hey,
Speedy.
Speedy.
Speedy, did you have on a shirt under yours?
Oh
or
yeah,
you
had to have a
just-
shirt. Up. No, I ain't had. Yeah.
My baby daddy used to wear his overalls with no shirt.
Uh-oh.
So?
Just muscles, chest.
So what?
Come
You
on.
ain't
Yeah, that's
with
if
it
you
now.
had a chest, Speedy. You
Yeah.
probably didn't do that. What? I mean,
Well, he did. You had your
did you
midriff
ever have
tops
a,
around
did you ever
that
have a
time.
six-pack? I'm just
Ooh.
curious. I'm just
I
wondering.
apologize. to the panel.
Okay,
Fuck
what
is
about
here.
what about these, y'all? Y'all remember these? You probably know these little cutie patootie. They're still around. Slap bracelets.
Oh.
You had
Those
those?
were back then?
Yes,
I-
96. And these too. My daughter has one. The tattoo chokers.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Those are ugly.
the little choker. She's 9, Speedy. Don't call her choker.
I
ugly.
didn't say her. I
Thank
think those things
Thank
are
you.
ugly.
And what about the shell necklaces? Do y'all remember
Puka
that?
shell.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I
But
love
they
puka
made a
shell.
comeback because Puka Shell's actually in like 76, 77.
Yeah, but yeah, I love puka shell anything.
And the anklets.
And the
Yes.
Yes.
Then you saw
Yes.
a dude with one. You're like, oh shit.
But look on the picture. This is a guy who has a little
He's
shell
white.
necklace.
They don't count.
Okay, that doesn't
You
count.
don't count.
Okay, and then the butterfly clips. I never did those where they would tie the little butterfly clips, put them in. I never did that either. Scrunchies.
Yes.
yes,
Scrunchies.
did
Yes.
I still wear scrunchies to bed. Yeah,
You don't mess with your head?
no,
And
Well, it ain't your hair.
get a.
the kids,
Wow.
they're better.
This is Speedy.
Oh, you scrunch your shit. Okay, cool.
and the last one, I don't remember these bucket hats.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You remember?
Like
Oh,
top
the
hats?
well,
was
they're
that?
fisherman hats, but they call them bucket hats.
Yeah.
And then so Carl and I had one with the big thing right here. They Will Smith wore it when his hair wasn't that he would flip it up. But
Oh,
so
I
then everybody
remember.
got into it. So Nike made one, then then you get
Okay.
you get the guys that go get the Louis ones made. You buy a Louis. Supposedly you're supposed to buy a Louis bag, cut it up, take it to somebody, and they make the hat out.
Hilarious.
That's
I'm
a
not
lot of
gonna cut my
trouble.
Louis
Yeah.
bag. Fuck that.
Well, because Louis didn't make that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So when you saw it, you're like, that ain't real. And you go, no, the bag's in the kitchen. Cut it up. It ain't a bag no more. It's a hat because I need to be special. All right, so let's give you information one more time and let people know they need to get this damn app.
All righty. So the app is Earnster for teens. My name's Candice Walker.
It's at the bottom.
You can check us out at Earnster.co. The reason why it's co
Just about to ask.
is because
Yeah, the com was there.
all the comms are gone. And you
Really?
can pay money to get a comm. But
Wow.
I'm like, well, we're going to be an app, not a website. So, but the information about
Wow.
me and my team and some of the special programs we have going, I blog on there. Earnster.co.
Okay.
And see, I thought it was co because the parent and the child were cooperating.
Work together.
Yes.
I love
Okay,
that.
let's try that
Let's
commercial.
go with that.
Let's try it again. And what is the app again?
The app is Earnster for Teens.
Now, why is it Earnster.co?
It's Earnster.co because you
Parents.
can work together.
Coexist.
Co-work, cooperate, collaborate,
Yes. Okay.
coordinate,
Yes.
You just do some shit.
co-produce.
Co-produce. And get your kids involved. You get involved. I think it's a great thing to do. Get kids up off the couch doing things. And definitely my kids will be signing up as soon as I leave.
Yes.
As soon as they
Thank you
grab
much.
their damn phone. Get your ass on that site. Thank you so very much for hanging out
Thank
with
you.
us.
I'd
This was
love to come back
fantastic.
anytime. You guys need a guest. I'm not that
Don't
far
play,
away,
man.
you
that's
know.
good.
Don't play.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Blowing you up.
All right now.
Getting you on the app. Hey, Cole, come co-host with us.
All right, co-host. Give me some.
Right.
That's what I do. You think I'm just a cute face.
Right.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
so much,
well,
guys.
You're welcome.
What?
Take your time.
You know what, Pam? You doing too much. I'm just letting you know. We take a quick break. Come right back. It is the Rollout Show. Go ahead.
Hilarious.
I want to do the belly roll.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to be
no
genuine.
belly to
Just
roll
belly.
it.
What the hell, Pam?
What?
You are not a good friend. Just so you know.
I am,
understand that.
sweetie.
This is the
I'm your
Rollout
best
Show.
friend.
Well, allegedly.
Besides Jamie. I think it goes Jamie than me.
No.
It doesn't go
You
Jamie
look
than
further
me.
down, baby girl. I love you, but you look further
Oh,
down.
wait, where am I?
I'll tell you. We're going to do that in just a second. I like that.
Okay.
It is the Rollout Show right here at RolloutStudios.com. It's your boy, Speed Doggy Dog, the funniest motherfucker ever going to meet. Why, ladies?
Because you never gonna meet Jamie Foxx.
But come check out my new play at,
The Wilshire Taco Bell Theater.
and the play is called
Mama, I'm a Fraggle Rock.
Remember Fraggle Rock? Is that from
Oh, that goofy ass shit. Now,
Chat room said that's what I look like with my hair.
hilarious?
in the house, it's your boy Speedy. In the house, we got.
Nikki Pam.
Fraggle Tangy.
And on the other side of the glass, we got.
Y'all, I forget your son. That's cold.
Hey, man.
Shalom to the people.
Shalom.
You change your name. If you change your name, I can forget you.
Oh, wow.
Kwam Yashala on that point.
Kom Yashalo.
What does that
Shallow?
mean, Nick?
It just means Israel stand up. That's it.
Why not just say Israel stand up?
Sounds better that way.
What's about?
Has more meaning.
It's about aesthetics, right?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Tangy likes it.
I do.
Oh,
Y'all gonna stop this shit.
it makes you uncomfortable.
You
sweetie.
had the little family thing, and then Tangy like, Heaven High, hold up. At the Heaven High? Why are
That's
you
what-
here? Then Rocka come in and go, hey, Uncle Speedy.
Hey, that's my new daddy.
All right,
First
Stone
of
and
all,
Rock.
I would have to learn how to say heaven high in our native tongue.
I'll teach you, Tangy.
Thank you, Nick.
Again, y'all gonna stop this shit. Tangy, stop now. He a youngster. He don't know
Ain't
shit.
no youngster.
He wet behind the ears. It is 1996, but in the building right now, we got...
We have Ryan and Emmanuel. Ryan is a stand-up comedian, and that's Ryan, right?
Hey,
And
how's it going?
Emmanuel is a writer-producer, and he's wrote for Kevin Hart Presents Heart of the City and The Next Level. And Ryan worked on Beast Shazam, and he works at CBS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
All
do.
right.
You was at Beach Shazam?
Yeah, I'm one of the redcoats
think
that
he
stand in the
got
back.
Oh!
So
Yeah,
you,
'cause
so
I
you
had to
probably
make the
don't know
announcement.
me as.
I had to make the announcement. Look in the back, turn around. There's people back there. If something goes bad, because they cover up all the exit signs. Because when the camera swings by, it'll catch it. It looks goofy.
Right. Oh,
So they have to cover them up. But if something happened, you don't know where to go. You see the guys, the coach. You follow them. They walk you out.
And we walk you to the bathroom
Yeah.
as well. That's about it.
I think I've seen you before
Oh,
at Beach Shazam.
For sure, you
Okay.
seen Pam because her bladder is a pigeon.
Well, everybody knows me.
Your bladder ain't shit.
Mike, Mike, he does Seton. Never mind.
It is 1990. What were you guys doing in '96? You were probably not here.
I was being a year old.
Wow.
I was
Born in
just
95.
95. Yeah, I'm 23. I
Wow.
definitely was. I
You
don't
still
really-
think it's gonna work out? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bright-eyed.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic. But
And-
yeah, it'll work
I was
out.
in college wilding out.
Oh, you
Oh,
in
that's
college?
right.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
in college. We
What
talked
college?
about that. Purdue University.
Purdue.
Yeah.
Oh, my boy went
Right.
to Purdue.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
A lot of
He's
people think
Carlos.
it's-
He won America's Next Top Model.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
He
was-
won America's Next Top Model. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Okay,
Carlos.
that's what's up. Congrats to Carlos.
We had a great time on the set of Kevin Hart's thing, which and thanks again because they gave me opportunity to do that, which came out of nowhere, man. I thought it was dope. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was cool. We, during rehearsals, we had a great time. Got a
Yeah.
chance to chat it up. I told you I was from Gary. You tried to, clown on my city.
Yeah, 2 motherfuckers from Gary, him and Jackson. That's
Right,
it.
true that.
Shit.
What was it like growing up in Gary?
You know what? It's a steel city. It's a blue collar town. So it's literally like 20 miles from Chicago. So it's just a blue collar town. At that time, it was a couple 100,000 people. Typical neighborhood, good side of town, bad side of town. And we did typical stuff.
Black
you know.
folks, did everybody just drive past the Jackson's house all the time?
You know what? Growing up, it wasn't as we knew it, but once he passed, that's when a lot of craziness got involved. You
Right.
got the hustlers and the shady people, because people would literally fly from Australia, land in Chicago, rent a car, and drive to Gary because they think Gary was this opulent place that Michael Jackson
Stay
came
close
from.
on that mic.
So once they realized Gary was stick 'em up.
Pockets like rabbit ears.
Right.
But I mean, it's weird because you literally get people fly from all over the world. Chicago's the closest main airport. They rent a car, drive to Gary, and they would go to this neighborhood to see Michael Jackson's house, and it's nuts, man. So
Now,
yeah.
did they do anything to the house? They got a fence around
They
it?
put a fence around it now since he's passed away. Made it like
it
a
wasn't
museum.
before?
No, you could just walk up. No one really thought about it like that. It was like, hey, that's the house that Michael Jackson grew up in. That was it. Relatives stayed there, but once he passed, then it became this whole thing. People wanted
Like
to see where he grew up at.
Like a memorial type place? Like
Yeah.
Is it a museum now?
Is it?
Nah,
or
I think
no?
the family just owns it now. Whoever lived there now, they just kind of have people watching it right now, so nothing happens
Squatters.
to it. So, but other than that, it was a typical.
I don't know why they wouldn't turn that into a museum because they
You would
did
think.
for Elvis, they did for Prince,
Martin Luther King?
and I know they're not going. to I don't think they're going to do Neverland and where
Yeah,
people.
I
can walk
thought they
there.
would probably do Neverland.
You would
right?
think, but they haven't, huh?
Yeah, that's.
I think
What is-
because
what's
that's
happening
prime
with
property over there.
Yeah.
You know where it is?
Santa Barbara, right?
No, Neverland's. No, that's right. It is.
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
I was
I'm
like,
thinking
huh?
where the mom them live is Encino.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen
No,
that. I know where their house is with the
yeah.
gate and all
Oh,
that
no,
stuff.
you didn't know the street.
Yeah, that's prime property right there.
I know where OJ's house was.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Stay away from over there.
You can cut your way through the front yard. Too soon.
Too soon, Speedy. Too soon.
I didn't kill him.
Hey,
No, that's
man.
goddamn much. I didn't kill him. My friend, whose son is on team, he's a highway patrol, and he showed me the pictures. Like I never wanted to see him, and after seeing the pictures, I don't think OJ did. But that's for another time. 1996 is the number. A sound of a funky drummer. No, it got soul, brothers and sisters. All right, so now you're producing, right?
Writing, yes. For the last 2 years.
How you like that?
You know what? I love it. That's what I moved out here for. I literally, packed up, moved out here to write comedy, whether it be stand-up or sitcom.
Oh, okay.
Ultimate goal is to be a showrunner. So
Hey,
that's
you ain't
the
doing it.
goal. So
Good
linked
money
up
in that.
linked up with my man Joey Wells, and just you know Joey, so I don't have to speak how good of a brother he is, man. He just
I'm so happy for Joe. We all started at the same time, and again, sometimes your talent gets you where you need to be. And funny dude, he's always been funny, and he linked up with Kevin. And Kevin, when I made Clown, Kevin is one of the good dudes.
Yeah.
If you want a template of how you're supposed to be in this business as a black man and coming up, and when you get your success, you spread it among the people that surround you.
Yeah.
So that then you empower them. The same thing LeBron did with his friends. And a lot of people don't do that. When you empower your friends, it just grows you even more. Joey started off as a comic, start writing for Kevin. Kevin, now he's the executive producer of the show that we did, and I called him,
Next
man.
Level.
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, I'm so proud of you. And he's like, oh, man, I'm just do your thing. It's all good, because he was on the road at the time. And I just think the template that Kevin has is how it's supposed to be for black, if you're trying to come up.
It should be done like that.
It should be done like that.
I'm a fly on the wall when I go over to their office because that's a tight circle. So Joy brought me in, and he created Heart of the City. So I'm writing the opening, Kevin's monologue, and the sketches. So I'm getting a chance to learn firsthand that in the comic world, it's 1,000 people that would love to be right there, remotely close to those guys. So I'm just learning and asking the right questions, man. And you saw what we were doing with the Next Level, man. We had a great time.
Yeah, a great time, man.
That was inspirational. I was there at the crowd.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was up in the rafters, and it just was like so amazing to see. As a young comic, it was just like inspirational. You were clowning some guy for wearing a leather jacket or something, calling him Blade. You called him Blade or something. That was hilarious.
That's where I saw you at.
That must have been.
That's where I saw you
and in my eyes, I like to meet people. So as soon as it's over, I'm in the lobby, and my man would say, "You called me Blade. Hey, brother. You good? You good? I'm good. Hey, man, thank you for enjoying this show." Because I haven't had anybody that got mad at me, but they will touch me on the shoulder. Remember 10 years ago you called me Blade? Like, no. I was Little Jacket. Yeah, these motherfuckers I didn't call Blade in 10 years.
That's hysterical.
Great joke. I'm never going to throw that shit away. 1996.
So, you want to be a comedian?
I do.
Okay, so have you been on any comedy shows? Have you just? Speedy always says the best thing to do is just get on stage. Have you had that
I perform like once a month at the Comedy Store. I'm doing a couple spots at the in North Hollywood.
Nice.
Just trying to get my name out there, and just
only advice.
It's part of the grind.
It's pretty much what I said, but I wouldn't even do once a month. I would just go to comedy clubs and hang out.
Yeah.
And just be the first. If you're the first one there, and let them know you'll go first. Because most comics don't want to open the show up.
Right.
If you open the show up, you'll be the first one to go on. You can get your jokes in, and then they'll start to see, oh, this guy's. And the other thing, number one thing, if they ask you to do 5 minutes, you do 4.5.
Okay.
And the reason that is because if they have some big show and they need somebody to fill in and they need you to do 5 or 10 minutes,
right.
The club owner knows you're only going to do that time. Because when you go over, it messes up later on.
I rarely go over. Like, I practice. It's like a science. By the time I'm at the club, it's like, okay, 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
If I'm not there right now, I'm getting off the stage.
There you go.
I might be in the middle of a joke, and I'll just walk off.
Because it's about how it looks for the person who asked you to do the time.
Yeah.
And when you go over and some big show come in, but we need somebody to fill in, they won't do you because they're going to know this guy's going to mess our lineup up. He's going to go over. We had to get him to like 9 times. Yeah, you're killing, but you done fucked up the structure.
Right.
So that would be my only advice.
Thank you.
Definitely, man, want to see your stand-up. Are you performing anywhere soon?
Yeah, I'm at Flappers this Tuesday.
In
Burbank, yeah.
On
Flappers,
First Street.
Yeah. It's a pajama jam show. We're doing it like in our pajamas.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dick swinging. Got jokes.
Yeah, more than comedy going on.
I'm going to that one. Hey, bitches.
Pajama jam show.
PJ show. It's the PJ show.
You know what's funny is, this is when you start talking about the pajama stuff. So I'm watching, what's the new show on Ice Cube on VH1? The Hollywood Squares.
Oh, Hollywood Squares.
And China says that, I think it was China and the girl from Black Ink. They were talking about men and your lingerie is sweatpants. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I know. I had just said that on the show because I was saying that turns me on. It is nothing like a man in some sweatpants, and that's our lingerie to you guys. If you guys wear that, we good.
Wait a minute.
Now I know what to wear to the show.
But it's sweatpants, no draws.
Right, that's the part. She didn't say sweatpants with no draws.
I'm not that confident.
It ain't moving. There's no print. Gotta have a print. Gotta have that German Luger helmet showing. Have that helmet showing. Like, where your shit at? He said, I'm not that guy.
That was funny.
Fucking hilarious. You win that round. That was a goddamn show. You wearing the PJs?
You know what? I'm not going up. I'm actually doing an open mic before the end of May. I've never got on stage, but seeing you guys, been around Joey, Kevin, I've been inspired to just. And Joey's actually pushing me to do it. So.
Yeah.
I'm working
Yeah,
on some
man.
material. Before the end of May, I'm going to do like open mic and
Let us
respect
know,
the
man,
craft.
so we come out and support.
All right, definitely.
Now, what did you major in college?
My undergrad was radio TV production, and for some
Okay.
reason I went back and got a master's in English, which it actually is helping now with the creative writing and all
Okay.
that. Because I love writing. Like anybody that knows me knows I always have my backpack. I'm writing stand up for Joey with Joey, and he's giving me carte blanche to just write other stuff. And
Okay.
then so it's, I'm very in a blessed situation right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great camp to be in, man.
Yeah.
And what
Shout out
made-
to Kevin Hart.
What made you decide to want to go up?
I love comedy. Like I just remember as a kid, my mom had like the Richard Pryor records.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
That's a
just
good
like
one.
Here and Now was like one of the first albums I heard. Just I'm laughing and giggling, going back to school, reciting the jokes. And my mom's like, "You can't do that. I'm tired of coming up to that school for you." But I loved it. But here's my biggest thing, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. My biggest fear was getting booed.
Oh.
But listen to
Yeah.
all the comedians say, "Hey, that comes with the job."
Yeah.
Right.
So
Somebody
I'm
gonna
over
get-
that now
Oh,
over the
good for
last year,
you.
and where it's just like again the confidence from the the guys I work with and just being in the comedy clubs and seeing guys like Speedy and Chris Spencer and these guys that remember me just grinding when I first moved out here as a writer. So now it's like what, I feel confident to go do solid 5 and but still respect the craft
Yeah.
because at the
Right.
end of the day I'm more of a comedic writer than I am one of his stand-up.
And
Okay.
he's a great writer too, and so like when he writes for he has so much material that he could bring to the table for his own show, So it's about time that he got up there.
And did it.
Yeah.
Now,
He
what
was
made you decide?
yeah.
I started doing comedy when I was 16, actually.
2 days ago. Cool.
Yeah. No, and it just was I wasn't good at sports, and I didn't know.
You couldn't dunk? Get the fuck outta here.
I know. 5'5".
What did you try?
I
What
tried
sport?
baseball, which is the whitest sport of them all. It sucked, but
What position?
second base, and I got
Ooh,
a
that's-
head injury.
You think?
Yeah.
That ball is coming fast.
Well, it wasn't. I wasn't even playing. I just got a head injury on the sideline.
What happened to him? He fell off the bench.
That sound-
Swinging the bat,
Yeah.
get himself.
Yeah, and so I was out for the entire season, and
That sound like RG3.
His parents is up in the stands. Where'd he go? I hurt
one
myself,
game.
Mama.
That's funny.
Got a concussion.
And so I just started. I mean, I was talking to someone, and they were like, you're really good at making people laugh. And I was talking to them. I was like, yeah, that's like a good feeling in my stomach that I get when I make someone laugh. And so they were like, check out comedy. Next day I signed up, and I've been doing it. I did it a couple times when I was 16, and then it just was hard to keep up because you're 16. You have to do bringer shows. You don't know 21 up. They're the only people are your parents. And I frightened my parents after my first show, so I was just like,
Oh my God, what is he doing?
How did you frighten them? How did you frighten them?
talked a lot about my genitals.
Yeah, we know this.
He said he wasn't confident.
I'm gonna tell you something. You saying that, I think you got it. Cause
Yeah, that was
just
a
to even
quick
say
comeback.
that was nice and quick.
Yeah.
And if you don't give a fuck, hey man, I ain't confident.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
was
always wear some underoos because I look like everybody else.
Now, Speedy, what would you tell a new comic about, how would you advise them on worrying about getting booed?
Always gonna happen.
So
You
just
gonna
tell them expect.
You gonna take
it.
now? I've never taken.
Oh,
Now I've had shows I've done I wasn't cool with, but I have never got booed. Never ever got booed. Now again, no, I'm Virgo, very particular. I've done shows and went, God damn, I fucked that joke up. I messed up. But I was, like them. I knew when to get off. Like TK Kirkland got me my first show, and I go on stage, and my first joke. So when I started doing comedy in 90, 91, 89, 90, whatever it was, there was a commercial, a V8 commercial. And the V8 commercial went, the guy's drinking the soda, and he goes, damn, I could have had a V8. And he could have had a V8. Yeah. So I was like, that's funny. I'm going to do that on stage. I said, fellas, you ever been in the mall, you see a girl look better than yours, and go, damn, I could have had a V8. Well, that's what happened. I did just like I said, I want to thank y'all for coming out this evening. I've been Speedy. And got off stage. I said, you ain't going to boo me. So the other part of that, you can just get off stage. You can stay. The ego of you will go, no, stay in there. It ain't you. It's them. They don't get your jokes. No, what people have to understand, the people in the audience paid to go see comedy. So they did their part.
Yeah.
Now it's your part to make them laugh.
Right.
And not to be in yourself and go, fuck that, my shit funny. If it was funny, they'd have laughed.
They'd have laughed.
They ain't laugh, shit ain't funny, throw that one out the window.
I never got booed, Speedy.
Mm.
But you know why?
Angelina, I was there.
I never got booed, and you know why? I think I
It's
never
because you had
got
that big
booed.
ass. They wasn't about to boo.
Wow. Okay.
I think
We're
it was
going,
because
yeah, right to the jugular on that
I
one.
think it was because I
That's a
was
good trade-off.
speaking. You know, like it
They
was
wouldn't
like,
listen to
yes,
this, tell you,
sister.
they was looking at your
You know,
butt.
even the comedians would be out in the back saying, "What chapter in the Bible is Tangi coming from today?" So I think it was because I was talking about something. They didn't boo me.
No,
Sweetie,
Tangi.
stop it.
What? I
Get
just was going to
booed.
tell you.
I wasn't
can I raise my
necessarily
hand?
funny.
I
No,
know. I had
1996.
I was there.
I had a question for Speedy. How do
Yeah.
you? Well, you say you've never been booed. So how do you deal with like if you do a joke and it doesn't go over well, or you messed it up by mistake and it's just
I
like
just keep
silence?
going. I'm the only one know I messed it up.
Okay.
But I know I messed it up.
Okay.
So I got to get out of it and go to my next joke.
Okay.
It's like doing theater.
Yep.
In theater, there's no stop.
Okay.
The audience doesn't know you missed a line. Now, the writer, director who's standing off to his side, they know you fucked up, and your actor who's waiting on key words to give their lines know you fucked up. They'll just jump in. Now, afterwards, somebody's gonna say something to you, but no one knows you fucked the joke up until you go, I fucked that joke up. Now they like, you don't know your shit?
Yeah.
But that's the good thing about comedy is that you are the writer, director,
Yeah.
other actors. You're the only person. So I mean,
Yes.
it's an art form. It's actually funny that you mentioned getting off stage and knowing when to get off. I actually did a show last night, and the audience just was terrible. They weren't laughing at anything. So I did my one joke that I know works. I talk about how I kind of look
All right,
like
give
a
us a joke. Are you ready?
I talk about how
Go.
I don't like the way that I look because my parents, and I'll tell you why. I was doing a show in Los Angeles, and a woman comes up to me after the show, and she goes, "Hey, I have a friend that just transitioned to be a man, and he looks exactly like you." And, and that made me realize
that would make the audience. She would have went, oh. Fucked up. I'd have been like, oh.
And that's the reaction.
Well,
and
I
then I
mean,
talk about how I look like a lesbian, and I don't care what people think about me. I like that I look like a lesbian.
like,
so-
are you a tennis player?
So I tried that, and I was just like, wait, this isn't working. It's time to go. And that joke only lasts a minute, and I was like, all right, yeah, it's time to go.
I have a friend that's transitioning. You guys look alike. Like, what you supposed to do with that? Like, you supposed to go, okay, you want me to talk to him?
No,
Help him through this shit?
Here's why she said this. She goes, I just need to take a picture of you because I want him to get the same haircut.
That's the joke. That's what you got to add in there.
Yeah.
You got to put that in the joke.
Yeah.
That's the joke. That's the punchline of that whole joke.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
never
you
thought
have?
about
If you
that.
say, if you put that joke works.
Yeah.
That's why I asked him because I knew whatever the person said was that's the joke. So you still say it deadpan like you did, and the audience gonna go, and then you say that back part, you're gonna get your laugh.
Right.
What
Then you go.
comedians did you look up to? I mean, did you
We
say,
just
I
got
wanna-
here, Pam. Yeah. What, Rosie O'Donnell? 23.
Are there any?
I watched a lot of Carlin as a kid, actually.
Oh, he's
a lot.
funny, yeah.
Seinfeld. I mean, I'm like an old soul in a young body.
Carlin, you can learn from him because I think he did a special almost every year, and he had new material every single year.
Yeah, he was funny.
Carlin, oh my God, just drop down funny. Just funny, man. You studied
He's one of my favorite. I've studied the 7 words bit. 7 words you can't say on television is like my favorite bit. It talks about all
George
the words
Carlin. Yes. I forgot he did that. Yeah. So that's how you make that joke funny.
Yeah.
If you want,
I didn't do the whole joke, but yeah.
Don't do the whole joke. Just do.
Okay.
Say that part. Didn't say that end part. You in there.
All right.
Move to the next one. I should teach this. I really.
There you go.
Tangi,
You really should. I want you to start with me. Teach me how to do. If you can make me funny, Speedy, then.
Like part in the Red Sea. Huh?
Wow.
I can do it, Tangi. We can make you relevant again. It is Throwback Thursday, 19.
That was shade.
Did I go too
Did
far?
he just say
Too
I
far?
can make you
Relevant
relevant
In the
again?
comedy
Wow.
game, not in
Ooh.
acting.
Wow.
You're already much relevant
Well,
in
Ted, you
acting.
did have the abortion
I
joke
want you
early.
to know that I host for the Rollout Show and the Rollout Live comedy shows.
Teddy,
Uh-oh.
I don't feel sorry for you because you did have the abortion joke early on. Just
Oh, I
saying.
did.
Uh-oh.
So you had one coming.
Okay, I
So
did.
Pam
Okay,
actually
so
wrote
I'll
that joke
take
for
it.
me. So
I'll take it. Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
Why
Okay.
you look up? I know it's 1996, but nigga, they canceled that show, 7 Seconds, starring Regina King on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that.
I like it.
That was a good show.
It was so. Why? I'm like, I'm so upset.
Isn't she
it's
already?
still
She's
good,
directing
though.
another show though. She's
Is she?
directing a show with
now, one
women
thing
cops,
about
black women, family.
Miss
cops.
King, she worked. She's worked
Yeah.
since
She
227.
gonna find a gig.
Man, and I'll give it to her. You don't feel sorry for her because she's gonna be all right. And it was another. She was the. So what's the show? Well, the kids
Your
are real
story.
smart. They're all CBS. They're all like nerds.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. She plays the person who runs the college that they work at.
Oh,
And she killed that. She killed it. So she did like a whole year and a half of that character. So she works. I mean, that's sad that happened. but
I'm like trying to find the reason. I'm like, why?
They ain't gonna tell you why.
You'll read tomorrow.
They-
She
they-
booked
well,
something else.
Yeah.
True that. True that. though, she's always gonna work.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 1996. You were one.
And FYI, I just told y'all she's getting ready to direct a drama. So she's working as 5 black New York City police officers. So she's working
got another
2018 right now. Yeah, so she can't do everything. It's a drama based on the real life of these Southland. So now.
So I like that. All right, so freshman.
no.
You said freshman or sophomore year of college.
Oops,
Uh,
not Southland.
no,
but it
Freshman.
doesn't-
Your freshman
it's
year.
Yeah,
another show,
I was
but-
getting it in. Your show was on at the time. I mean, I'm in
What show?
Indiana.
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Jamie Foxx.
Wait,
show?
no, answer the question because I don't know.
He knew- Here's the thing. He knew what I was talking about.
Well, he should.
And
He was on it.
yeah, at that time, it was a lot of TV and film out that inspired me. Spike was doing his thing. These guys were doing their thing.
The
Chris
90s was a
Rock.
great
It was
time, man.
hip hop, man.
Yeah.
Ill Al Scratch, the Loonies. I mean, I'm just.
Oh, right.
But you had hip hop and R&B going at the same time.
Yeah, you were playing LL and Babyface
Yeah.
earlier. Those Shalimar sound.
You had
yeah.
there were a lot of black television shows. You had Jamie Foxx. Well, you had the WB. And
Yeah.
WB needed content, so they were taking on a lot of black shows or ideas or pitching. And it's just a lot of things going on. Some of the hottest toys of the Elmo.
Oh, Elmo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought the Elmo doll was the goofiest shit in
that
the
was
fucking
that
world.
was
But he's
my
still
shit.
big.
Yeah, the Elmo.
In '96, that was my shit. I was 1 year old. What could I say?
Thank you, mommy.
Yeah, I was
But
just saying, I
Elmo's
can
still
relate
hot,
to
right?
Elmo. Like, I don't have kids.
Right, yeah.
I bought my baby Elmo and she ran.
She didn't like it because it was a talking one.
She didn't like it, Elmo.
Hilarious.
And Nintendo 64, y'all remember that?
Yes,
Yeah.
with the Super Mario 64.
Yeah, it
Oh,
came
the
with that
best.
for $1.99.
$1.99. $1.99.
A lot of money back then. He's like, these kids are special as hell.
And Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I didn't get.
I didn't get the Beanie Baby thing at all. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then people were buying them, and you buy all these different ones, but they were right by the counter as you check out. That's what the Beanie Babies.
Right.
You
are.
want to steal them.
My baby has.
Rubik's Cube.
Oh yeah, that's the.
Did anybody ever figure that out? Anybody?
No.
No,
My
the
son,
formula.
he has a lot of different kinds of Rubik's Cube. What?
I get
your son's a
one
genius.
row.
Yeah, I get one
row,
side, that's
and,
it.
then,
Me too.
and then I'm like, I can't figure it out
Me
from here.
neither.
I got it every time because I just peeled the table off.
Now you know.
And
Speaking,
then
that's the
I walk
first
in and go,
time
look,
I-
y'all.
I did it.
It'd be crooked a little bit. Hold on. Fuck that
Hilarious.
cube. Cabbage Patch dolls. Didn't understand.
Never
that.
liked
I
it.
didn't
Like
like those
those, thought
either.
they were ugly.
Thought
Those
they were-
scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
They didn't have no
Yeah.
black ones. When they had a black one, you was like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Why her hair nappy? No.
They came with papers. I'm like, this is.
Yeah, they was a bit much.
Yeah, I'm like, they selling these. This is close to something else.
Yeah,
What about Buzz Lightyear?
My
Yes.
Toy
shit.
Story.
Remember this thing?
Yeah.
Wait, what's this little thing called?
Mogwais.
What?
Those
Who?
Mogwais.
Don't say
Fuck.
what it is.
Yeah, it's a fuck. What is that thing?
Could you not say that word with the toy?
That toy don't know me.
That was a trip.
Fuck that toy.
They don't have the names and stuff at the
Oh, I
bottom?
forgot we
Furbies.
can curse here.
Furbies, yeah, I remember Furbies, yes. Yeah,
You
Furbies
remember
are
those?
cute to me. Oh, thank you, Nick. That's it. Nick is on it.
Is that what that is?
A
Yeah,
Furby.
Furby,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a great one.
Little Furby.
Why would any black kid want a Furby?
If
they're
you
cute.
take the
Well, you were
batteries
born in
out,
Calabasas.
if you take the battery,
Calabasas.
Yeah.
You need to grow
Now,
up. on that.
Furby.
now the Furby, they talk, right?
I don't remember that.
Cause I have a Furby that
You
I
have?
keep. Yes, I keep it because over the years, as I babysit little kids, it's the perfect toy. Because the little
The
bitty
Furby?
child, that's like a baby or one or two, like Tanika Ray's baby, Mari's baby, Thea Marie's baby. Whenever they would come, and I would watch them, I would give them the Furby, and anything if you touch its face, it goes.
yeah, but it doesn't close its
Ear.
eyes. It never
No,
blinks. It's the creepiest thing ever.
The new Furbies blink if you pull
Oh,
their
thank
tail.
God.
Then they go.
That's
See, my dad would go, who
There's-
the fuck is that in there? Don't throw that shit away. Get the batteries out that goddamn thing.
Furby look like a gremlin.
Yeah, they go to sleep now. They laugh. They do a whole bunch of stuff.
I don't
They're-
think nobody making that much money.
They're good.
Remember the
babies.
Hercules dolls and action figures? I don't know if you want to call them a doll because the boys had it. You
Is
don't
it
call
coming
them
up
dolls.
on the screen?
What is?
The little pink things that he's showing us, or he's just
Oh,
showing
I'm
us.
not- I think he's probably just showing us on
Oh.
there. Lot of goofy ass toys. Some of the hottest cars out.
That was it. That's all the toys.
No, you keep going. I'm just moving, man.
Yeah, you moving fast though.
Yeah, they
I'm
had
looking over your shoulder.
they had some more, but some of them I don't remember, like the foam and color Barbie, or Tamagotchi,
What is a Tamagotchi?
or Sky Dancers. Now the Sky Dancers.
What is Skydance?
I've seen those because I bought my daughter a version. They're like dolls with wings, and you do something and then they fly up in the air.
That sound like
Do they
Vegas.
really fly?
Well, yeah, they'll go. And then
Oh,
they'll
they
get
spin.
lost
Okay, I know what
and
you're talking about.
something.
The spin ones, yeah.
But-
Hercules was really
But I
hot.
didn't remember them from 1996.
That sound like Vegas.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I bought my baby girl one, but she wasn't born in
She didn't like it?
96.
yeah. None of this is.
Oh yeah,
ringing
she
any
played
bells.
with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then
Right.
what happens is the bottom part gets separated from the top part. She loses that, and then the thing can't fly no more unless you throw it up in the air. Yeah, so it's
Shout
like,
out to Toys R Us, man. God, we're gonna miss that. Y'all don't know how much we're gonna miss Toys R Us.
Salute.
I
That's
know. I think
crazy.
someone's buying it or something.
They
But-
said
yeah.
I thought Amazon was it
It's
Amazon.
no,
Amazon.
it's one of the people who sells the toys that they sell in Toys R Us.
Mm-hmm.
So that no, it's like a specific toy. I forget which one. It's like a type of doll or whatever, and they're buying it just so that they can keep selling that toy,
Oh, wow.
essentially.
Yeah, I think it's so sad
Yeah.
because my kids, since even when he was small, Toys R Us was they would go in there and they could lose their mind.
Yeah.
And they'd run around.
We didn't
"Well,
even have to
what's
leave
this?"
with something.
Yeah.
We just like
Because you can play
freak
with
out.
it. I would always hit him with, "I'll get you that for Christmas. What else you want for Christmas? Point them out and I'll get it for you."
Oh, okay.
They ain't gonna remember that shit.
I'm sleepy.
well, make sure you use all your gift cards, people, by April 21st. So if
Shit,
you got a
that's,
Toys R Us
Saturday.
gift card, that's Saturday.
Look like she was letting us know some shit in time.
Yeah.
Make
Put it
sure
out
you
the
go
window.
and take your milk out the refrigerator.
Got 2 days.
That's Saturday. So you need to
trying
go,
to
and
see
if
who's
you
buying
got a registry, you need to switch it over to Target or somewhere.
Wait, this
Well,
is March.
Well, okay, let's do. Would you have, Pam?
No, I was trying to see who was gonna buy. Who he was talking about? Who's gonna?
That's dope if somebody does. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be really fantastic. Cause
Oh, CEO behind Bratz dolls.
Yeah.
And little
Yeah,
Tyke
yeah.
toys.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Brat dog. Oh, the
It lives.
brats.
He got that much money though. to
Yeah,
buy
the
toys?
brats.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah, them
It
brats
just-
ain't no
that's,
joke.
That's what the headline says. It says
Yeah.
billionaire buys Toys R
Yes,
Us.
no.
You gotta be to buy Toys R Us. Can't be
Shit.
us. Pam and Speedy buy Toys R Us. Well,
He
we
said
bought
he's
something
playing-
in Toys R Us.
They said he's pledging $200 million to try and save about 400 of the remaining 735 U.S. Stores.
So 700 of them.
He started a GoFundMe. Well, now let's not go there.
Does he need to go fund?
Yeah,
Well,
the page to raise more.
well, the GoFundMe is me buying shit at your store. How about that?
right.
And Amazon said we don't want to own Toys
Well-
R Us because we don't want to maintain that brand, but we will take some of your locations and put our stuff up in there.
Yeah, to
That's a
put
good
that
business
their
move.
shipping centers or something.
Yes.
I believe that.
I believe
That's
that
cool.
Because I be
too.
getting my shit.
All right,
hella
some of the
crazy.
hot cars in 1996.
Speedy said enough about Toys R Us.
Because I'm gonna miss them.
Okay.
The Audi, I never did like Audis. But, you know, whatever.
Well,
Audi A4.
you have an Audi, don't you? Is it an any?
An Audi on late.
Which one's which? I forgot. Which one's
That
Audi is the one that doesn't have like the little.
Audi is the-
That's
the
what it
big-
doesn't have.
Audi is-
That's the innie. Audi is the
Okay.
knob.
Okay, then I have an Audi. I have an Audi.
You have an
I'm
Audi?
very
Hilarious. I had
proud of it.
Good.
Way
good.
too much information. The Acura Integra.
Yes, I remember
Acura.
the Integra. They were hot.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
had three?
Oh wow, you
Wow.
And they were very expensive.
Oh.
At that time,
okay.
at that time they were expensive.
Yeah, that was like a luxury car back then.
The
Yeah.
Acura, which is it was not Honda. It was is it Toyota? No, it's Honda. It's Honda's elite brand.
Honda High.
BMW 328i M3.
Remember that?
Is that one
No.
that does
Is that-
Javon have that car?
No. And
He's
during the
like
90s, the
70s.
90s, you know, American cars were kind of funny looking at the time. The Chrysler had the Chrysler, they were all fucked up. Town cars, the Dodge Caravan. Remember the Caravan?
Yes, I do remember that.
All of those
Yeah,
moving
kidnapping
people
van.
cars. Wasn't sexy. Wasn't nothing cute. And then the Honda Civic, the Honda Prelude. All the girls used to have Preludes. Remember that? And if you saw a dude in a Prelude, it was his girlfriend's car.
I never had.
Trust me, no dude.
Prelude.
Oh,
with a
I
Prelude.
remember Preludes big time. Yeah.
I never had a
The
Prelude.
Nissan 300ZX Turbo.
That's closer.
You know
That's
about that?
nicer.
Two-door.
Yeah.
Oh, was it there? The two-door.
It's a
Oh,
two-door,
wow, yeah.
And the Nissan Maxima. I thought Maximas was
Oh, the
so
Wait,
Maxima.
fucking
I remember
dope.
my cousin.
I
Her,
wanted a
her
Maxima.
dream car was the Maxima. Her shit was so tripped
I
out.
thought the
You had to have the
motherfuckers-
tinted windows.
And that's
the
this one
rims.
here. And they had the little wing thing
Oh,
on the back.
yeah, that wing thing on the back. Yeah, for sure.
You get it lowered. And at that time,
She
the
was
Maxima
dope.
was $34,000.
34,000.
Wow.
Not too
That's
expensive.
expensive for then.
Well,
Heck yeah.
96?
Because I bought
That
my
was
car.
20
My car was
something.
96
96
That's
is-
22 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's expensive.
You think, man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
32,000.
And the Civic,
see.
let's see how much the Civic was $1,900.
Wow.
So $20,000 for the four-door Civic.
Wait, 1900 or
Well, 19,000. But you know,
I guess we're rounding up.
19,700.
Round it off.
Just round it off. 20K. If you got 20K, that's you. And everybody was driving those at the time. And I had this other. You're gonna like this one, Pam. I happened to find this, and I thought that the top. Oh, here it is. 25 most stolen cars.
Oh, let me guess.
In 96.
That's that Cadillac Seville.
Honda Accord.
No, believe it or not,
Was what?
Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme
Oh,
was
really?
number one.
yeah, I believe that.
Pimp Juice.
Nigga, who was stealing a Cutlass,
Cutlass
Supreme?
Supreme,
It's probably
96.
easy to start. I don't know why, but that was a car that was the second car stolen. Was another Cutlass. They're all top three cars stolen in '96 were Cutlass Supremes. I don't know why. They might have had
Ooh.
Dayton's on it, babe.
Yeah, remember that?
Honda Accords because they were easy to steal.
Yeah. Anything Honda's easy to steal.
Yeah.
Why is that?
The ignition, they had to change it. They were made out of a soft metal. So you. Should I be saying? Oh, fuck it.
Wait, is this still applicable?
You take the screwdriver and you take a hammer. You tap it in. It'll mess up the key things. You tap it all the way in.
Tap it in.
Put the vice grips
what?
on the back of it,
The booster.
and you'll turn it, and it starts the whole car.
Wow.
It'll just
Wow.
and start.
Now, why do you
And-
say my car is so hard to steal?
It wasn't no YouTube back then. You had to watch Me Too.
Watch your neighbor.
Yeah. Now what were you saying about you?
No, you were saying my car in
Infinity?
yeah, it said
Oh, you
that.
can't.
Why?
Because by that time they figured it out.
Oh, okay.
So BMWs were very easy to steal in the 80s, a little bit of the 90s.
Are they still now or no?
No.
Okay.
No. Everything's electronic now. So now.
Okay.
you-
So if it's electronic, then it.
yeah, if you got
Makes it
the
harder.
push start, ain't nobody stealing that.
Yeah, 'cause
Now,
that's what I got.
don't get me wrong, there are geeks out there who have maybe a device they made that will start. Like you see all these TV shows, and somebody's made a device to start the car up. They did that in the last Fast and Furious, where the guy hit the thing on the computer and started these cars up.
Oh wow.
Because cars, they work off of, they have Wi-Fi in them, and they were able to drive them off a clip. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but they make you think about it. That could be true. But like I said, back then, the only thing, remember the club?
Yes.
Once we put a club on our steering wheel,
Yes.
like that was gonna really do something.
They break in your car, take your stereo. You're like, God damn!
Right. Or they would cut the club off.
No, you had to cut the
would
steering
just
wheel.
Yeah.
and swing the
And
club
swing the
around
club
and come
off
take
then-
a look.
Yeah.
Or just put your car in a flatbed.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a bit
Dang,
much. That was
where
a bit
you
much.
from?
Downey. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
that's where they were.
I'm like, that sounds worse than Gary. They just pull up with a flatbed and take this shit.
Well, the lick back in the day in the 80s and 90s was, so if you had a low rider, you had a really, really nice car, so the car behind you would hit your car.
Yep.
Just hit you enough to make you go, motherfucker. And what do?
You get out.
You get out. Hey, motherfucker. And then dude with the pistol go, I need the keys. Oh, nigga. Really?
Now, was that a California thing?
Yeah.
'Cause I never
Yes.
heard about
It's a
that
Cali thing.
until,
For
like,
sure.
yo, this is what they do in Cali.
For sure.
That was a
it
Cali thing.
Yes,
Because
And
in
then-
Gary, they just get out and tap on the window.
And that was only in the 80s and 90s?
Well, that was the beginning of it. But
Okay.
then it stopped because, the little youngsters start taking the, what they call jacking the cars. And then they were taking the cars and there were babies in the back seat and it was shit
Okay.
like that. And then, so then that's when they created that show where the camera, there's a police car and it has a camera in it.
Yeah.
And the guy gets out and is running, but he walks like he's walking away. And they always do it in the black neighborhoods. Maybe, and they do it in the black, and then all the brothers be like, why he leave his car? And they walk over by the car. Why this car running? And then they act like they got in it. Is this his watch on the ground? And as soon as you close the door, it locked. And they have the thing control. They be trying to get out. And the police, the police come up. Whose car is it? This is my cousin's car. He was running back
said
there.
it was called a bait car.
The bait car.
Oh, wow.
They always put it in the black neighborhood. I don't know why.
That's crazy.
Sounds like Dateline.
It does,
How to
right?
catch a predator.
That was such a sad show.
I love that
Dateline?
show. Because they will fall for it every fucking
It was
time.
sad because it was,
I'm gonna go
it's
get you
wrong.
some juice.
Yeah. Motherfucker came with a bag full of condoms. Yeah, is Carol here? That white dude come out. He still want to talk to him. Yeah, how you doing? Is Carol here? Are you Big Daddy 4? Yeah, that's me. And they still looking for the girl. Like, oh.
That's
And
a
they bring
sad
like
show.
wine over
Yeah.
to like a 10-year-old's house.
Oh,
and
my
it's
God.
there, it's
And
awful.
so at first they got in trouble because they would let those guys go.
Yeah, why
Oh,
did
really?
Because
They
they didn't
would
know
let
they
it go?
Yeah, in the beginning, because they didn't know they could, have the police there. So then when people started complaining, like, why are you letting these people go? So then motherfucker be like, well, can I go? And dude was like, yeah. He's been in that corner.
I
why
actually
they
just
did that.
I saw something recently that was like in Canada, this guy was trying to do that, trying to be a predator, and
Try today.
and the parents caught onto it and were at the door waiting for him and tied him up till
Oh,
he could
wow.
call the authorities. They called the authorities and they were like, we have this guy who's trying to have sex with my daughter. Ample proof. There's like a conversation. And they just let the cops were like, no, we're not going to come and do anything about it. So they just kept him and just kind of beat his ass. And
I was finna say,
That's what
because
you do.
trust me, I'd be like,
Really?
hey, somebody in my house. And
yeah.
that's all you heard was,
Speedy,
But
the
since-
Kid M says the Catch a Predator was canceled because one of the accused committed suicide and then the family sued.
Oh.
Well,
He shouldn't have been there trying to pick no 13-year-old up.
And
Like,
I think one time on this show, maybe next week, I want you to come up with all the lawsuits that are like we did this thing about frivolous lawsuits, and there was a guy who broke into a house. So the family's been on vacation for 2 weeks. He breaks in, he's having his way, and he decides to fix something to eat, and the food he's eating is spoiled, and he gets sick. And
Don't tell me he sued the people.
he sued them.
Stop the
He
madness.
sued them and won.
Stop.
Yes.
He broke into their house, ate some food that
that was-
wasn't for him, that he stole,
And got
Wow.
sick.
sick, and sued
How did he
them.
win that? Like on what
I
grounds?
don't. Well, you find out. There's lawyers.
squatters'
I mean,
rights.
yeah.
But it was.
Well,
I
how
don't know if
did-
it was squatters' right, but I remember us doing a whole thing on that. I will do it next week for sure, where people can flip it just like that. This
Yeah.
guy,
crazy.
even though he killed himself because he was doing something fucked up, the family could still sue because they're like, well, y'all caused this. No, he started this shit, but in the public eye, because most of these companies don't want any kind of negative thing. They'll go, okay, we'll just settle, and they'll settle and then just keep it pushing.
Don't try that over here.
Yeah, don't choke me here, nigga. You breaking this motherfucker, you gonna get tossed up like a motherfucking salad.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Well, not like a tossed salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gay.
So on this list is a lot of American-made cars. The Cadillac,
Yeah, I know Kevin.
Oh my goodness, Speedy, you can't tell me something we're gonna do next week. I'ma hold it though.
Why? Give me one.
Here's one. A man sues his hostage for breaking their promise not to call the cops.
Oh my
Oh
God.
wow.
But did he win?
Let's see if he won. That is
It's one thing to
crazy.
say I sued. There's another thing to
Thank
say you
you.
won.
That is crazy. He was never really hit. I was still back in. Okay, Demick was a murder suspect who was running from the police with some degree of success. Unfortunately for him, the tires on the stolen car were flat due to the police stop sticks he run over during the chase. So needing a place to lay low, he got out, banged on the door of Gerard and Lindsay, a pair of newlyweds, figuring that he was going to go on a crime spree. He might as well go all the way, so he took the couple hostage. Oh, he took the couple hostage in the cell. At that point, they were able to gain his trust by feeding him a nutritious and delicious meal of Cheetos and Dr. Pepper.
Shit.
And then they settled in to watch Patch Adams. And the guy dozed off. They called the police, and the rollies called the cops, and they captured Demick shooting in the process. Oh, the lawsuit. Okay. To be fair, the victim struck first, suing Demick for $75,000 in damages, but he felt that not only should they not sue him, but he was the real victim here. So he countersued for $235,000, claiming that they reneged on the deal. Let me see if he won. Shockingly, he lost. I hadn't read all that part.
You know you just went to the bottom.
But
he lost.
look, the bottom.
Give me information.
For people that want to follow me, I'm on Instagram at Evrum, Evrum. That guy E.
That guy E.
Yeah, and also the next level's coming out. It's in post production right
Yes.
now, and then Heart of City's coming back out. So we're going into pre-production in June,
And that's where they go to different cities.
yes,
And look
it's a very cool show, man.
Yeah.
We go, we location scout. We don't pick comedy clubs per se. We try to find like those hidden gems, the back alleys where you guys start from, to show like, hey, this is the beginning, and what you guys are doing, this is the output. So yeah, it's Heart of the City.
Michelle really
I'm gonna hold up a sign, say quiet on set.
Michelle's really
why
having
we
her
have
own
the other
conversation
side.
over there. She like erasing the board.
Yes, Heart of the City. Kevin Hart presents Heart of the City. No, we're in pre-production right now for the
Yeah,
third
but-
season.
But what they are doing, what they're doing is
It's showcases.
showcases. So they
Yes.
okay.
Morris is DJing.
Yeah, so let me tell you how this
Go
works.
for it.
Tell you how
Tell
it works.
us how it works.
So
Speedy.
because the show does so well, there's promoters and very small promoters in other cities who want people to come to the comedy club. So how do you get them there? Well, I say I'm gonna do a showcase of this. Showcase is very small at the bottom, but it looks like Kevin Hart is coming there to do a show. And you're showcasing all these comedians that you don't have to pay because they want to be on that thing. So they may have a scout to go and look and say, okay, I like that comic, this comic, this comic. So it is a showcase, but it's more about generating revenue for the comedy club because it goes, oh, you can use this name.
This heart.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
okay.
So
'cause
so
a
it's just
lot of-
another way to make money.
Because a lot of
Another way
cats
to
will go up
make
at a
money.
showcase
Yeah.
too. You'd be there 2-3 hours.
And it'd be
watching
like
guys do it.
so it's at least 30 comics or 20 comics. So if someone's paying, they get to see all these comedians, and they're only gonna do like
5 minutes.
5 minutes at the most. That's what they're gonna do. And do you guys usually send someone to host, or they use their own host?
They use their own host, and what happens, we get the footage, and as you know, we sit there and we look through all these comics from 8 different cities, and Joey and execs at Comedy Central, they make the the final say, or I think he has the final say, and it just goes from there, man. It's a good show. I met some really good comedians. I befriended a young brother down in Birmingham, Alabama, Funny Man, because of the show.
Funny Man?
Yes.
Funny Man?
Funny Man. Funny Man. His real name is Jermaine, so it's Funny Man. However, he pronounced it with the
Funny Man.
Alabama accent. Really good
Hey,
brother.
man, Funny Man, Mike. Hey, man.
He does the Stardome down in Birmingham.
I've been there.
Yo.
I've been to Stardome.
Yes, that's his spot. He's hysterical. He just sold it out this past weekend, 4 days in a row.
Stardome, dope ass comedy club to go to. And the whole top part are still stars. Hint.
Stardome. Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Ryan Gild Comedy. And yeah, I'll see you around the circuit, I guess.
Well, Ryan, we're gonna help you out with this one. Start that over again. Watch what we say. Ready? And give me information.
If you want to follow me on Instagram.
For what?
That's everybody.
I was getting ready
For
I
what?
was gonna
And we
say,
do that,
so,
somebody
I
don't know.
was gonna say for what or so.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you
We
were
either
doing.
go for what, and the other person be like, oh my God. That's not going to follow me? No.
What was your Instagram?
Evrum, letter EVRUM.
And
Ryan was
Ryan-
RYANGUILD.
No, GILD.
Oh, you gotta tell black people that.
is there another way to spell them out?
Yeah, Gild.
Like the Writers
G-U-I-L-D.
Guild, like,
Because
yeah.
I'm an actor, Screen Actors Guild.
Allegedly, you're an actor.
Wow.
Yes, or actress. Why is it not an actress?
Okay, so Ryan, RYANGILDCOMEDY.
Yes.
And your next show is?
And
April
EVRUM.
24th. Yeah, at Flappers.
April
Yeah.
24th, which
And you
is
have to wear
Monday.
your
That's
pajamas.
Tuesday. That's Tuesday.
Men, no underwear.
And when we come back, Speedy's gonna tell me where I list on the where I rank on the list of his best friends. Just saying. Go ahead.
And she did the sniff.
I mean, you're on the list, Pam.
I want to know where I'm at.
I mean,
least
you ain't
you're on the list.
You're
I'm
not
not
on.
on the
You're not on
list.
page 3.
At least you made the list.
Yeah, you're on the list.
You getting in?
But it's gonna be a minute before I get to you. It's like, no, they ain't home. Fuck. Hey, you busy? Cool.
Pam, I didn't even make the list. One time, Speedy called me and asked me a question. I said, Speedy, I didn't click. He was like,
You know he don't like too much conversation.
Yeah.
But oh my God, you was gonna actually talk to him.
I did. I was getting ready. He was like, Tangy, you know, I need a phone number because I left my phone. I said, oh, I don't know that click.
What else did you want me to do? I wasn't going to. So how's your day?
I was going to say, but I'll make a phone call if you
No,
want.
you did. If you don't have what I need, that's like,
It was click. Yes.
because I know you can keep going. Heaven
And-
high.
and
Now I
he-
got to hear
and
heaven
he-
high news.
And he didn't say bye-bye.
Oh, never know.
See you later.
I'm going to do bye-bye
I'm
now.
out.
We got to take a quick break. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Come
Thank
back.
you.
Thanks
next
for having
Thursday.
us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
It is 1996. The music now, and some of y'all going, why are you playing the same shit?
Yeah.
Toni Braxton. What? She's only like, what, 5'1"?
She is. She's shorter than I am.
Yeah. I met her at a
Not that I'm
comedy club in ATL, and she gave me a hug. She's like, you're so funny. And I was like, you're so tiny.
Yeah, she's
She's a
very
little
tiny.
tiny lady. I'm pretty sure Cajun's way taller than her. But you're like, what, 5'?
Brittany's taller,
5'7"?
right?
That's tall for a girl.
5'8". Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5'8" is definitely tall for a girl. 5'7". What?
Is this the?
Pam, you like 6'2", 6'1"?
I'm taller than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not, Pam. I am
I'm
6 feet.
5'8".
I'm 6 feet. What are you talking about?
Are you really 6 feet?
Or is
Speedy?
that industry 6 feet?
No, I'm not. Yeah, yeah, about 3 on that.
Uh-huh.
It is your boy. It is the Rollout Show right here, rolloutstudios.com. It's your boy, Sweet Dog Dog, the funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. Why, ladies?
Because you never go meet Jamie Foxx.
But you can come to my play at the...
Wilshire Taco Bell Theater.
And the play is called...
Mama, I'm short, but I can still make it work.
Yeah, you make it work. It is Throwback Thursday. It's
Hilarious.
1986 on a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
Yeah, a lot of things was
Okay, I got
going on in 86. Well,
96.
Yeah, 96. Sorry about that. What was the gas prices? Anybody know?
Oh, I didn't get to that.
Yes,
Tangelina?
I do know the gas prices,
You
as
do?
a matter of fact, and they were very different than the gas prices for today. Let me tell you how different the gas prices were. Well, because you know it was related to everything. The cost of a gallon of gas in 1996 was $1.22.
Oh my God, I miss those days.
What?
A loaf of bread.
Hold on.
Yes.
$1.22?
$1.22.
I could fill my truck up for like, it would be $30-something.
Ain't that something?
$30-something.
Mine
Isn't
would
that
be-
something? Damn. The average cost of a new house was $118,200.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, that's
Sweetport. They
The
ain't need it.
average
Yeah.
monthly rent.
Average across the U.S.
Oh, I remember this too because I had this fly studio.
Mine
It
was
$550.
$650.
This
my
was,
my
it was
rent was $650 then.
it was $554 a
Mine was
month.
$650.
You was in the Valley?
No, I was in Culver City in Palms, on Clarington.
I always wanted to live over there.
In Palms for like 10 years.
Y'all don't understand. The Palms. Okay, let me explain this shit.
Take your time, Speedy. Take your time.
Off of Venice.
Yes.
So everyone's
Motor.
trying, you're growing up, you're trying to find somewhere to live. You can live in the Palms off of Venice Boulevard,
And Motor.
and
And
on this
Overland.
side is Culver City, and straight, you gotta go straight, it'd be Venice, then Venice Beach, so forth, so on. But if you lived in the Palms, let's put it this way, Pac and Snoop lived in the Palms.
Yeah, they did, and there was a shooting at that park that was right by my house. I could walk across the street to that house. To that park.
You don't understand.
It was nice.
All the fly people lived in the Palms.
Oh,
That's what you want to tell a girl.
Yeah.
Ask me where I live.
Where you live?
Palms. You always got to put a snip on it.
Oh, that's what Nikki Pam got the sniff from.
Because you letting them know, nigga, I'm not funny. Nigga, fuck you talking about?
Right. And I live in the Palms.
What did you? Your sniff was different than ours.
Let me see. Watch this.
But she landed like a little
I
puppy.
live in the Palms.
No, like you trying to smell me. Bitch, I smell.
Let me see.
Do it.
I live in the Palms.
No, you don't have to do that.
This bitch smell. Now watch this. Do it, man.
Okay. Where you live, sweetie?
I live in the Palms.
Yeah, see, do it her way. Okay, do it again. Do it her way so she can see your.
Do it her.
Do it her way.
Do it to me.
So,
do it the right way first.
You ask
Where
me.
you live, Speedy?
I live in the Palms.
Okay, now let me see how.
Okay,
I do.
you
Now
try
watch
it.
it. Ask me.
Where you live, Speedy?
In the Palms.
Okay, here I go. Here I go. Watch this.
Yeah.
Okay, ask me where I live.
Where you live, Tangy?
Yeah, I live in the Palms.
You didn't even sniff. She moved her cheek. You got a twitch.
Come out.
Something wrong with your look.
Okay, well,
I'd have been like, this was crazy as cat
one
shit.
more time.
Look, she's sitting there doing like this, man. Look. Like, is this? And then she went.
She had a nervous twitch.
She did like this. She went. This bitch crazy. I'm not fucking with her.
Here, one more time. Last time. Ask me where I live.
Last time. Where you live, Tangy?
I live in the Palms.
No, now you smelled the mic. You went. Somebody
You can't
breath.
do it, Tangy. Oh,
It's
well.
just, but yeah, the Palms, Pam.
We need to shout out to her.
And that was what was that a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom?
I had a 1-bedroom.
600.
I was there from 96 to probably 2006.
I'm gonna tell you.
No, probably 20.
If
I
you
was there
could
about
live
like 2010.
back then, if you lived
I was
in the
there for a long
Palms,
time.
I'm telling you, you was doing life right. 'Cause
Okay.
all the fly people lived
Wait a
there.
minute, here it goes. Okay.
When I
okay.
left, it was like a
Court
1,000
told me I
something.
got to look off like The Rock. Okay, so ask me where I live. Ask me where I
She
live.
really wants to go work on this.
Ask me where I live.
Well,
Here
hopefully
you go.
her actress
Here I go.
part kick in.
I'm a-
It hasn't
She
kicked
ain't
in yet.
working
I'm
now.
trying. I need a mirror. Okay,
Okay.
I live in the Palms.
No.
No.
Why are you staring up?
Court told me to look off. a little.
No.
I live
You
in the
rolled
Palms.
up. You do like this. I live in the Palms.
Do it again, Speedy. Do it again,
You
Speedy.
look like it's something wrong with
Let
you.
me see.
Oh,
Do it. Look over here,
duh.
me, Speedy. Do it,
oh,
Speedy. Do it. I'm gonna do exactly what you do. Do it, Speedy. Do it, Speedy.
It's a swag.
Okay,
Come
do
on,
it,
Pam,
Speedy.
go
Do
back.
I do it
Ask me.
good.
Ask me,
Let me.
Pam.
Okay, Speedy, where you live?
What? Live in the Palms.
Okay, here it goes. Look, ask me now. Ask me
Speedy
now.
licks his
I'm
bottom
gonna
lip
do
after-
what Speedy did. Okay, go ahead.
Where you
Ask
live,
me.
Tangy?
So what you a snake?
That's what you did.
I did
I live,
not,
I live in
Tangy.
the Palms.
No.
Why you fall asleep on the mic? Nigga?
Do it, Nikki Bam. Do it, Nikki Bam. Do it, Nikki Bam.
We're not doing it no more.
Wait a minute. Where you live, Nikki Bam?
Pam.
Where you live, Nikki Bam? Where you live, Nikki Bam?
I'm so tired.
Where you live?
Okay, do me.
Where you live, Nikki
No, I
Bam?
have no more sniffs left. They're all gone.
Now, I want
Do
you
me,
to do it.
do
Where
me.
you live?
Do me. I said, do me.
Do Nikki Bam.
You gonna fuck up, you know that,
No,
right?
fucking hell. Okay.
Pam, where you live?
I live in the Palms.
Okay.
See, I was good. My
Okay,
shit-
I
my
got-
shit-
I
No!
I
We
live
don't
in- I
care
live
no
in the
more,
Palms.
Tangy.
No, you plus your heart.
Nigga see it with the dreamy eyes. You gonna scare the shit out of somebody. You was like, where you from? Chicago.
I live in the Palms.
You don't
You can't
sniff
do it.
at them, Tangy.
I live in the Palms.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
We actually try to do shit. And niggas is like, why are they sniffing?
Okay, all
Shout
right.
out to an actress. You ain't getting no Academy on
For
this
that
one.
shit.
Not for sneak.
You can't even get an Emmy.
You terrible.
Not for sniffing. Did you know Princess Diana and Princess Charles got divorced in '96?
Which they thought would never
Oh,
happen.
yeah.
You can't
Yep.
divorce
Yep.
the queen.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Because that means she back out in them streets. Well, she had the accident.
In the streets.
Yeah, she had the accident.
Yeah, on the streets.
Pretty
yeah.
bad right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else was going on in 1996?
Are we doing me now? Or
Well,
we
she was going to finish that out.
oh, I thought we were done.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I got distracted.
Also in 1996, do y'all remember when they had that meningitis epidemic?
No.
Y'all don't
No.
remember that?
Mm-mm.
Or do y'all remember that cow disease?
Damn, Nick,
Oh,
you hung up
Crazy
on
Cow.
You
the
remember that? You remember
Was
that?
it Crazy Cow or
It
where
was.
the cows are like?
Call again, Nakia.
It was a mass slaughter of cows,
Yes.
and so they stopped letting people sell beef like they were selling
Yeah.
it. Yep. Also, this was also the year eBay asked eBay and Ask Jeeves. Y'all remember that?
Mm-mm.
You remember Ask Jeeves, where you could? It's still around.
Yeah,
isn't
that
it?
was like the first version of Google.
Yeah.
Yep, it's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And the first ever cloning of a mammal, Dolly the sheep.
Oh, I remember that.
You
yeah,
remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep, you remember that.
All right, Pam, go do yours, and I'll follow up.
All right, I am doing. What am I supposed to be doing, Speedy? Which one do you want me to do?
Do TV,
TV
shows.
shows,
Yeah, do
all
TV
right.
shows.
TV shows.
Top TV shows.
Okay, the top TV shows that we talked about earlier. I guess I'll go from 10 on down.
Okay.
Touched by an Angel was number
Yes,
10. I hated
Ravagella.
that shit. You like that?
I ain't
No,
like
I didn't
that.
watch
I
it.
thought it was
I
too
never
soft.
watched that shit.
I'm
I
cool.
didn't watch it either, but I love
Number
Ravagella.
9 was Home Improvement.
Didn't watch that.
I
one
love
either.
that. I thought that shit was funny.
I watched
liked
it
it.
because I knew he was like
A comedian?
He's one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
I
you
thought
didn't
he
like
was
the
a brother.
dude behind the gate that they only showed.
I thought that was dope.
I
I
love
thought
that
was
shit.
because
Yeah, yeah.
they had to figure out
Yeah.
every time how to make it where you didn't see his whole face.
Right.
And I thought that was fucking dope, man.
I love that. Number 8, The Single Guy.
What was that?
Single guy.
Isn't that with your boy?
I vaguely remember
The
single.
single guy?
No, that's not with him. Is that the one with the old boy? Okay, let's take this
We
call.
got a call.
Hopefully Nakia got through. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Ooh.
Hey, Nakia. How you doing,
Nakia.
love?
Hey, baby girl. You don't really. You
We'll
really
give you a
call.
light. We'll give you a light.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm calling from the Bay. So
Hey.
From the Bay.
in
There you go.
1996, I was a senior at Berkeley High School.
Ooh.
A senior.
He was getting out in them streets.
Yeah, that was also the year I first met Speedy.
Oh.
He got real quiet.
Look, okay.
And how was that?
Yeah.
Did he try to impregnate you?
No.
Oh.
Hey, I don't like how you said that. You can go a little slower answering that. Don't answer that fast.
No.
And, okay, well, what happened when you met him, Nakia?
No, I met him through my cousin, and I just said, hi, how you doing, and that's it.
Was he nice to you?
Always.
No.
Oh.
Because you weren't nice to me when I first met you, so I knew that.
I was nice.
No, you weren't. You were too big shot.
Did he sniff? Did he sniff at you?
Yeah, I got the whole sniff and everything. Yeah, okay, what's up?
Oh wow.
What do you remember about graduating high
You
school?
must not be fluffy. That's why.
What the fuck?
No, I was fluffy. But I remember about high school was just my senior prom. Just our theme was fire and desire, and
Oh wow.
Hey.
fun.
Did they play? Y'all play the song too? Fire and Desire.
We played the whole song because I remember the year before it was a 2020 song and it ended way too soon. So we played the whole Fire and Desire song.
Oh, I
Now,
love
did
it.
you get some after the prom?
Oh wow.
Of course.
See, you thought she was gonna be like, no.
I did. I thought she was gonna say no.
Right, me too.
Hey, I'm going with my kids on prom night.
What were your colors?
Red and gold.
All right.
Mine was green and
We were the
gold.
yellow jackets.
I love it.
Like
I
Now,
love it.
looking back when you graduated and then what you're doing now, are you close to what you wanted to do and where you are now?
Actually, no. I took a totally different route.
Okay.
Back then, I wanted to do biotech.
Okay.
Oh,
But got
wow.
laid off 6 times in 2 years.
Oh, shit.
okay.
So
Maybe it's you.
Now I'm doing admin.
What is that?
Administration.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
You know.
Oh, and you're talking to us while you're at work.
Everybody can't know everything.
Right.
So you're at work and you're trying not to laugh. How do you do that without laughing?
It's very, very hard, especially with y'all.
I know. So when you have like your headphones on, so you have it like
Do I
planted
have a headphones?
from your phone or through your computer at work.
My computer.
Oh, okay. So they must not be tracking how long you on the internet.
Right.
Because I had a job that did that. That irritated
Well,
the
thank
fuck
you
out
for
of me.
being a fan. We appreciate that. And I'm sorry I was not a nice person at that time.
It's okay, because when I met you again a few years later, you was a little bit nicer.
You
so
think?
that's why
You think? That's what I do.
Did he try to hit the kid? Tell you. Michelle left.
No, he was dating my cousin, so no, he didn't try to hit.
Oh, he was already hitting somebody in the family.
Who's your cousin?
Oh wow.
Brownie.
Oh, now I remember.
Is that the one that?
Shut up, we gotta go. I'm sniffing. You see me sniffing? Damn.
Oh wow.
Thank you for the phone call.
Thank you, Nakia.
Great
now
call.
I totally remember now. Okay, moving on. Now,
you know, Nakia, if you want to post a picture, you can hashtag Rollout Studios.
what else TV shows are
I
hot?
was doing TV shows.
Yeah, you was doing TV shows. You get distracted.
I do.
Pam.
I was like,
I don't know why you get so
I
distracted.
said, we didn't remember single guys. So 7, they said Monday Night Football, and then that rating was 16.0
That's a
at
lot.
the time. Yeah, it is. Number 6, I don't remember this. Fired Up. What the fuck
I don't
was
remember
6?
that
Fired
either.
Up.
I have no idea.
Find out what that was, Sandy.
Yeah, and then 4 was a tie between Friends and The Naked Truth.
Never watched it, and didn't like Friends because they didn't have no black
I
friends.
love Friends.
Nope,
they had one black friend. They had
no.
the girl
that was
be on
later
the
on.
talk now.
That's
yeah.
later on.
They
though.
had to do that because of the pressure.
Yeah, because they had no black friends, and you this
In
time
New
of
York,
year, no
in
fucking
New
New York,
York,
no black
right.
friends. Fuck you.
And 3, Suddenly Susan, which I thought was fucking hysterical.
No, didn't like that either.
You didn't like that either?
No.
And number 2, Seinfeld.
Now here's the thing about Seinfeld. I never was into it when it was out, and then I think it was Corey or somebody said, "Nah, bro, you gotta watch it."
It's funny.
So I binged on it, and I never. It was just excellent writing.
It was a smart show.
And those who don't know, he had now. Each show is probably assigned maybe 9 writers, maybe 6, 7 writers per show. So he had the staff writers for the show, and he had 16 writers for him. So Seinfeld had 16 separate writers that helped write on that
That's
what he
crazy.
had. So that means you got 16 minds giving you great jokes, and you take them as you go, and that's what makes things funny. Is you got to have people around you that know who you are, know your rhythm, but just put enough around you to give you enough stuff to work with. But yeah,
Well,
Seinfeld.
Fired Up, I don't remember Fired Up at all.
Wow,
It was an American sitcom that aired on NBC for 2 seasons and 28 episodes.
Well, how was that in the top rating?
Yeah,
that year?
it starred Sharon Lawrence as a self-centered promotions executive and Leah Remini as her
Remini.
Remini as her
Remini.
mouthy assistant. And when the pair got fired from their jobs, they teamed up to create a business as equal partners. And the tagline was, "First she got fired, then she got fired up."
Oh, they went a long way to make that work.
Yeah.
They did.
Number 1 show was
ER. We talked about that earlier. ER.
I never watched ER.
I did early on, then I fell off.
He couldn't play basketball, but he could act.
I'll say this: if you are a writer out there, and if you look at television, I think those shows that work all the time, no matter what they are hospital shows.
They do.
ER,
Or
and Cops.
in the Law and Order type,
Law and
the,
Order
the
kind of
court,
thing.
whatever you want to
those,
call it.
and our dramas pay so well. Pam, you don't understand.
Oh, I know they do.
And the
Tangy
residuals
knows.
are excellent.
The residual
too.
is close to what you got at the beginning, right, Tangy?
It's very nice.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of foreign residuals. A lot of foreign fans. I mean, it's really nice. But it's
Does
long
it take
hours.
6 months to get it? I think.
I don't really
Because I know,
remember
like
'cause-
someone said, they saw me on In the House.
Oh, for that, yeah.
So,
Don't even look for that.
For sitcom,
Just be surprised.
it's 6 months from the time you saw it, and then it's whenever that pay period for that, because it comes every 3 months.
yeah.
So it's really like 9 months away from me actually getting a $45 check.
I like to be surprised.
Some of the top movies, some of the dope movies in 1996. Independence Day, like we said before. Mission Impossible, the first one. Oh my God, Cruise killed that. He killed it. It was fantastic.
Was that when he was married to that other lady?
When he jumped on the couch, yeah. Transporter,
Oh, hilarious.
transporting, or
Transporter.
yeah. Twister, which I don't like those kind of movies, but
I
whatever.
don't either.
English Patient, hell.
I
no.
remember that, but that wasn't that like an Academy Award or
Yeah,
up
it was
for one or
nominated.
something like that.
Jerry Maguire. Give you the
Great
backstory
movie.
on Jerry Maguire. Fox and Cuba were the last 2 up for that part, and Fox thought he had it because he told me because him and at the time Tom Cruise kind of hung out a little bit so he can get the rhythm of it. He thought he got it, but they gave it to Cuba, and the
He
rest
won an
was
Oscar.
history.
Well,
Now
Jamie still got his.
He
So.
still got his.
And that movie paid excellent residuals because even though I got cut out, I lived really nicely for a while, and I was very thankful.
Even though you were cut out, so how would they know to pay you if
Yeah.
you were cut out the scene?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what they did, but I
Wow.
get
Wow.
residuals from because usually when you get cut out, you don't. Let me see. Do I get residuals?
Now
from
let me ask you this: if someone buys the CD, do you get a part of that as well? Wow, that's pretty good. whole dime.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people slept on this movie. Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. So it was
Aaliyah?
Romeo and Juliet.
So it was set in this present time, but they used the dialogue from back then. It was incredible. And I saw it on an accident, and it was fantastic. So if you get a chance, go get it, rent it. Romeo and Juliet. And Leonardo DiCaprio. That's what I did. Cool dude. I didn't know he grew up here in L.A.
Where?
Yeah, and
what area?
Over there, East Side, where the Latinos stand. Scream was a pretty good movie. Cup, I didn't never see. Space Jam.
Oh,
Ooh.
Space Jam. I saw that.
The best shoes ever made is those shoes that's in Space Jam. A Time to Kill. I did it, and I'll do it again.
You love that? That's a great movie.
I would always do that every time I saw him. He'd get mad. Cable Guy.
Cable Guy.
Now, you're going to be mad. You can be mad all you want, but The Birdcage was excellent movie. I don't give a fuck what it's about, but it's gay shit, but I thought it was dope. What else was good there? I didn't see Attack of Mars. Who cared about that? Star Trek, didn't see that either. Sling
You were
Blade.
never a Trekkie?
No. Sling Blade I thought was stupid. Primal Fear was dope.
Well, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Primal Fear.
That's when the guy played like he had a mental problem, and somebody had killed the priest, and he was the one that.
Oh, okay.
But then when they find, it's good. You just gotta check it out. It's kind of hard.
This one's good.
Which one?
And then Escape from LA was good.
I didn't like Escape from L.A. Pam.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
First Wives Club. You like
Yes, I was hoping you would
Yes,
mention that one
great
because I
movie.
love that movie.
Striptease, which I don't know why that got so much flack. I really do not.
Striptease. Where's that? Oh, right here.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
one with
because
was
Demi Moore.
Demi was in
Oh,
it.
Because
yeah.
Demi had done some great shit before that, and then
I
she
thought
did
that movie was
Striptease.
entertaining, actually.
Don't be a menace.
That's right,
don't
to
be
South
menace. Yeah,
Central
I
while
thought-
you drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah.
Now, this movie is a crazy movie, but it was a good movie. Mars Attack.
I didn't see that. I wasn't trying to.
That
see
was a crazy movie.
That ain't my thing.
Did you see Long Kiss Goodnight?
I have a
think
long
so.
kiss
Samuel Jackson.
goodnight.
Now, give you
Oh,
the backstory
wow.
on that. Originally, Lawrence Fishburne was supposed to play the character that was playing, and he was holding out for more money.
Okay.
So, my man went in and said, "Hey, I'll do it for what y'all got." And then they wasn't boys for a minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Lawrence was supposed to do that movie, and end up Samuel Jackson ended up doing it because he kind of like, hey, nigga, I'll do it. Beavis and Butthead, the movie.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't like that movie. I thought it was stupid.
Crash, I thought Crash was deep, it was different, But
That's a dope movie.
yeah, Crash was, it was.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it went everywhere on that bad boy. And the Nutty Professor, I've
Did
never
you love
laughed.
Yes.
I never
Classic.
laughed that hard in my whole fucking life.
I thought it was
When
good.
he said, "I ain't no easy win now."
That was a great. It was
That was a
funny,
great
but
movie.
I'm laughing.
Oh
hard
my!
over it.
When that table scene, man, you could Eddie kill, and man,
I thought the
Hercules, all that.
Did you miss Get on the Bus? Was it you?
great movie.
I don't think that's '96.
Great movie.
That's what OG Sleepy Love said.
I don't know.
You remember the
Supalo?
song? Anybody remember the song?
No.
Shabuya, Shabuya Roll Call. Y'all remember the song?
I do remember that. but
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah,
do
that was a dope movie.
I don't see it on here, bro. You sure it's '96?
Oh,
Can you
that's
look
what
that
it
up,
said.
Tangi?
Yes.
It doesn't have it here.
Get on the bus.
Get on the bus. Thank you.
It would have been a drama, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get
No.
on
Oh, no, or a
the
documentary.
bus.
No, it was definitely a movie. It was a drama.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be a comedy, even though it was some black
Get
folks in it.
on the bus. Yep, 1996. You're
Wow.
absolutely right.
I wonder why it's not on here.
African American men climb on the bus bound for the Million Man March. And it was a bunch of our people in this one, too. Ozzie Davis, Isaiah Washington, DeAndre Bonds, Bernie Mac, Charles Dutton, Andre
Okay, well,
Braugh.
it's kind of weird because in dramas, they didn't show this one, and I guess it came out in '96. Set It Off.
Set it
Oh,
off.
oh, there
And
it
it
is.
wasn't,
Right
yeah,
there.
Great movie.
It's right, but it wasn't on the other one.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you have to go back and
We need another Set It Off.
Set It Off.
Well,
You
you
can
know
set
they're
it
doing
off,
a
Nick.
play
I know I
with
can't take it.
they're doing a play with DeBrad.
Yeah, I'm good. we need a movie.
I don't do plays.
Yeah,
either.
don't want to see no plays, man.
Sean actually told
Even though I will go see Old Girls Play that came out yesterday.
why Because you're interested in the
Oh,
topic.
you want to
sounded-
see
yeah, it sounded
her?
good.
Because
Topic sounded good.
she'll be waiting there. She'll be in the back.
There we
Talk
go.
to
Oh,
her.
can I just say,
Sunset
well, I
Park?
guess I shouldn't throw him under the bus. I
What?
was throw somebody, one of our staff members, under the
Throw
bus.
him under the bus.
Yeah, put him on the bus.
I just say, how quick does Ron usually get out of here?
He used to be gone by before we even get on air.
They
Oh,
was
He
saying-
lingered around.
I was like, stop.
To the
Bye-bye.
youngster or the
I was
mom?
like, bye-bye.
Youngster or the mom?
Actually, the girl on the other show.
Oh.
Was back there with Nick. Hilarious.
But if DJ Ron sees,
Hey.
We didn't say the name. See, that's
I
why we
didn't
don't.
say no name.
That's why
I
we
just
never
said-
do this shit
I
around
never
you.
said, did you?
Mulholland Falls was
Oh,
good.
man.
Did you see Mulholland Falls? That was actually a good movie.
Which one?
Mulholland Falls.
they called that lady yesterday Big Poetess.
Hilarious.
sure did.
Veronica
like-
Loving.
They kept calling her
They
Big
kept
Boy.
calling her
That was
Big
horrible.
Big
Oh, what
Poet.
about Broken Arrow? I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, it was. I saw a Broken Arrow.
I thought
Broken
From Dusk Till
Arrow.
Dawn was good though.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
saw
a
that?
great
Yeah.
movie.
See, and if I do it like they have it on here, which you select whatever the genre, then all of those things
Genre?
probably.
You could never say that word.
So they do consider Cable Guy as a comedy.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
comedy.
really?
The People
mean,
versus Larry Flint.
Didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
I already knew. There's your movie right there under the comedies.
There I am.
Is that Tangy?
No, she
Child,
was.
no. My mother came. My mother came while we were filming, and she wanted to be in the movie. So they said that she could do some extra work.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Wasn't that cool? So the first day, she got all dressed up, and she was sitting at the bar, and looking all cute. And she didn't realize that to film one little teeny tiny scene at the bar would take all day.
Oh,
A
really?
lot of people don't know that.
And by the end
A
of the
lot
day,
people
she
don't
was
know
like,
that.
"Do I have to come back
Yeah.
tomorrow?"
Yeah.
And so the next day, somebody else was at the bar. And
Just
she
so you people who live not here in Los Angeles, just so you understand, it looks glamorous on, you're on
easy.
when you're on set, you are pretty much in your trailer. If you have to be there all day, you're in the trailer probably 20 hours, and then they'll come get you. Then you do your scenes, you go back to your trailer,
I mean, right.
and you just chilling.
Yeah, but that's not the hard part, being in your trailer, because you got TV, you got
Well, I'm
your
saying,
phone, you
no,
got
but
plug,
it's
you got
still
food,
a little
you got
boring.
drink.
It's a little
The
boring.
hard part, like with what my mother was doing for extra work.
Oh, yeah, that's
she
different.
had to sit,
Yeah.
and she crossed
While
her
y'all in the
legs.
trailer chilling.
So, right. So, because they have to get all these, like if they
Mm-hmm.
film this, they have to get this angle, and then me.
And they may
speed,
not
and
need the
then Pam,
principals
and-
for that.
Right.
Where they definitely need the atmosphere. They need atmosphere.
And your legs start getting numb because you got to keep it crossed all this
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, your
And
mama-
don't eat a lot either. If you're in the scene, don't be like, "Ooh, they got real good cookies," because every time they do that take,
She said,
you got to eat those cookies.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You might think you like
Oh,
cookies.
tips from Tangy. That's right.
Movie tips from Tangy. Sorry,
Did-
Javon.
Did y'all like Adam Sandler movies?
No,
I think he had Happy Gilmore. He had a couple runs.
Never.
around that time.
I couldn't get into his
now
comedy.
I thought
Yes,
he did The
he
Longest
did.
Yard. I thought he did a great job in that. He didn't fuck that up because The Longest Yard was actually a very good movie, the original version with Burt Reynolds. So I thought he did okay, and Chris Rock was in that. So him and Chris Rock have a movie on Netflix where
Oh
I
yeah, I
guess
seen that. That's a good movie.
The two kids are marrying each other,
Yeah, it's a
white,
good movie.
black, and how
Blended
those families.
Blended Family, something
like that, yeah.
Blended, I think it's called Blended, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
It's a good. Faison's in it. It's a good movie.
I just never thought Chris.
What
was
about Primal Fear?
great? That's what he said. Oh, great movie.
Yeah, I thought that was a
Great. I'm talking.
that was a
about
great twist in that movie.
Yeah, and that was one of the dope twists at the end of a movie that I thought was fantastic. One thing I definitely wanted to get to, Nick, in 1996 was the NBA draft, which to this day is known as one of the best NBA incoming class rookies. I did already.
Right there.
Right. Okay, there's. And Nick, you ready?
Yeah.
We go through this, and had your boy
I know my boy Samaki Walker.
Samaki was.
I remember when Samaki first came in,
Samaki-
he was supposed to be everything in a bag of chips.
He was
He
Samaki.
was balling at first. He got picked. Was it top 10?
Yeah,
I think he got
yeah, he
picked
was a
top
top
10.
yeah, he got picked top 10.
Who did he get traded for? Oh, let's see who knows that.
Hold on, let me get to it.
Nah, don't Google it.
Was it?
He got traded. He got picked.
Oh, was it? What was the pig? Was it the pig dude? What was his name? Oh, fuck.
So what happened was the team traded their pick
To get him.
to get Samaki. Walker.
Samaki. Okay.
So the
Who was
Mavericks
their
traded
pick?
the Mavericks traded their pick to another team
Uh-huh.
to get Samaki Walker, who was the team.
I don't remember.
Come on, man, 1996.
Eddie Jones, I don't know. I'm just making a guess.
The other team picked. If I say this, my pop's gonna know. The other team picked Antoine Walker,
Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics.
Oh.
So in that draft, Kobe Bryant, Stephon Marbury.
Who was Kobe? Who was Kobe supposed to be drafted by?
North Carolina?
No, yeah.
I mean,
Nope.
no. I'm sorry.
Hornets.
Hornets.
Hornets. Yeah, they
Charlotte
changed the
Hornets.
That's what I
Charlotte
was gonna say.
I don't know
too.
why I said North
The
Carolina.
Charlotte
that's not
Marcus
even a team.
Camby,
Yep, second overall.
Allen
pick.
Houston, Antoine Marker,
Kerry
Kerry
Sharif
Kittles.
Abdul-Rahim.
Yeah. Oh, my
remember
God, that
him?
nigga was nice.
Baller. Yeah.
Steve Nash,
Derek Fisher.
Jermaine O'Neal, which is the other kid.
He used to. I don't know. He played for the Pacers, right?
Yeah, but he came
Father.
around. He went to
He got
Portland
drafted by
first
Portland, though. Yeah.
and didn't get a chance to play. Then he got traded to Indianapolis. That's when he
Indiana.
started
Yeah.
balling. Indiana.
Went off.
John Wallace, Walter McCurry.
Yeah. D Fish.
D
Derek.
Fish.
Yeah.
D
You still
Fish
mad
show
at
was.
Derek? You still
Yes,
mad
I
at
am.
Derek Fisher.
Derek
I
Fisher.
knew his
I am
name.
so mad at
remember
D Fish.
Peja Stojakovic.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ilgauskas got drafted in
Yeah,
'96.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. That '96
else,
draft. Now, how many Hall of Famers in '96?
Travis Knight got drafted in '96.
Oh wow.
How many Hall of Famers, Nick? In that
Let's see,
draft?
Allen Iverson,
He was a center though, wasn't he?
So
Travis?
AI is
Yeah.
definitely going to be a Hall of Famer.
Kobe,
Kobe,
Steve Nash.
Ray Allen. I think Ray Allen's going to be. Stephon would have been,
Nah.
but Stephon got rings. Don't
Well,
sleep
actually, he might be in the Basketball Hall of Fame because he did go overseas.
and get 2 rings, right?
Yeah, and they count that because I know Yao Ming's in there for what he did overseas. And
So that's at least in that draft. We said what 3?
yeah, I got a question though.
What?
All right, so 76ers, Raptors, Grizzlies, and the Bucks, Timberwolves picked in the top 5, right? So if they redid the draft over, who would go number 1? Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, Ray Allen.
Kobe.
Take over Allen Iverson?
Yep.
No.
96?
No, you're saying in hindsight.
I'm saying if you had to redo that draft right now.
No, I still pick in the same order. But if I could look into the future, see what they're going to be, I'd pick Kobe.
You think Kobe gonna get rings without Shaq? Impossible.
He did.
So
What
he
you
would have
talking
got it.
about?
No.
But I think he would have.
Kobe needed 2 more superstars to get a ring, and I like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
But he ain't better than Shaquille O'Neal. Let's not get it confused.
And he wouldn't have got the ring.
I'm
Let's
sorry,
not-
I agree with
No.
that.
If he does no.
Let's not get it.
Shaquille,
If he doesn't show up, no. If they don't do that backdoor deal to get Shaq there,
Kobe will never win.
Kobe would have left and went back to Philly.
Yeah, he did say that.
He would have went back to
Or
Philly
Chicago.
to play. Yeah, because he would have wanted to follow
Chicago.
and watch his footsteps. So he would have been gone.
Mm-hmm.
When you get Shaquille once in a lifetime center, ever that nigga was a
He's
beast.
the
Don't
most
sleep.
dominant player
Yeah,
since Will
he was
Chamberlain.
asleep. If he could have made free throws, he'd be better. But
Yeah, I
who
would
need
say
to be
he
better?
couldn't even do that. That's what
Come on,
Wow.
come on,
Wow.
Nicky
He
Pam.
couldn't.
Shit.
He ain't raped nobody.
Oh,
Well, neither did Kobe.
oh yeah,
Neither did
allegedly.
Kobe. Just saying.
I'm just
Allegedly.
saying, he ain't snitch on nobody either. We ain't got to put allegedly
Well,
on that.
did you guys see? And I was just looking for
Shout
the
out
name
to
of
Shaq. You feel me?
No, I'm gonna just say this.
What?
Please tell me you guys saw the thing on ESPN. It's called Players something. You guys chat
Players
room?
only.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so they had Shaq and Kobe. Did you guys see that?
No.
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 Okay, I watched the whole thing like twice. I still have it on my DVR. So basically, Shaq apologized to Kobe for all that, everything that went down.
Yeah, you can do it now.
For
No,
what?
but he said that he's I know what.
Yeah, what you pointing at me for?
Occasion. Can you text them and let them know we hear them? You don't have to go.
We need an on-air sign. That's
We
what
do.
need.
That's
Yeah,
what
we
we
do.
need.
And need to flash it. I'm gonna get that tomorrow.
We need an on-air sign.
Defensive
possible.
Player of the
I'm
Year.
just saying. Shaq and Kobe made it.
I'm telling you, this draft, man, you got a lot of brothers who did a lot of things in that '96 draft.
Who won Defense Player of the Year?
Well, what they did is what the accomplishments that were made. So Camby had won Defensive Player of the
Camby
Year.
was balling that year too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
Camby
great.
was.
Boy,
Who won Rookie of the Year?
AI.
Okay, I thought he split it with
No.
Ray.
Only time it got split is when it
Kid and
and they thinking it might get split this year.
Nah, Donovan Mitchell. They got to give it to the.
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell
it's not
lost it.
gonna happen.
He says he's the highest scoring rookie in playoff history within the first 2 games. 50, I think 55
So
points.
I'm gonna get this out because we know that we do have the playoffs going on, and I saw my Cavaliers win last night.
So it's 4-1, right?
But LeBron had 45 points.
They're not getting out of that.
And they only won by 3.
You think what'd you say? Wait, one more
Yeah, they're not gonna, they might not make it out the first
Might
round.
not make it out.
Kevin Love
I'm only gonna say what happened to Kevin Love?
He might have did something to a ligament in his left thumb, I think.
He fractured his.
No, they did X-rays. I don't think he fractured it. But they said he tore a ligament or something.
So he's going.
Oh, today. Oh, well, he fractured his thumb, so they definitely not going to get out of that first round.
So and that's always been the problem with him, porcelain doll. But what I did notice yesterday, and in this game, he has to have someone that can score.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he can get 46.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But he
can
shouldn't
get
have to
46.
do it all by himself, though.
True story, Tangy. And he does everything: rebound,
He needs
steal,
some help.
block.
Remember when Kobe tried to do everything all by
Never
himself? It
seen
didn't work.
Kobe do it.
You need 5
What I'm saying
players.
is he needed a superstar. He has to play with another superstar.
Well, they got
Because
a
if he
high draft
carries all,
pick.
I don't think he's gonna be there to do it. But if so, Kevin's probably out.
Yeah, well, he's soft. So
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
ain't out, I'll smack him on his
I
hand
think you
again.
could play with it. With right hand or left hand?
Left hand.
Left hand you could play because you could tape it. You could tape the
Yeah,
side.
but he ain't been playing good without his thumb tape.
He gonna play. He gotta play.
He's soft, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need him, but if he break
It's
that thumb,
always something with him.
Hey, man.
I know.
It ain't no major shit.
And Kyle Korver ain't getting 12. What he had 4 threes? He ain't hitting no more 4 threes.
Yeah.
I feel bad for LeBron, man. I wish he had somebody else on the team to,
I do too, so he could just do what he does.
But hey,
But anyway, 1996, great year.
But wait a
grab
minute,
these
I got
songs right
something
quick.
for '96.
Please do.
That's when Dennis Rodman wrote that book, "Bad as I Want to Be," and he wore a wedding dress.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
How
hilarious.
many, did he? Was that the bestseller? I think it was
so
bestseller.
awful.
Yeah, he was married to
I was like-
Madonna. Didn't he? Did he get married?
No,
to
he was
Madonna?
married to
No, he was
Carmen
dating
Electra
Madonna and
and
married
married
Carmen
Carmen
Electra.
Electra.
That's kind of player.
Yeah.
I was like,
I hung out with her. She mad cool.
yeah, she's real
She
cool.
mad cool.
All right, so we ready for music?
Yes,
Oh,
let's
that's
go.
who I worked with in that
Go, Pam.
Starsky and Hutch. Was it Starsky and
Carmen Electra, yeah.
Yeah. it was
Okay,
Carmen
so
Electra.
They fucked that
obviously
movie
we played this earlier, but Pony.
If you're
Pony.
You know, when I was a kid, I didn't know what he was talking about.
You thought he was talking about a real pony?
I was like, talking about.
A pony?
That's all I could think about as a kid. I was talking
See, and
about.
that's good.
Well,
That's why
good.
Right,
grown
that's
people
talent.
can
Right,
play
right.
their music in front of little
And you know what's
people.
interesting? I figured that about the music, around that time was a lot of us talking about the same stuff they talk about now. It's just they were really clever in the way they
Yeah,
did
they
the
didn't
message.
just say,
The best to ever do it?
eat the
Prince.
groceries and all the shit.
No,
Oh,
Prince was pretty out there.
Yeah.
No, when
but
they
he-
did Erotic City, they played it on the radio, and you had to listen to it and just think. And it said, "Fuck so pretty, you and me, Erotic City, come
Yeah,
alive."
but that's not smooth.
That don't mean he was the best.
But you didn't
That
know
means
he said
did it
"fuck
on
so
the
pretty" because he
radio.
said it
Because
so
on radio
fast.
they made it
We
say
should
funk.
should do one where we find the top 5 songs that they were talking about hoochie coochie coochie and we didn't know it.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
It's
Don't
blues.
make us think.
Damn.
Well, I didn't know Luther Vandross was singing the dudes. on his music.
Thank you.
Really?
You know that's sacrilege.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either,
Or
and I would
Maxwell.
never say that.
Stop.
Hey,
Boy.
who said that? Well, that wasn't the
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly.
Yeah, see,
then.
Maxwell, they don't talk about that.
Oh.
I would never
We're
say
not there
Maxwell.
yet.
I'm
was
not
Yes,
doing
dating,
ma'am.
so I was just okay. You said he hasn't passed yet? That's cold blooded.
Freddie too.
You gotta wait for him to kick the bucket. There we go.
And then all the dirt come out.
That's the only way it come out the bucket when you kick it. You gotta kick it
All
first.
right. We had nobody. Keith
Who's
Sweat.
that? That was
Nobody.
96.
It goes like this.
Nobody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith Sweat was dope. Keith
I
Sweat
like
was dope.
when
Keith Sweat was so dope.
when Cedric said Keith Sweat sound like a gnat at the barbecue.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. Oh, you know what I like this song, "Kissing You" by Total.
How's that go?
I didn't really like Total.
I like how you
mean,
said, how
I
does
didn't
that
like
They
go?
only had that. And then we have
Nikki Pam ain't used to that kind of verbiage.
No,
She
she
missed it.
just
what
blew
did
all
she say?
over
Oh,
her
what did she
head.
say? I missed it.
It's okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
It
Go
happens.
ahead. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No. You said no diggity black. Sheep.
No diggity.
I think that was
No
the most
doubt.
played song.
Gotta back it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
Especially-
the way you
yeah.
work.
Because Dre
it.
did the beats.
Yeah, that was
He did the beat on that
dope
one.
Oh,
track.
my song "Don't Let Go" in Vogue.
Yes.
Don't
Oh,
let
Speedy?
go.
How does that go?
But then, like, she played it yesterday.
Yeah, "Don't Let Go" is.
You wasn't paying
was pretty-
attention.
Yeah, probably not.
It's a tough listen.
Wow. Killing Me Softly with his
Killing
the
me
Fugees.
softly
Great
with
song.
his-
Great song.
And no matter what version you hear, you're still gonna say, you're gonna do what you call part. One time. I don't care what version you hear. You say one time.
That's right.
2 times.
You're right. One time.
And
One
then
time.
I Believe I Can Fly. R. Kelly.
That's a great song.
That's a huge
he
song. I'm surprised that wasn't number one.
And they I think what was the All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, that was on Space Jam soundtrack.
I was just going to say that. You Making Me High, Tony Braxton. Stilo 702. What's Stilo?
Shout out to Tony Braxton.
She's cute.
Yeah, Tony Braxton.
She married my friend.
She's this big.
Hit Me Off, new edition. That album came out.
Hit me off.
Yep.
Come on.
Oh, How Do You Want It? Tupac Shakur.
Oh.
How do you want it to?
Great.
How does it
All
feel?
Eyes on Me dropped that.
Coming up as a nigga in the casket.
What album was that by Tupac in '96?
That's actually Jodeci.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Devontae
on,
did
but
the
that's
beat.
on their album.
It just
Devontae
says
did the track.
Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, but what album did he drop? If he dropped that song, that
I think it was
All Eyes on Me. Right?
Mama. All Eyes on Me. Yeah.
All right.
What else was?
Let's see. A good
Pull
one.
that fashion up.
Touch Me, Tease Me case.
The fashion was horrible.
Touch me,
Huh?
tease me.
You remember that?
No, he said the fashion was horrible. Nigga, kill yourself. Or
Oh,
blow yourself up. What, is it?
Oh, boy,
What else on there?
that's cold.
Listen,
You have a real
I wasn't grown in
relationship.
'96, so it ain't on me.
Go
Don't
ahead.
Leave Me, Blackstreet.
That album was fantastic.
Oh, remember
That was
this?
a great
Remember this
album.
dude, Tony Rich? Nobody knows. You don't remember Tony?
Nobody knows Tony Rich. either.
Oh yes, he had the high top fade.
Yeah.
He had the high top
This
fade.
to me is the worst song on the planet. Every time I hear it, it's like nails on a chalkboard. Return of the Mac.
That's a
Return
great
of the
song.
Mac.
I hate that song.
That's for sure. What you three? Look,
fuck
I hate that song, but turn it up.
No, I ain't even saying that on that song. Every time I hear it,
I
it
heard you say
just bothers me as ex-musician. Come See Me, 112.
Come see me.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what they said. Use Your Heart, SWV. As Yet, Last Night.
The As Yet album, they were supposed to do more than one. They only did one because the group broke up. But As Yet's first album, Beast. Play the whole thing, Ted.
Then they broke up.
Then they broke up. Thank you for being interested in my story.
I remember, you know, the great job. Michelle Dege Ocello.
Love her.
I mean, but it was that Who Is He and What Is He?
Yeah, who is he? Well, that's really Bill Withers song that she redid.
When I tell you that girl was so talented,
Yeah,
and,
bass player.
And I used to go and see her live, like around Culver City, not Culver City, over there in Robertson. I forgot. She always played at the little clubs and stuff, but she would always do a bunch of Prince. Oh, I mean, like I'd be like, okay, I could have saw this.
Great song because you find out that she likes girls, so the song made sense. Who is he and what is he to you?
Who is he?
Oh, wow.
And what is
That's why the song
he
worked for her.
to you?
Whitney Houston.
right.
They
Hold it
said,
right there, Nick. Go
I
ahead.
Believe in You and Me.
Who?
Whitney Houston.
Oh.
And who?
I Believe in You and Me.
I believe.
Nope.
How'd it go?
I don't know.
You tell me mine was wrong. Then.
Hey.
You started. I'll be like a fly. Start off with that note.
Oh, my bad.
Your boy Donnell Jones in the Hood.
Great
He
album.
loves him some
Fantastic.
Donnell.
What was the hit song off that album?
I could.
That whole album was fire.
Is that Where I Want to Be and all that?
No. That's Where I Want to Be. His second album.
Oh, okay.
That is Montel Jordan. I like Montel Jordan.
I like. No, I'm singing it wrong.
Do you remember this MC? Do you remember this song by MC Light? Cold Rock a Party, MC Light?
Impossible.
Oh,
Only one I'll ever liked of MC Light is when she did Gotta Have a Rough Neck. Even though I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah,
sing
I
shit.
love that.
Can we get MC Light to the
And
show?
I love cappuccino, cappuccino.
You know MC Light, right?
Can we get
When
MC
I
Light?
first heard cappuccino, I was living in North Carolina, and I would sing that song, and I'd be like, "What is a cappuccino?
What is it?
What is it? Some ice, some kind of drink
Chat room,
that
what does
you
it
get
mean?
at Starbucks."
It's a
It's-
coffee drink.
I know it's
Starbucks
a
wasn't out then.
Okay, but this is
It
my
just
one.
costs
My jam.
Cappuccino,
Who he redid. There's two that
Who?
were my song. Let's Get Down, Tony.
Italian coffee
that was a
drink.
great
I remember
song.
that
Great
one.
song.
Great song.
And then Betcha by Golly Wow by Prince.
Betcha
who
by
was originally
golly,
Who's
wow.
Sweetie.
Oh, I'm singing.
Who?
Stylistics and
What song
then
did Candice sing?
Luther.
Betcha by golly, wow.
That's it.
What
That's
is he saying?
Bet
Betcha
you.
by
golly,
golly. Betcha
wow.
by golly, wow.
Can one person say it, please?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Betcha
No, I'm
by
gonna never-
golly,
never- never-
wow.
I still don't know what's happening.
Betcha
Betcha.
by golly, wow.
What does that mean?
Betcha by golly, wow.
You're the one that I've been waiting for forever.
It's like-
forever.
surprise.
Hold on,
Betcha
boy.
by golly, wow.
Hold on.
You're ecstatic.
Yes.
You've heard me play this song.
Right. I never knew what they were saying.
Because you was a baby.
I You just mumble the words and then you just keep it going.
Well, we didn't mumble. We were actually singing the words. Do I have the stylist?
Keeps going strong.
They dropped that song in '96.
Cha cha cha.
No.
That's
It
right.
was
That a good
remade.
one, too.
So it was remade twice, Pam, to be exact. Luther redid it too. He did a whole remake album, and that was he did, and he redid it. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I had a joke right there. I ain't gonna say.
Go ahead, Nick.
I'm good.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let Luther live.
Wow.
No, you're not.
You can't do nothing about that, Nick.
You didn't kill him.
Oh wow.
Well,
Do you remember the song 5 O'Clock Nonchalant?
No.
I remember the
No.
group Nonchalant, but
no, I don't.
we done killed so
remember.
many people off on this show. or nailed the coffin. Boys to Men, One Sweet Day.
No.
You guys, and then Tangy, H-Town, A Thin Line. It's a thin line. Between Love and Hate, H-Town.
Soundtrack.
Between love and hate.
Oh, wait. Hit 'em High.
Which was originally done by somebody else. But go ahead.
Hit 'em High. They said LL Cool J, but what does it say? Let me see.
Hold it right there, because along with that was the fashion. You remember when the dudes did this, Pam, with the baggy pants? Like,
Oh yeah, and
like
and
'96.
The top of the underwear.
Yeah, you had to have some fly ass underwear on and no shirt
some
with
Calvins.
the jean jacket. But all 36, 38s, 40s were never in the store. Those were all the little thin niggas was buying those. And you wear the Timbs and you tuck the pants inside the Timbs. With we Cali, we didn't really do Timbs, but we did the baggy pants. And you had jean. They was jean jacket.
Yeah, the car canai, jean outfits.
Yeah, jean outfit, everything, little colors. Tommy Hilfiger was big. Everybody was trying to wear that, except for LL.
And me, I wasn't.
You didn't do Tommy?
No.
Now, did you like these jackets that Salt and Pepper used to wear? The Salt and Pepper with all
They were school
Pam,
days
did you wear-
jackets too.
Yes, I had one.
and the little kufi?
I could
I
so
didn't wear the
see
hats,
Pam
though.
with that jacket
Yeah,
on.
Yes, of course.
And then Pac they had Pac with the
What about the
baseball.
overalls? Y'all do overalls?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
heck
did
yeah.
overalls.
I
man.
did.
Okay, but they wanted to know, was it a Manco violation if you did the overalls with no shirt?
Nope, that's what my baby daddy
Yeah,
did.
if you was that nigga that had that look,
could do it.
you
That
get away with
six-pack.
it.
And I remember we went on our first
See,
date,
there it is
right?
right there.
And in my mind, I was like, he ain't gonna have sex with me. I don't want him to even think it. So I wore overalls and T-shirt and all that. And I got there, and he was sitting down. He's looking at me. He said, "Woman ain't supposed to wear no man's clothes."
Preach.
He said, "Take that off."
Lord, there he go.
No, it wasn't like that for real. But he did say that
So
to me.
it Kango hats. You had
Kango
everybody
hats,
wearing Kangos.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
And I like you had that picture of
that Allen
Aaliyah.
Iverson?
See, Aaliyah had the Tommy Hilfiger jacket on, but she was always wearing the little top.
Aaliyah might be. Yeah.
You like Aaliyah?
What? Come on. Who don't like Aaliyah, man? Get out of here.
True that.
That was such a sad thing.
Yeah, it was.
random.
And here's the really sad part about it. It could have been avoided
Yeah.
because the guy said, "All y'all can't fit on this plane," and did nobody want to wait?
Until the next
To the next day
There
to
were some
leave.
people that stayed. I mean, that did
And
end
they
up
still
staying.
here.
They still here. Yeah.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
guy kept telling them, "Yo, I can't take all y'all," and everybody's like, "No,
But he still
we're
did
getting
it.
on the plane."
Why he should have just been like somebody got.
Well, no,
sick.
they made him.
Oh,
They
okay.
made him
Okay.
do that flight. He kept telling them, can't do this, and they did it anyway. But rest in peace. I think it was fantastic. Fantastic year. We actually did really good, Pamela.
Good year.
Yeah, nice year.
It was a great year.
I had a great time.
Excuse me, and Tangy.
Can I get there?
You said we actually did really
I
good.
said, and I was
Pamela.
coming
Tangy.
over to you,
And then you
Tangy.
went to the next beat.
know what?
I had a great time.
This is what
We
we're gonna do,
actually
Tangy.
did really good,
Because
Pamela.
you
Because
get
you didn't
I
do
had
the
a great
sniff.
time.
no,
you couldn't do the
you couldn't do
sniff.
the sniff for one thing, and you be feeling yourself when you think someone's didn't acknowledge who Tangy is in the group. So I can go, "Hey man, we
I'm
killed this shit,"
feeling
and Tangy
myself.
goes, "I'm here," and I go,
No, you went to the next beat and you didn't
No, I
say
did
and you
not.
didn't say, "Hey, yo, we killed this shit." You said, "Hey, Pam, we did."
And
the
I was
killing."
finna say the same
And
thing.
then
to
you said, "I had a good time." You moved
and
to the next beat.
and the next question was, "You, Tangy,
Me what? You asked
did you have a good time?" God, you always trying to
nobody
make
got
shit out
time
of
for
it.
you.
Like, we'll move Tangy. She's like, "I guess Tangy will move over here." Anytime she talks in third person, she's
Okay,
upset.
chat room. How
She-
many?
all-
Ain't I like a little pop up person? Like when we go to commercials, like where's Tangy gonna be when we come back?
So
Tangy's
yesterday,
here.
yesterday, I heard Tangy. Nobody heard
Tangy's
Tangy. I heard it. She got over there. She said, I guess Tangy will pop up over here now.
It should be a game. Find Tangy.
Yeah, that's what she said.
They should have a
Our
little
fans
app.
going to be like,
There
Find
should be
Tangy.
an app where, it goes to a break and you come back and I think she's going to be there. Oh, I got it wrong. I got it right. I won $20.
But the fact I hear you every single time, I just don't pay it. Tangy, I don't pay that shit no mind.
Obviously, you do.
No, I don't. Because if I paid any
I'm
mind,
giving you the cold shoulder.
Oh, wow.
we got a bump on it. Anyway. But see, it act like the shit was on. So then she'll come in and know where she's supposed to say. So where does Tangy sit today?
No, because it changes.
And then she'll look at me and go,
No, first thing she does, let me tell you, I could be standing at the door, Michelle and me and you. She goes a beeline straight to Nick.
yeah. They haven't
Gets in his
What's wrong
lap.
with that?
Well, because
Gets in his lap.
one thing I can say,
Puts
I
it-
don't have a seat. I don't have a place to park, but I know I got my Nick.
You can park on his lap.
Yes,
he's my son.
Does he give you hugs?
No,
Good
we
point,
ain't
Tangy.
hugged in a
No.
long time.
Well,
No, we hugged the other day.
he get.
I told him I loved him.
Oh.
Hey, I don't give a fuck.
Did
He's
you
my
say that?
son.
You,
I changed his
Aw.
pampers. I ain't shit he can say to me.
He gives me hugs.
Nick, did he say it back?
I was there when he got the tip cut off his shit. He took the beanie off his
Glad to
shit.
know you're circumcised. That's good.
Wow. Nikki
Wow,
Pam.
man.
What's that
What?
about?
That ain't what I said.
That's what you
That's
said.
not what I
That is
said.
what you said.
I looked at you like an aunt at first. What's going on?
Hey, creepy auntie.
Shouts out to Sean.
He coming to shower. You need a towel? No. Did you see all these towels on this wall?
Are you dressed?
Are you hungry? In the shower? Really?
Oh, Nikki Pam did make me a plate yesterday, though. So
I
thank you.
do.
Yeah, so thank you, Nikki Pam.
See,
Because I look at him as like my son, too.
Yes, I appreciate that.
I do.
I don't
I
look
do.
at you like my son.
I
You
love
know
should.
you don't,
I
Tangy.
like our conversations when me and Nick are just here by
Not
ourselves,
my
and we be sitting there, we be high, and we can get our little, we can have our little deep conversation.
I like
That's
our
funny.
deep conversations
Oh,
too.
Okay,
wow.
since we're getting out
I know
shit.
y'all had them.
Nick, you kind of irritating your dad when you just up and leave. You don't tell nobody shit.
What happened?
Nigga, you left yesterday, and we was looking at the board like this.
Oh, man. Y'all was finna shut down.
We was
Nah,
finna. We
Oh,
was
that was
finna.
2 days ago.
We was trying to go back. We was trying to go back. Did anybody know? And we all looked. And then we asked Cajun. I said, Cajun, you always back here. What'd you see him do? I don't know. He was going to tell me, and he left. We were like, oh shit.
He had to go get some drugs.
And I'm sitting there going, Cajun, you back here watching? I know. I said, what'd you see?
Cajun don't be paying
I
attention.
remember.
Cajun don't be paying attention.
That was the day before yesterday because that day I fixed you a plate.
Oh, that's right.
And then Cajun goes, well,
Two plates
let's
extra.
ask Brittany. I said, where's Brittany? She's babysitting. I'm like, this is the bullshit. And then so we're texting Nick like 45 times, and he wanders in like ain't nobody texting. He goes,
Hey, man, listen, I was about to shut down. And when I got to shut down.
you gotta
it's a-
let me know. You can't
No,
just
I'm-
diva out of
I'm-
here.
I'm letting you know right now. When I got to shut it down, it's a wrap.
But you can't diva
I'm
out.
letting you know right now. When I got to shut it down, it's a wrap.
raised his voice?
I ain't
It sounded like he raised his
texting.
voice.
I'm not
It sounded
responding
like
to
he
the
raised
text,
he
call.
he was adamant though.
Nick,
Yeah.
but you can't diva out.
No,
you have
listen,
to let me
listen
know.
carefully, though. I got a high pain tolerance. And if I can't take it, that means it's dead serious. And if I didn't get out of here at that, it was going to be a wrap for the rest of the week.
Just give us a sign.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you
that
got-
was the sign. When
And
if
the
I
next
got to get up
morning,
and bounce that bad,
He
it's a
called
wrap.
me and asked me for that was yesterday morning, and
Yeah.
I bought him all kinds of pills that he didn't
Yeah, I was straight.
But you have to let me know,
want. Woke me
bro.
up at 6.
That was letting you know. I said, hey,
To
I'll
diva out.
I'll be right back.
No, you ain't
Okay,
say
so
right.
I got a question.
told Nikki
so
Pam
so when you
before I
just
walked
have
out.
to when you just have to use the bathroom.
I wasn't going to the restroom.
No, he
So how do we know the difference between
I don't leave to just go to the restroom. The reason I left yesterday is because my back was.
So you
wasn't
never
yesterday,
so
the day
you
before.
never leave at all.
No.
Okay.
Anything I walk
It was
outside,
once.
take a break.
It was once.
Yeah.
So cuz I understand what he's saying, you got to let us know. So if you never leave unless it's like dead pain, then whenever you walk out, we should just assume you gone.
Right. If I leave and don't say nothing, obviously something's up.
But we was stuck.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
We
That's
looking
why-
at that joint, that like board like Japanese emergency tick. We like, and then I'm going, oh Pam, where you? Pam went.
I know mostly. I
We
just don't
couldn't
know
come
how to
back.
get back. I didn't know
Yeah,
what
we
he
not
did,
either. So just let us know.
but I do know now because I was sitting there on the
I
other
should
show
learn the
yesterday.
Give your information, Pam. No, Cajun.
Yeah, send Cajun back
God
here.
damn it.
It didn't
No, Cajun.
Or Cajun give you a bunch of shit to read? I guess she'll do it. All right, you can reach me at Nikki Pan with 2 Ks on everything. Become a sponsor.
Please.
Click on the Podbean thing right there, the link, or buy our Las Vegas audio download. You can click on that underneath. It's only $4.99.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
Oh, tomorrow night, we will be here for Freaky Friday. It will be a bunch of folks in the house.
I think Tori's supposed to be here.
Tori. Misty. Did you guys tell Johnny Mac?
Hilarious.
Yeah, he wants Misty.
Misty maybe, and I think it's.
Oh, it's up. Tomorrow is 420.
And then this weekend, you guys, what's today? Today's the
19th.
On Sunday, it'll be the second or third year of Prince's death, and so on TMZ.
Don't get on the elevator. I'm just saying, that's where it happened.
That's Speedy.
It happened on the elevator.
Don't let the elevator bring you down. Anyway,
Oh, that's good.
I hate the show. See, this is kind of bad shit that you know. Right. Anyway.
Speedy is funny on everything. That's Speedy IZ, funny on everything. Comedian Speedy on Facebook. Thank you, fans, for taking out the moment to listen to us. Fans up in Oakland, Chicago, Detroit, Philly, all around the country, all around the world, who take out small little times of their day to give us some love.
What's that?
And what it makes it easier. We got good friends in here from Oakland in the building. Come on, girl, get in there. Just come say hi. Come say hi. Come on.
A huge supporter of the show.
Yes.
Huge.
And drove us around. Drove me and Michelle around when we were in Oakland and had to go to the radio show. And you could have just got on there.
We're about to leave now.
Yeah, we'll give you information. Tell me who.
Hey,
She's at every black event ever in the world.
Ever in the world. Front row.
Yeah, front row.
Concert,
She got backstage. How you get back there?
I get backstage pass.
But she's white, so she gets They think she's management.
She actually does that. I actually do that now. And I do photography for anybody who wants it for live concerts.
Oh, shit.
And for a jazz magazine, Smoove Jazz.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that. Give me information so they hey,
follow me on Instagram, Hip Hop Elise. HIPHOPALISE.
Hip Hop. I quit.
That's my
I like that.
nickname.
Hip Hop Elise.
The blackest white girl you'll ever see.
Yeah. They thought Michelle was mulatto yesterday. They were like, she's not mixed. I was like, no, she's white.
She got black in her. Anyway.
Every day. Or every other
night.
day. Or once a week. I'm just asking for a friend.
Once a week.
Okay, anyway, what's your information, Speedy?
He's older now.
It
all
depends.
Thank you, Elise. Thank you.
Thank you, Elise.
And I want to give you love up here because she comes and supports all the time. Speedy is funny on everything. Speedy IZ funny. Buy the DVD. Buy the CD. Vegas one.
Audio download.
Audio download. Tangy?
Nikki Pam, did you know that they just found out that Prince was taking something else? Fentanyl or something?
Fentanyl.
Yeah, he thought it was Vicodin. He didn't know it.
Well, I know that on MTMZ they have I just was looking. I got distracted during the show, and they had the death scene. They said but they had a black dot in front of the elevator. I was like, really?
Well, they said that they didn't know how he got the fake Vicodin that was laced with that synthetic
probably from
opium.
that doctor that they were.
Nobody's being charged.
No.
Nobody.
Well, remember, if it's not the night before or the couple of days before that is when he went down to CVS on his bike to get some because
under the name of Kirk Johnson.
no one was supposed to give him
Kirk,
anything.
Let me tell you guys about Kirk. Okay, so we used to hang out with Kirk in Minneapolis, and he's actually Prince's best friend, and he You guys remember the opening scene of Purple Rain and one of the three guys dancing and going like this in the top, and that's one of them is Kirk. And then later he performed with him. He was a drummer in Love Sexy tour, and then later after that he was helping to run Paisley Park. And so they were saying that him being his best friend, he was probably one of the only ones that really knew what was going on. And I love Kirk. Shout out to Kirk. Cool peeps and everything, but. Damn, when I heard that, I was really disturbed about that.
Yeah, and again, like I said, he was trying to get whatever he could for the pain in his hip from wearing those heels that they told him not to wear.
I understand.
Because a man's
Prince.
body wasn't built
made to
heels.
wear those hips.
Actually,
A woman's knees aren't either.
Heels were originally designed for men, just as a little Snapple fact.
Yeah, they were.
Why wouldn't?
Why are he still here? Don't your back hurt? Don't you got somewhere to go?
A minute ago.
Go.
Yeah, don't let him know.
Please follow us on all social media. You just let anybody in.
Really?
You can follow us on Instagram at The Rollout Show.
No, it's not.
Go ahead.
You can follow us at YouTube by going to Rollout Studios. Please hit like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook at The Rollout Show, or you can follow me at Tangi Ambrose on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or LinkedIn or Google Plus, wherever you want to go. I'm hip, y'all.
Wherever you learn,
musically. Okay. And by the way, PGF, yes, I did meet Eric the actor. We'll talk about that later. Today, we want to wish Baby Dale a happy birthday.
Oh,
Baby Dale, happy birthday.
Baby Dale is 1.
How'd you
Happy
find that
birthday.
out?
'Cause
I
he's
got
one?
connections.
Oh, okay. All right.
Selena texted me.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Now, this is really important, y'all. If you're on a plane and the man says, it's too many of you on here, I can't fly it. Don't pull rank and say, yo, but I'm speedy. Fly it anyway. You might die.
Well, and you ain't coming back.
If you're with a guy or a girl and you want to have sex and they say no,
Really?
don't force them. They might have some disease.
What in the hell?
When people tell you no, take the
What's wrong
no.
with this shit?
What is going on?
When did you learn that?
We discussed
In 96?
I tied the two together. I want people to understand that no means no.
okay.
Okay.
Now,
Start with that first.
you know what? And I loved this when Miss Candice was here, when she was talking about whenever you want to create something like a rollout show or a rollout show app or a Heaven High app or a heritage music app, first you have to validate your concept.
The words ain't coming out today.
You have to figure
She
out
wrote them. You
what-
have to validate
what
it.
is the problem your app is trying to solve. And then you have to design a problem that meets the solution. And then you check out your market size and get your stuff going. I like that because that works with any new business that you will start.
Cajun is sitting there going. It's like the 3-year-old that don't know what to do. Is that a ceiling fan? It's spinning.
Okay, I'm done. Today we've learned 1996 was a fun time
Yeah, it was.
with a lot of interesting things happening. And if we don't come back from a commercial break for a long time, it's because Nick walked out.
Yeah, we did learn that.
Okay. They want to know when is Chat Room Appreciation Day. Every day is that.
Every day is a
Every
chat.
day.
I'll be messing with y'all.
Yes.
Shout out to Cajun who sat there bored because she ready to go and she can't walk. She don't want to walk past the camera again. She's sitting there going. And her mind was like, I hate these motherfuckers. I do hate them.
Huh?
Who? Oh, it was a happy birthday to somebody else.
Oh,
too,
happy
right?
birthday to who?
Shakira. Shaq's son.
Yes.
Shakira.
Shakir.
Wait, no, that's a dude.
Yes, no, that's
Shakir.
Oh, so-
Shakir.
So
O'Neal.
Tangi-
Happy birthday, Shakir. Today is a special day for you, my brother. Happy birthday.
I don't know that
From
that
the
turned him
rollout
on.
show. Oh, was I supposed to turn him on?
No,
Oh,
he's
that's
15.
That's-
He's
yeah, it
15.
is.
He's 15.
Now do it again.
HAPPYBIRTHDAY. Happy birthday to you. Woo. Happy birthday, Shakir.
O'Neal.
O'Neal.
It's not
Happy
his
birthday,
It's
Shakir.
gonna make
O'Neal.
us-
He's O'Neal.
O'Neal.
He's not.
He's 15.
We love you, although we've never met you.
It's a fan.
And
Speedy.
today
No,
we
it's not.
It
It's-
is a Shakira in the chat room, ain't it?
No, Nikki
No,
Pam.
it's.
Shakira in the chat room. Is it
Hold
your
up.
birthday too?
Stop. If I say woman that came from her, who it's O'Neal's son.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh.
Who you thought O'Neal is? Well, maybe you should be looking at it. Fuck it. Oh, you thought it was Alex's son. Oh, you thought it was y'all ghost baby. Anyway, let's keep
Wow,
it.
Speedy.
Wait a minute. Alexander.
O'Neal.
O'Neal. Never mind. Bless this.
It's his birthday too.
No. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
We really got to go. Hey, tomorrow's
Happy
Freaky Friday.
birthday, Shakir.
See you
Tomorrow's
guys
Freaky
tomorrow
Friday.
night at
Tomorrow
8
night, we 8:00 here. Shout out to my wife for producing the show. No, she didn't go. Is it his birthday? Then she went. Look, Bill, you should. Is it his birthday?
Did you have how she do the snip? See?
I got this
Oh
sniff
yeah.
now.
Yeah, when she did the crazy one. Look. That's like trying to wink her eye at you. The craziest question. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Glad we fucked up your day. Yeah, Nick,
Sniff.
don't walk out here ever again. It's gonna be a problem.
Oh, wow.
Letting you know. That.
Impossible.
Let it happen again. Till tomorrow, may God bless you and yours. We are so out of here. Thank you. Wait. Shit, wait. Happy
gonna come
birthday,
back?
James Franco is 40 years old. Suge Knight in jail,
Suge, happy
53 years old.
birthday.
40, 54.
Candice Parker, 32.
Happy birthday, Candice.
And Jesse James, who builds motorcycles.
Oh,
originally
Jesse
from-
James on his TV show. White guy.
The one
Watch
that,
him.
that
Happy
cheated
birthday,
on,
Jesse James.
That actress chick.
Yeah, he sure did. 49 years
But he
old.
does good with the cars.
Yes, he sure was. And it didn't work out. So now they doing anything. Happy birthday to all those people.
Peace out, y'all.
It's not my birthday.
I missed my fucking doctor's appointment.
Shalom.